This is Sippin' with Sammy. I am Mr. Flash, and only the one and only Sippin' with Sammy. Sam Malone, Barstool Rug. If you ain't sippin' with Sammy, you ain't sippin' right. Please get your fucking life together. Yup! Drop the beat. C Cash. Sippin' with Sammy live. Let's get this thing started the right way.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. C Cash.
Turn his mic up.
Daddy, we about to be rich, baby.
Never not working entertainment. Rest in peace, Tank. Yeah.
Me too.
It's permanent, like a blessed thing. Like I moved to a new city, all I know is pain. Like I'm a slave to it, I just can't get away. Like who you gonna call when everybody in the grave? And I'm only 34, how much more can I take? Trying to work on myself, but sometimes I need a break. I'm the king of my castle, but I'm in my man cave. How I'm gonna read your love and we ain't on the same page? Like the smoke, we all burn for a while, then we fade. But I gotta make a way for my flame to stay ablaze. Niggas plucking on my nerves, I wanna go out in the blaze, but I refuse for another black child to go and raise. See, the most important thing in his life is consistency, but scientifically we respond with inconsistency, entitlement, and privilege. Take for granted instantly, then we lose it all. How we fall to this misery. We don't own life, shit is notes and rent. When my granny was the best bank cash could get. When I got kicked out, slept in some abandoned cribs, not even knowing that I suffer from abandonment. Cause mommy had me with my uncle chick, random shit, but it was cool cause my pops had a handle. Then soon as my dad average stopped averaging, she let me get sick, all type of random shit. Granny was my angel, uncle and dad was my model. I longed for my mama, she was supposed to be my doctor. When they drew to nurse my wounds, thought I had so much to prove. Like, how you not love someone that you came up out of? This a message for the players, cause the stakes is high. Sparrow, they don't make sense, wasting time. We fall and rise like the sun can't waste your shine. Immortalized when I see my daughter facing mine. And I ain't never had the eyes, but goddamn I tried. I ain't got all the book smarts, but goddamn I'm wise. I ain't no bitch ass nigga, but goddamn I cried. Close my eyes when I take a look in grandma's eyes. I do. Rest in pieces, Lord knows you couldn't live in it. I know I'm grown, but I can't live without your caregiving. I'd rather see you fly before I see you bedridden. Everything you gave me, I'ma get ahead with it. C Cash, the album, coming soon. Let's go.
Yeah.
That's how we do it.
I like starting like that, you know what I'm saying? We started like that, so welcome. Happy Monday.
Happy fucking Monday.
Happy hour, all that flyness. Hopefully you like, comment, share, subscribe. Please hop in the chat. Let us know where you at, what you got going on, and what you think about what we talking about. As you see, I got C Cash in a situation with me. We're going to do this one more time for him.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? For setting it off one time for the one time. Then also, you know, it's become a thing lately. I got a K with me. You know what I'm saying? What's happening?
You know, getting the sound right, doing my thing.
You alright?
You got a K with him.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I'm gangster. Keep a K with me.
Oh.
Keep a K. Gotta keep a K with you. No, you said you good, getting the sound right. Audio is good, levels is good.
Yeah, you know, it's
Cash still breathing too hard. What we doing?
It's tough. I got 3 different platforms to check now, so it takes a little bit longer. So, you know, just bear with me. We good otherwise, though.
Why you trying to say I'm breathing hard? Like, what's up with you, bro? Like,
anyway, C Cash. Welcome. Glad to have you here.
What's good, my brother?
You know what I'm saying? Good to see you on time and looking healthy and happy. You know what I mean? All those good things.
Yeah.
Recap your weekend for me, good brethren. What you do this weekend, man?
So Friday, just handle some good business I needed to handle. You know, I had went through a situation recently, so I was blessed in a situation to be able to basically get a rebound. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bounce back. You know
Talk
what I mean?
heavy.
Saturday seemed like more of the same, just regular stuff going on. Nothing too crazy. You know what I mean? Regular progressive things. You know, home life, shit like that. then Sunday, I actually got a chance to be a part of Bill Collector, Only the Spitter's new platform. They actually did a taping for that. Shout out to him. Shout out to Bill. Shout out to Briz, my OG Briz. Shout out to J Huff. He was able to come through and spit some bars. Yeah, shout out Only the Spitters. You know what I'm saying? And then also yesterday, which is Sunday, the 23rd, right? It was the 23rd, June 23rd is or was the sunset of my dad. You know what I'm saying? If y'all don't know what I mean by sunset, you know, sunrise, sunset. You know, he passed away June 23rd, 2005, and I think it was dope that I was out doing some you know, progressive things in my craft, and I got a chance to, you know, go up there and promote a song that's about to come out on my project C Cash, which that freestyle y'all just heard. So, you know what I mean? Tune in, check out for that, and rest in peace, Tank. You know what I'm saying?
I heard that, man. Definitely rest in peace. Definitely a rest in peace. Okay, we good on your side now? You back with us, or what we doing? We still bearing with you?
I'm mostly back.
Mostly?
Yeah, now I'm back.
All right, cool. So, we was doing weekend recaps.
Mm-hmm.
Your turn.
Okay.
I guess I should go first.
Yeah.
What happened Thursday? I feel like something happened Thursday. Did I forget? I feel like all week was a blur, but it was busy. Anyway, Friday. Well, last week I told you guys, if you was tapped in, that my family was dealing with a situation. We had lost my uncle, and we was figuring things out.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, absolutely. Rest in peace. We was at the figuring things out stage last time I spoke on it, and we figured it out. So Friday we was my family was able to put together something. Shout out to Jacobs Northwest for having us. Shout out to Nisha. We had food and fellowship at the restaurant. Would be the best way to say it. We prayed, we laughed. My mom cried a couple times. A lot of smiling, a lot of things that just humble you in a moment about being around family at a time of loss, and just realizing like who these people are that you go through these things with, and you know what I mean, what they've done and where they at in life. Like, it's just a dope, it's a confusing energy, but it's dope in a way when you when it's not tragic, right?
Yeah.
So I was blessed to be able to spend all day with my family. Everybody went back to the crib at night, all that. I don't even think I had to drop nobody off at the end of the night. Like, it was a good night. And Kay was there with me. Shout out to Kay for always being there when it makes the most sense.
Right. Shout out to her.
She spent 2 hours talking to her cousin I just met that day. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
I definitely did.
Real quick, something you just said about the confusing energy. I think I don't know how everybody decides to grieve or how they decide to send their people off, but shout out to my cousin TJ and Derek out Baltimore. Like, when they father passed like last year, they decided to not give him a funeral but give him a celebration. And even on his birthday, or you know, other people that pass in the family birthday, they like get together and like do something celebratory. So I think that'll be a new way to like kind of a new, you know, like somewhat upbeat, innovative way to, you know, sing your folks off.
And that's basically what we did, because the intro, of course, you know, we gonna gotta pray, we gotta set the standard for why we in the situation and talk about who we gotta talk about.
Right.
But after that, like I say, it just becomes family being social, and whether you talking about that family member or not, we catching up.
Right.
What you been up to? What's going on? I see you doing this on the book. I see this, and you know what I mean. And that it just was a good vibe. And one thing I don't like, because I deal with a lot of loss in my life. Sad to say.
Yeah, me too, bro.
I don't like being in a room full of people trying to act like they okay.
Right.
And that's usually where you at right after the thing happens. When there's a bunch of people sitting around trying to pretend. And I don't like that.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather just separate myself. So I like the energy that we had a few days later when we was all able to get together with clear heads and know the purpose and not be so confused about what the process was going to be. It's handled. Now we here.
Right.
And we had a beautiful day for it. So I just want to shout out Mom, Dad, and all the people that made that come together. Like I said, Tanisha, from Brotherly Grub food truck. Y'all probably know her. She's a legend uptown with that food truck in Center City also. But yeah, it was a good day. It was a good day. Thanks to everybody that served, all the cooks, the bartenders. Shout out my little cousin Bryce, yo. I had spoke, my sister had spoke, and I got a cousin named Bryce. He's 15 and he's really shy and timid acting, right? He got up there, he introduced himself well. He spoke about his relationship with my uncle, even though it was limited in time, right? And then he said his favorite character, he said his name, and then he said a quote that was so fitting to the situation. We all looking like, oh man, he killed that. Like I think you won, young boy. So shout out to Bryce and shout out to my pop, because he always do what he do. He's damn near Richard Pryor in his head. So it's always interesting to see him with a mic in his hand. It's great timing. Kay, anything you want to add to that before I move on?
No, I think you caught it all.
All right, so fast forward to Saturday. So Saturday, you got any pictures or anything? No?
No.
We don't have a... Okay. Saturday, we were in a blessed position to witness the union between Eve and Epiphany. Now, Hippolyte is their last name, I believe is the way you pronounce it.
Yeah.
Eve is our good friend and my little sister, Rhythm HB. So let's make some noise for that, man.
Let's go. Shout out to Black Love.
Shout out to it, man. Shout out to them. Two people that have always been great to me and mine, you know. No matter who we have them around, introduce them to. It's smiles, it's love, it's energy.
For sure.
HB is one of the most incredible talents that I've ran across in his recent years of doing music in the city, which is ironic because she not from the city, which means we had to travel to go to the wet.
Right.
And it poured that day, but
yes, it did.
It stopped raining off and on at the perfect times to not ruin the day type of thing. And we was indoors.
As soon as you said you was leaving, I seen that shit start coming down. I was like, yo, be careful out there.
I was on the highway I never been on before, and it was coming down. I couldn't see shit.
Oh, man. I couldn't see out my window. I already know.
But I've been there before. That's wild.
Oh, it's crazy.
So, anyway, like I was saying, so, the weather was beautiful. I'd rather let Kay give a little more detail on the actual happenings of the wedding. But one thing I will say, it was a damn natural hair show.
Oh, absolutely.
It was a women and men. If you was a black man in that building and you didn't have locks, you was bald headed, and that's a fact. It's not one person that did, and everybody locks was beautiful in different styles. Updos, the women had type styles I never seen before in a couple classics.
Okay.
So I definitely want to shout out our community embracing natural hair and showing them what this love is that we got right here, man. We can do a lot with it, man. It looking like a lot to y'all, but it's light to us. Right. My neck's strong. Come from a family full of strong necks. Well, go ahead.
You gotta chill with that joke.
It's a throwback joke.
I'm not gonna get you, but
know comedy,
I know
you
the
know
bull
that's
red,
an old
the
joke.
light skin dude. Yeah.
Cool. All right, cool. Go ahead.
But the way you said it at first was crazy.
Go ahead, Kay. So you break it down though.
Oh man. So shout out to Rhythm HB and Epiphany. The ceremony was beautiful.
Gorgeous.
I mean the venue itself was also gorgeous, and there was great service all night. I think each table had like 2 people attending to it. It was crazy.
Wow.
The bar was on point, pouring heavy.
Yeah, my first drink
heavy.
was a quadruple. I was like, okay, I'm not coming back here.
Yeah.
Then I went back.
They had a draft espresso martini machine, but unfortunately my espresso martinis didn't seem to have very much liquor in them, so I stayed pretty sober.
She had like 5 drinks and was looking at me like this. I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
Wait, do that again for the camera. What was I looking at him like?
Like, what's wrong with you? Everybody lit.
I never had an espresso martini. How was that?
Oh, it's my favorite drink.
Oh, okay.
By far.
Also, I want to add real quick that the people in there were awesome. So many people hugged me for the first time in my life.
Yeah.
Whether it was because she was introducing me or
Right.
because they knew about
Who you are.
in relation to her.
Yeah.
And a lot of people thank me for holding her down in the city because her family's not up here with her.
Right.
And that felt good. It felt
Right.
good.
Mhm.
It felt good. That was nice.
Like she's in good hands.
Shoot, first white man I seen at the table said, he said, "How you doing?" He said his name. I said, "Sam." He said, "Sipping with Sam. I know you are. You're all over the internet."
Yep.
I said, "I know exactly who you are."
Yep.
They was at the table. They was like, "You know he does the music." He's like, "That's Sipping with Sam." I said, "He knows exactly who I am." Shout out to the homie. He was cool. He was
For
at my
sure,
table.
bro. It's always good to get love like that, man. Recognition.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
had a few of those moments that night. It was interesting.
The whole table was dope, though. We were sitting with the coworkers, so that was cool. They were nice. Nice
That's
little
cool. Y'all
casual
is coworkers.
conversation. Right, exactly.
But
Think
that's
about
the
it.
thing. When they said they worked with her, I said I'm on the music side
Right.
because I work with her too.
Right.
That's how they got music before they got personality or media or anything like that out of me. Because I've said that first. Like, no, I work with her too on that
Right.
side.
Exactly.
Her second job or first, I don't know how she prioritizes. I'm
one
sure that
thing-
one is paying more bills.
Right.
One thing about this crowd, as soon as the ceremony was over, the dance floor was lit.
Oh, man.
And it stayed lit for the entire night. Like, there was not one song that the dance floor was dry.
But you know how you knew it was coming? Because when the bride and the bride were doing their first dances, they was doing turn up. Like it was getting crunk in there. You like, oh, it ain't going back.
Right.
Like
It's
all the
really
slow
up from
songs, Dance with My Father again. That's over.
there. It's over.
That's over.
All the slow shit over.
Yeah,
with.
man. We might play what's the name 8 times in a row.
What?
They not like us. Like it might be
Oh,
one of
man.
them nights. Like
Did they play This Is How We Do It?
no, I don't think so.
Most weddings play that song.
You know what's funny? I was trying to remember some stuff off the playlist, and I really don't remember much. I remember going crazy during a reggae set and a old school set. I remember having too much fun. I remember party walking and all that. But the DJ was great. To add to that, we killed the photo booth. Me and Kay tore the photo. You know how the timer be running so fast, you don't be having no plans. One of them joints look stupid.
Yeah, you ain't got no pose.
All our joints looked official, man. Looked like we meant to be there. You know what I'm saying? So we killed the photo booth.
Speaking of you dancing, you know your knee messed up. You don't want to do that.
You funny as hell, yo. My knee messed up. I don't want to do that.
Oh, that's cool.
Check you out.
That's so decent.
Listen to the
You
rapper.
guys are nice.
Anyway, so
I'm a complex individual, man. What the fuck?
one thing that was fire to me was after the initial ceremony, they had went back the bridal party and everything, right? And I was walking out to the car to walk out to the car real quick, and I seen HB, and she's going into this doorway with everybody else, and I'm like, superstar. She turned around, she realizes me, and she starts pushing. No, I gotta see my big bro. That's big bro, and she hugged me so hard and thanked me so much for being there.
Yeah.
And it's like she almost ain't know I was. You knew I was coming, but she acted like she didn't know if I was coming or not. Like it was like real excitement.
Right.
So
that's great.
That felt good because it takes something to get somewhere, and we did go through travel and whatever, and we had traveling mercy. We was good, but it's all worth it because if I wasn't there, I would hate to have the opposite feeling, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? So shout out to my little sis, man.
Definitely shout out Rhythm HB.
God bless you guys, Union. Thanks for letting us. Not in my mic. Thanks for letting us be a part of it.
Hate you.
It was a very nice event, but it wasn't. It might have been 9-10 tables in there, so it wasn't a whole lot of people. And you talking about family?
I had counted. It was 9 tables of 8.
You
So
talking
72.
about family and coworker table.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
to be one of the few people that was not family that was there is a blessing.
The
I mean, we
biggest-
are family, but I wasn't born with her.
The biggest circles are small.
Yeah, but it was an awesome energy, man. I met her
Yeah.
god brother, and as soon as she introduced me to him, he just hugged me. He's a big guy too. I got a picture with him. With
I
the
met
hair,
her best friend from high school.
He grabbed me. I'm like, oh, what's up, homie? Like, and I
Felt
told
like
him he
Chris
was fly.
Tucker and
No, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. It was like
That's how you said it. Like he was a
no,
big
it
guy
was like
too.
you my brother's boy. It was like that, like.
Yeah.
All right, up, we
Yeah.
good. But it was love because it was for the gay. He didn't want to shake my hand. He said, "Oh, you her brother, me too."
Yeah.
And that type is like her mom. I just was actually texting with her, telling her because she had a picture of her and her mom. And her mom looked beautiful that night. Her dress was dope. Her hair was all that. She looked happy. And we saw her about a photo booth. And she grabbed me and hugged me and thanked me. She was one of the people that thanked me. And I'm just looking at it and I'm like, she doesn't have to know, but I was just so happy that she had such a good energy around how her day was going and how she felt about, you know, whatever the hell I've been able to do for HB.
Right.
But I was like, she was just so sweet. So I just appreciated that because she had a lot going on. Everybody was talking to her.
Yeah.
Everybody was spinning her in circles. And her sister too, right?
Mm-hmm. That was her
HB's
sister
was
too.
over there and
With the her hair was amazing.
Yeah,
she
she
had
had
the
the
bantu knots.
with,
Yeah.
with the long strands hanging.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but
She has locks, but she had them like tied up in a little.
The
two
knots
balls.
in front,
and
yeah,
then-
like
yeah,
on
but she
Black
had four
Panther.
going.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It looked
Yeah.
really cool.
Especially to have it with an elegant gown on.
Mhm.
It looked
She
like we
killed
was
that.
like we was home. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a good look. Like,
Right.
It was fly. Like I said, man, so many nice hairstyles in there that night.
Definitely.
That's dope.
It was amazing.
HB looked amazing. Epiphany
hair-
looked amazing.
HB did hair jewelry for the first time, right?
That's cool.
And it was fly, but she was like, you know, you don't know. Like,
Like how I'm rocking
She
it.
like, I tried it for the. I'm like, you bodied that.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
come
yeah,
on,
yeah,
man, this shit wet and go all out.
Yeah, right,
Do your
right,
thing.
right.
And she just posted her hairdresser in her story, and her hairdresser seems super excited for her stylist. So all of that is just fly to me. You know what
super.
I mean?
Shit, that's a big promo thing too. Like for people that do all of those things, like hair,
Yeah.
jewelry,
If somebody call
stylists,
you for
all
their
that.
wedding, you the shit.
Yeah.
You the
Facts.
shit. I don't even care if you the last minute barber boy. We can't call the bullshit barber boy at the last minute. We gonna have to pay a stack to get him to come cut everybody.
Facts.
It is what it is.
Because them pictures is gonna last forever.
And you know about that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yo, bro, listen, you got at least 800. Just get here, bro. I got a couple cousins that need a shapey too. You gonna be alright.
I know how it be for sure.
No, but God bless their union once again. And like I said, man, just my caption was blessed to be a witness.
And just to break the
Which is
stereotypes.
an oxymoron for us, but you know what I mean.
Right, fix.
Just to break the stereotypes, they were together like 9 years before they ended up tying the knot. So this is
Yeah, that's
really
how me and mine's
beautiful
gonna
to
be.
see. Yeah, really beautiful to see them, really grow together and become such great partners for each other.
And
so.
HB got choked up when she was saying her part of the vows because they said their own vows.
Mm-hmm.
Because she got to the point where she was saying that she met Epiphany at the lowest part of her life.
Mm-hmm.
And anybody that knows what it's like to be on the floor mentally or whatever have you, and to have somebody that understands and that you can roll with, even like sometimes that doesn't become your mate or your wife or anything. Sometimes it's just somebody that you meet with the energy that you needed in the time. The fact that, like you said, 9 years later we was watching them glowing all night, so excited, so happy, and free with it. Like it wasn't stuck up. Like everybody was loose in there, including the bride.
Yeah.
You know.
Added to that, I think like I hate to see when people put like time stamps and like schedules on like things that
When you
happen in
supposed to do
organic
shit.
life. You know, so
Right.
you know people say like, oh, you're supposed to get married the first 2-3 years, and it's like no,
I never seen
you're
that.
not. You know what I'm saying? You never seen that?
I've never seen where that is a valuable rule of thumb.
You got
Like-
it's like in women conversations, it'd be like if a man don't
It
marry you
ain't
by
make-
the second or third year,
He
like
wasting your time.
yeah, like
What
that
is you
type of
doing?
shit.
He's
Yeah,
never gonna do it. He already know if he wants you by then.
facts.
Those
It'd be
things
like
aren't
that.
true.
It's not.
And the thing about relationships, everything's built on foundation. If me and you, as my mate, have to figure out a way to get this apartment or this house that we want, to both have cars so that we could I could work an extra job.
Right.
I could make some moves and you have a car. I don't have to break things to go get you and pick you up. There's little things that are really big in the scale of things because they
Facts.
become things that you have to pay for every month.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not going nowhere. And then you have to figure out how much you want to spend on that day.
But this is the thing though, people get lost in the day when the
And they pay for
marriage
it.
is in a relationship.
They pay for the day for the next 5 years and get divorced in 3.
Yeah, like that's the crazy shit.
Like,
People be so worried about just doing that one thing. That's a ceremony that's for really a celebration for you and everybody else. The bond is the bond. You know what I mean?
and as far as this couple, because I won't give their personal details, but I've seen them move from inner city to outside the city, upgrade. I've seen them have a car that was giving them headaches, and now they got some sexy shit. I ain't gonna put it out there, but it's fly.
I seen it.
You know what I mean? I've
Yeah.
seen all the way up until the way they did things the way that worked for them, and dare to say the right way.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because
Right.
no way is absolute, but that was the right way for them. So it was the right way.
Everybody
I'm-
way ain't gonna work for
And
everybody.
I'm proud of them. And
Yeah,
I don't
me
want to
too.
spend too much time because I know they like, all right, stop talking about me.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But I love my little sister and I'm proud of her. And I'm just excited to see that she's going to the next phase. This is another thing checked off the list. So now they can get to the rest of what they want to do. And
Absolutely.
that's exciting. That's
Excited
exciting
for
as
black
hell.
love.
Excited to see.
Love, period.
Yeah, man. Good energy, man. Good energy. Let's do this for them.
Give him a big hand.
Let's do this for them, man. Damn, that was good. That was good. I like that. That felt good. Now you know
No
what we
Diddy.
got. You know what we. No, I should wait for the crowd.
No Diddy.
I should wait for the crowd.
You said that was good. That felt good. I like that.
all of the above.
That was real crazy. It's
All
cool
of the
though.
above. No
It's
pause,
cool.
bro. All right, cool. Okay, you got somewhere you want to go from there? Well, Sunday, nothing, right? Angel Reese versus
Yeah, Angel Reese
Caitlin
versus
Clark.
Fever and
Fever in Chicago.
I seen Angel Reese with Lil Durk and G Herbo recently.
I was
That's
just talking
crazy.
about that when you came in.
Well, since we're talking about Angel Reese, I might as well switch to her because we didn't really do anything else on
Yo.
Sunday besides watch TV.
All right,
That's
real
her
quick,
name,
real
so.
quick. The way he say while you pulling up the graphic, niggas need better tent in them Teslas. She got that long.
It's not the sneaky
Bro,
link.
you cannot miss
Not the
her.
sneaky
She's
link
6'5"
vehicle.
with the
Right.
skinny head.
You gotta tell that. I'm sorry. You gotta tell her to sit in the back and lay
No,
down.
yeah, lay your seat back like my homeboys do. Like, just chill.
Right.
Just take the
Put your
ride.
feet
baby.
on the,
You ain't gotta look out the window.
Yeah.
Look at the ceiling. I'm put the lights on the ceiling for you.
Yo, did you see that thing that Dirk had on when he performed at the halftime show?
The oversized poncho looking thing.
That shit looked like a fucking shawl.
It didn't look like a shawl. It looked like an oversized. It looked like something that was Native American or Native, I like to say, that they tried to make Balenciaga.
Why do niggas get rich and start wearing shit that they wouldn't wear when he was broke?
Because when you got every fucking thing and every rich nigga can get all the same shit you can get,
You gotta
start
wear
trying
something
to do
different. Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
And when you're on stage, you wear shit to stand out because good or bad, it has to start a conversation. You don't want to wear nothing at a halftime show or at a big time
That
concert
doesn't start a conversation.
that doesn't start a conversation.
Okay, that makes
I
some
bought
sense.
certain sneakers just because I know that
He was gonna talk about
it
him.
would draw attention,
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I get that.
and I only try to wear them on stage, literally.
Just don't expect me to start wearing shawls and fishnets and.
No,
You know
but
what I
see,
mean? I ain't with none of that. I just
your
want y'all to know.
different could be you. You might decide I'm only wearing black and white for the rest of my fucking next 5 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And niggas might be like, yo, this nigga don't know that colors exist. But you might be like, man,
Just
I
to
don't
make
feel
y'all
like...
say something.
And billionaires got the same color pants, the same color shirts, the canes. They don't think about what they wearing. So if everything
Right.
you got is black and white, it make your morning easier.
I'm gonna make my own color, like who?
You gonna get a hue like Jay-Z blue.
Not Jay-Z blue. I'm gonna throw some shit.
You gonna get a hue.
Throw some colors together that I like.
You
and
gonna
then-
get a hue.
Yeah, and then wear some clothes.
Are you ready?
By the way, these seats are empty and they should be full soon. But I'm just gonna announce that now.
Where your ass is at?
Just in case they listen.
Where your ass is at? Nah.
So I just wanted to give the folks an update on Angel Reese because we did mention her going for a record, or not intentionally, but was going for a record as of last week. So Angel Reese has extended her double-double
Streak.
streak.
Mm.
She is now at 8 games, which makes her
Damn.
amongst only 2 others in WNBA history.
Mm.
I believe. Hold on, let me find their names. I said them yesterday, but I can't remember now. But anyway, so
8 games, double doubles is crazy.
exactly in a row. In a row.
And I don't think she's gonna slow down because like the formula is there. She's playing the kind of basketball she needs to play.
Yeah.
You know how like while you looking for that, in high school, when I was in high school, mind you, times have changed. When you
course.
was a power forward, if you could average 12 and 10, you was gonna get a D2 look at least.
Yeah.
You might could go D1 depending on how you was built.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But you could
'cause
be
you're reliable.
undersized. But if that's what you gonna bring every night, you
Yeah.
can get a look.
You're reliable for them points and them rebounds.
Yep.
You need that.
And we gonna put something on you that should up that a little bit,
Mhm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But now they're not taking on so many projects as they used to. But there was a time where that alone. So when you could score 15 or better and 10 or better, as a rookie or a freshman or whatever, them good numbers, bro.
Now
Every night.
Now these fours is getting assists,
Every
shooting
night,
baskets,
yup.
shooting jumpers, and all this shit. So it's crazy.
Yeah, there's like you said, assists. They coming up wiggling. Oh, excuse me. Pardon me.
Shout out to my nephew. I'm trying to get him on that type time. He gonna be
nice.
This boy is 11. He 5'9".
Sylvia Fulls and Candace Parker.
Right. I knew it was Candace, but I knew I didn't know the other name, so I waited for you to find them.
Yeah.
I knew it was Candace, and congratulations on your retirement, Candace, and all your success, man.
So, shout out to Angel Reese on that.
Yeah, man. Big things. And they pulled that W off against Indiana, and that was a tight game, and they was down.
And
late in the game.
Honestly, that was probably Angel Reese's best game to date in the WNBA.
Her confidence looked a little different. She started making them faces again like she did when we met her.
Wait, she about to drop an album or something?
Who knows?
It say Angel Reese Records. Oh,
no, because she's going for the record.
Stop, yo. Don't be a rapper all the time,
Nah,
bro.
I'm trolling. Let me stop.
Really?
Don't be a rapper all the time, bro.
I'm playing, bro. It's a fucking joke, sir. It's entertainment, right?
So
I'm a personality.
Be a rapper all the time. You know I can't even talk like that and be serious.
Right.
Niggas will be like, what the fuck, bro?
You the same motherfucker that be having conversation with people that bust out into a verse that complements the conversation. You know what Hov said. You know what Styles said. You know what Kiss said.
So.
And then you be like, damn.
While we're talking about the WNBA, I wanted to bring up something else that is kind of a growing conversation, both online and just in general, about the WNBA. Now that there's a lot more eyes that are tuning in, people are starting to question whether the women in the WNBA have the same level of technique that some of the men in the NBA display, or that they should have just to create elite basketball. And this is something we see a lot when we watch the games. Some of the women, even, the stars that we talk about on a regular basis, like Angel Reese, Cordova, even Caitlin Clark sometimes, do different things with their shooting technique, or particularly when they're, down in the paint, things just don't look as smooth and effortless as some of the guys make it look. So I wanted to bring this up and get your opinion on what you think is going on there, and if you think this is just part of women's sports for basketball, or if this is something that is going to change now that we have more eyes on the sport itself.
I think that it's two-sided, right? I want to start it off because I want to explain both sides, so y'all can give me y'all opinion. For the basketball purists, most basketball purists love women's basketball and WNBA basketball because fundamentally they play the game better. Right. Overall. Overall, it's a better fundamental game. It is basketball. It's not so much leniency in calls so that we can get excitement around a certain player or a certain moment or whatever. So now they're going to get into those territories, and we'll see how they handle them. But there wasn't that before. But now, the way that more eyes are on it, and these girls are getting so much attention, and the men are coming in younger and more skilled, you start seeing a lot of the bigger girls in the WNBA, the ones with the names, when they get fouled, they react like they don't even flop. They flop and say, fuck, throw the ball up.
Right.
They just throw it.
Right.
If you look at Angel, had a great game the other night. What she had, 25?
Against the Fever, she had 35.
35. A lot of those baskets, bro, they are bumping each other, and she's just flicking the ball to the rim. It's not even real shots.
Right.
And she's not the only one. Cordova does it more than her.
I seen it, but they be fouling her on breaks and shit.
But when do you fight through a foul and try to get an and one?
Right. Exactly.
When do you, you're not guaranteed to get the call. You see what I'm saying? So it gets frustrating because we see the intensity, we see them bumping each other, we see them choke slamming each other, then it's like, yo,
choke slamming is crazy.
Yeah, well, that's part of basketball. But then the thing is, like, yo, why her drop step isn't more aggressive, and why doesn't she lead in a way that's conducive to finishing as opposed to getting fouled and hoping that the ball goes in, right?
Yeah, I hate when people do that.
And it's what you see a lot of, and like you see it in the guards too. You see the guards just throwing themselves around sometimes.
Luka do that shit a lot.
And you see it in men's. But I think that it's a double-edged sword. It's one of those things where I said Cordoza, I said Caitlyn, and I said Angel because those are the names that everybody's talking about. But I've said it about plenty of players, right? So maybe with those three, since they're all new to the league, and the league started so quick after the tournament, maybe they need to get that real tutelage.
Yeah.
But on some levels, it's like to be a big girl, especially in the WNBA, to play in the post, you just got to be big and willing to bang. Because getting your jump shot, your little 15-footer, your 10-footer, your elbow extended tight, and making sure when you go to the cup, you're aggressive,
right?
Like trying to finish.
Yeah, really trying to finish and not just trying to get a foul.
Seems like an
that's
afterthought.
the worst. Yeah,
Seems like an afterthought. And I don't want to bash the ladies because they're still playing great basketball.
No, not at
that
all.
game was exciting as hell. But there was plenty of plays where like my coaching brain kicked in, and I'm like, come on, yo.
Yeah.
Come on, yo. You gotta fight through that one, yo. Follow through. Like, show me that was a shot.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
But you
do
really
that.
tried.
Yeah. Like, you said your nephew 11. They do that.
Right.
They get around the hoop and go, whoop. And not your nephew, but in his age group.
Right.
Right? That's what they do. The ones that's there to get their little 4 points, they gonna grab that thing and fling it.
Yeah, facts. Facts. And when they catch it on the outside on the spot up, they gonna nail that joint.
Yep. It's crazy. So it is what it is. But what you think, Kay?
No, I think you brought up an interesting point that a lot of times we're hearing this on the other side of fouls. And that also points out, the ongoing conversation that we've been having about physicality in women's basketball. And I do think that overall, if you look at,
or worse.
Right, I think overall, if you look at a women's basketball game, there is more contact than a lot of men's basketball games, especially if we're not talking about playoffs.
I think that's interesting. You might be right.
And I don't mean that, like, obviously men get hurt. There are times where physical contact happens regularly in men's games, especially in the playoffs. But
in a regular season, not
in a
so
regular
much.
season game,
In a regular season, there's 3 or 4 suspects.
exactly.
Usual suspects.
Well, I think that's because the players in the WNBA is hungrier than the NBA players.
I think you're right.
I'm not mad
they
at
get
it.
paid a lot less.
I'm not
You know what
mad at
saying?
it. Yeah.
And like they want to play as best as they can, so to be a star. You know what I mean? To get that look and get them endorsements and
shout out to
next
Asia
level.
Wilson. I just saw her logo
You know,
for her new shoe.
Women is still kind of.
Oh, that was supposed to be one of my topics tonight. I
under
completely
bar.
forgot.
You know what I mean? With the NBA, so it's like they grinding. That's just like shit. You know how many performances I watch with all types of stars, rappers, like big name rappers. You ever see a big name rapper go perform at like one of the craziest shows? Like they probably break a half a sweat. Like niggas just be on the stage.
I know what you mean.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you
Vibing
mean.
real cool.
I know what you mean.
Yep.
Let the crowd do half the shit. You know what I'm saying?
I had a partner.
Versus us, we gonna go snap. You know what I'm saying? Be drenched. I know I am.
I am too.
You know what I'm saying?
I know a partner I had one time, and I'm telling him, like, bro, you gotta stop not saying your words.
Right.
Because, some shit we ain't gonna say. Some shit is a breathing thing. You got a hype man, maybe or maybe not, whatever have you. But he was like, bro, X and them don't be saying all they words. This was years ago, before X passed, rest in peace, X. He was like, they don't be saying all they words. I'm like, the crowd know the song. So sometimes them niggas get layups, but Busta don't take no shows off.
Right.
5 million. He don't take no shows off, right? So it's like, it's a mentality thing. It's like, sometimes you might be the swag boy. The song might be that big. But that should be that one song that's your breathing break. It shouldn't be your whole set. You know what I mean? If it's a Ja Rule joint, your kiss, your eyes are. Let them sing that. But then come to me with the
With the bars.
Yeah, and give it up when that term come around.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I mean? Like, you got to pick your spot. It's showmanship. And we're going to get into a big show in a little bit. I just want to make sure we get at least one more of our co-hosts here before we get into that. Because I'm sure that it's something that everybody wants to give their opinion on.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Not
So
like us.
I'm being fair.
like
But
us.
definitely think that K made some great points.
I'm about to start crip walking and shit. Like, y'all with that?
I mean,
Can I do it on camera right now real quick and see if I can get this shit off?
You can do whatever you want. And I'm gonna tag all the West Coast homies. I'm gonna make sure they see it, and I'm gonna tell them I'm bringing you out there. What's up?
You stupid as shit.
You know I got a West Coast trip coming. I gotta go.
Me too. I'm with it. Let's go.
What's up, Kay? You said
I gotta shoot a video for Agua.
No, I was just trying to get back to the topics. That's all.
Oh yeah, we ain't shit.
Like, can y'all shut the fuck up so we can get back to the topic?
We have a lot of topics tonight, so I want to make sure that we cover most of sports before too many other folks get here.
I was about to say part of what's good about not having everybody here is we can go through the early ones fast.
Oh, wrong topic.
Right.
All right. So, something that we've been kind of hinting at, and so has a lot of sports media, is that JJ Redick was just announced as the new coach for the Lakers. What's interesting about this?
Yes, sir.
And I don't even know if I'm excited, but I'm gonna just congratulate him because I'm a Laker. I'm a Laker.
JJ does not does not have any expressed coaching experience. However, we do know JJ from the basketball world, of course, as a player, first and foremost, but also as an analyst.
Somebody gotta use that cup.
And he also has a podcast with LeBron where he goes very in-depth about the game of basketball, going through film and really calling out certain technique and game play decisions.
Very boring if you're not a damn near coach level or super duper athlete.
Yes.
It is a lot, yo. It's up there. It's up there, yo.
So,
sheesh.
A lot of folks are thinking that this decision by the Lakers management to make JJ Redick the head coach comes with the understanding that it will also ensure that LeBron James sticks around as a Laker through his free agency.
It's a lot of narratives.
I wanted to first get your opinion on JJ being named the head coach, but then also get your thoughts on that LeBron context.
As far as JJ Redick becoming a new head coach, we know JJ has the brain for coaching. But we know no matter how good a coach is, experienced or not, it's about fit. It's about continuity with the situation. Chemistry and stuff like that. And one thing for sure, two things for certain. The Lakers is damn near the hardest job to start out with, to even figure that out with, because of the lights, the paychecks, the superstars, the front office. Everybody in the front office is a star. We know all of them. Genie and everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be in that building and not be somebody. So it's a lot to undertake. But I think that Brian doing, let's take all of the conspiracy theory out of it, right? Brian doing a podcast with him showed that Brian had a certain amount of respect for his basketball acumen and knowledge. Right? Said that he respected him on that level. For all we know, he might have been auditioning while he was on camera. Who knows? To be the coach. But if you do want LeBron to stay, LeBron has showed that he likes this guy.
Right.
He showed other coaches that he likes that's not available right now, not coming here right now.
Right.
Not getting Tyronn Lue. You're not getting my man from Miami. Like, it's not happening. Right? So I feel like it's going to be what it's going to be, and we're used to LeBron coaching on the floor and GMing in the back office in the background. That's what it's always been.
The underboss.
It's always been. He black hand. He the black hand. But when you are a star of a certain magnitude, when you can make Cleveland build 30 hotels,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, bro.
What you gonna say?
Like, it is what it is.
He can't do this.
Make him happy.
Yep.
This nigga will go and do a movie and say, fuck that paycheck, bro. He gonna write it, direct it, and then get somebody to give him a big ass check for it.
Yeah, thanks.
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah,
like, we not talking about your average athlete. We talk about a real businessman and a super athlete because of the amount of time and attention he's been able to garner and how he's handled. He's had attention since 13. Y'all been building an NBA playing around LeBron since he's 15 years old.
The nigga is a cyborg, bro.
You know they say they gonna be out by 2025.
What, cyborgs?
Yeah, the
robots.
Tesla gonna have them out. You ain't
I
see the
seen
joint where they had the robot
joint.
shooting the car?
No, I seen the joint. They was talking to him.
They put a whole machine gun in the robot head. One of the robots handed to the other robot. He grab it, look at the Tesla truck, and air that joint out.
In the chat,
Terrence
says hello.
Terrence, what up? What up, Terrence? But what's your take on this? Okay.
To be honest, as I'm not necessarily a Lakers fan, so I don't really care too much who their head coach
I knew you was
is.
about to say you ain't care. Savage life.
That being said,
I feel that way too.
I appreciate the fact that they are giving somebody, like, at the end of the day, this is a huge opportunity. And to give that to somebody who hasn't coached before is kind of mad.
Yeah, like, where's Mark Jackson?
Yeah, so
Where's Sam Cassell?
I feel like there was probably someone else who was more qualified, maybe at, you know, who had been coaching at the collegiate level, or who could have been available, who could have filled this role in a better way. But I really feel like they're putting all their eggs in one basket, in the LeBron basket. And, you know, I hope that works out for them.
Well, let's be clear about one thing that we do know, right? Publicly, LeBron said that he told the team, don't pick a coach for me, pick for the future. Right? Now, we know that sounds asinine when you're LeBron and we want to keep you.
Right.
But he has said that. But in hindsight, they make a LeBron, quote-unquote, pick. Right?
Right.
So that's kind of interesting, too, no?
Yeah.
Bandana Dan said, it's a shame LeBron's jersey will probably end up in the Staples Center rafters. He'll never look right in that jersey to me.
Wow.
They picked the exact LeBron coach.
I like your input. I ain't mad at it.
Yeah, I ain't mad at it.
LeBron earned the jersey. If you want a ring for the Lakers, and it's you, and I know AD hit the shot, but it was a lot of them and a lot of AR-15. Shout out my man Austin Reeves.
Yeah.
That got it done in the bubble. Regardless of the asterisks, it's
That's a dope nickname.
AR-15, his name and his jersey just lined him right up. It's like, oh, black
See,
people like you now.
Do you think that JJ is going to be an AR-15 fan, though? Because JJ and AR-15 were somewhat similar players in the NBA, right?
Let's not forget how the playoffs went. AR-15 is now a chess piece. He will be moved around the league at will.
Right.
As much as I love him, he didn't really show up.
That's what I'm saying.
And he's about to be expendable.
That's what
Not
I'm saying.
because he's not a great player. I think he's awesome and he's super early in his NBA career, right? But, like, these are the Lakers. We see a lot of people killing in the playoffs for the last 10 years that used to be Lakers.
Right.
Like,
Thanks.
they don't wait for you.
Yeah.
They don't wait for you.
And I particularly feel like having, you know, there's a lot to be said about having a player coach in general.
Absolutely.
Especially a player coach with a lack of coaching experience.
But nowadays, coaches need to be more player coaches than ever, which means not that they've played before, but that the players relate to them. These old men barking orders at millionaires is out the window.
But if I could finish,
My bad.
I think having a
Technically, right.
player coach, particularly having JJ, when you are Austin Reeves, is not necessarily a good thing. I think that, you know, JJ is going to be particularly hard on him. He's probably going to see a lot of himself in Austin Reeves. And I think that might not be the best coach for Austin Reeves in this particular moment in his career. So I would not be surprised if he ends up on a different team.
I'm going to miss you, AR.
Come playoffs next
My
year.
guy, yo. He exciting. He got some shit with him.
Yeah,
like, he
yeah.
been outside.
You talking about Austin Reeves, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to miss that guy, man. if they let him go.
I mean, hey, that's just my take.
But it's sports. I tell people all the
give,
time, your favorite team can switch cities. Like,
He
It's
gives
sports.
Like Jason Williams, Mike Bibby vibes.
yeah, couple dudes I could relate it to. But what it is instant energy, and when he has a bad game, he has a bad game. It's not based on who's in front of him. He don't see no like, you know what I mean?
Right.
He ain't got no fear in his heart.
Yeah.
And I like that about him. I
Can't
like
intimidate.
dogs.
Yeah.
I like dogs. So I love AR right now because I know 2 years from now, this motherfucker, man,
Yeah.
whew, healthy.
How
man.
many years he been in the league now?
2 or 3? 3 or 4?
Yeah. I think he came in 2020 or right before 2020.
He came in a bubble, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 4.
I wanted to say he was either in the bubble or right before 2019.
Because he was I think he was overseas or G League before that.
Yeah.
I don't think he came straight from college.
I think you're correct.
Yeah. He
That's
went
how-
minor
that's how it
first or
went.
something like that. Yeah. But he came in.
Anything else that you wanted to say about the Lakers situation before we move on to new sport?
Anything about Bronny? Because I did just watch Rich Paul talk, and Rich Paul is debunking the whole thing that Brian said a long time ago about the Bronny situation, and you know, like that's not a reality right now. Bronny is out here on his own accord and merit, even though I'm pretty sure he's with Clutch Sports, but he's been with Clutch Sports since they started it.
Before we discuss that, there's another comment. Bandana Dan said, I don't know, JJ went from most lethal college player to learning how to be a role player. I think he could do well with AR. Okay.
You know what? That's valid.
That's valid, yeah.
That's valid, and I like it.
And
I thought he was going to go another way with that. I like it.
Bandana Dan is a Knicks fan. He said he wants his Knicks to draft Ronnie and hold him hostage until the Lakers overpay.
That's funny. I heard that. Look, man, who do you really want the Knicks to get? Because there's some free agents. Like I heard Bo Ball out there.
Honestly,
I heard Bo Ball wants to travel.
I think that right now
Paul George wanted to roll.
The Sixers and the Knicks have the most to gain in the offseason when it comes to free agency and signing new players. Both of our teams have a lot of room when it comes to our budget. So I think
Can you see Bobo on the Sixers?
it'll be
see Bo
interesting
Ball
to see
anywhere.
where folks end up and shake out.
It's
I
about
had
how
him
you
on
use,
a season joint on 2K. That shit was crazy.
it's about how you use him, and I think
Yeah.
like we don't use Reed and Mo Bamba enough already.
We got Mobamba?
Yes,
Damn. I had him on a team too. That's crazy. Like
nice.
I had him on my created season team.
Mo Bamba good.
That's manifestation.
Mo Bamba's just raw
I didn't
talent.
know he was over there.
He's raw talent.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
He could be shined up real good. Like,
Bandana.
He's an athlete.
Bandana Dan said Knicks need OG to come back. We also need
OG
Bojan.
trying to roll. OG about to get a big bag, yo.
We also need Bojan on a $200 million expiring contract.
I heard that. I'm not mad at that either, but I think OG gonna go get the paper and y'all not gonna give it to him because y'all looking to do something bigger that might supersede needing him. But I don't think he gonna stay. At least he gonna put y'all in a position to have to wiggle something. Like something gonna have to give. Y'all got to promise him something or something. No, seriously, because
Wiggle something was crazy.
if you watch the playoff run, we talked a lot about Jalen Brunson, and even though he had a couple cold nights, when OG was out there, man, OG showed his worth, man.
Absolutely.
Showed his worth.
Right.
I was hearing his name way too much. It was getting frustrated sometimes. You ever been in that position like, why he keeps, man, this nigga, he ain't even on the scouting report like that. He had one sentence on his scouting report. Damn. You know, all sides of the ball, he played 3 ways. No, but shout out to you and your Knicks, man. Good luck. But, you know, when you get to the finals, you got to see the Lakers. That's all.
And the Sixers are coming for you.
You heard him.
Sixers get Bobo and Mobamba? That's crazy. No,
They got to play him.
Nah,
Sixers-
I know, but they could play him like
We don't play
different
Mobamba as
drives.
much as we should, to be honest.
Right.
Don't even play Reed as much as you
No.
should, but Reed is the first option when you got to sit and beat.
But once we get Tobias out of here, it'll all be fine.
But Mobamba is defensive as hell though.
No, he is. He
Yeah.
is.
He's also a great
He's
offensive
fearless.
threat,
That's what I'm
though.
saying.
He's fearless on defense.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
He will
That's what we
hit his
would
head
need.
on the rim to block
Like
your
why if we had Mobamba and Embiid on the same lineup,
shit. I be
it's
saying
gonna
it
be
all
hard
the
to
time.
score against.
I've been saying all season, why y'all don't put Reed and Embiid in together? Why y'all don't put Mobamba and Embiid in? Why don't never give a twin tower look
I really
and
had
run
this
high?
team on my
Why not-
2K, bro.
Why
It's
not
crazy.
run? Why not run high lows a couple times just to fuck up the flow of a game to change the pace to your pace?
Right.
Because there's a lot of matchups where that's going to be efficient.
Only way a team gonna be able to score a lot against them would be at the perimeter at that point.
Y'all would have to run, and Maxie and them is running.
Yeah, fix.
Campaign is running.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm letting the youngins run.
Mm-hmm.
What we doing?
Cause they gonna get the boards.
It is what it is. It is what it is. You start playing to your strengths.
Yeah.
You cheat. You force them middle and you break.
Uh-huh.
What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
I be cherry picking all day. Good eating.
Right.
Cherry pies all night.
Layups. Everything. Is like this.
Cherry pies all
Everything
night.
is like this.
Hey, time to get freaky on this one. Are you serious?
What?
Cherry pies all night. all night, man.
That's
Shoot.
basketball talk, K.
Yeah, man.
But that was basketball talk.
But I used to play. No, I literally, in this side note, I played for an AAU team, and when we used to play against, like, they used to put us in other leagues to warm up for the AAU tournaments and stuff. They had games to play.
Right.
By the second half of them games, it used to be a dunk contest. It used to be like, yo, just go. I'm gonna throw it to you.
Right.
And it'd be your turn to get crazy, like.
Right.
But you had to get crazy because niggas is sacrificing letting you go so they don't go.
Right.
So you had to do your best dunk real quick.
Yeah, for sure.
But like that used to be fun. Us, wasn't nobody worried about getting 30. We up 30. Yep, you got 12. I got 12. You got 14. You got 18.
We passing the ball. We distributing.
We chilling.
Yeah.
Them games is fun, yo. Just let people get loose. Let the youngest run.
Right.
Let them run.
That shit turned into a fucking pickup game.
Real quick. And it don't matter because it's still on the record and we going to win. But anyway.
All right, let's move on.
Let's do it. Let's do it. One of my co-hosts should be here sooner.
You gotta chill, bro. That's like your third No Diddy, bro.
Oh, listen here.
On some real shit, bro.
Shout out to No Pause Bros.
You really gotta chill, like.
No Pause Sam.
No
Niggas gonna battle me like you be on SippinWitSammie saying some spicy shit.
Well, don't
like whoa. I never said that. He said it.
Yo, you know what's crazy? That would be fly. I'd be like, damn, niggas really fans.
Right.
You went to my shit?
So
I'll be talking shit on the battling platforms though.
The Paris Olympics are set to start very soon, coming up in the end of July through August 11th. And there's some drama happening over in Paris in terms of trying to get the city ready to go for the Olympic Games. So most notably, there is a channel in Paris that is supposed to hold all of the open water swimming events, including the triathlon. However, swimming has been banned in this channel for over 100 years due to high levels of pollution. In preparation for the Olympic Games themselves, Paris has been trying continuously to clean up this channel. But it has been met with resistance from some of the local residents, mad about the amount of money that is being spent towards this cause and not other things, threatening a poop protest, because ultimately the river is disgusting because of sewage. So the way that this channel works, once it gets above a certain point due to stormwater, sewage flows into the channel, much like over here in the Delaware River, where I also would not recommend swimming.
News you could use.
So Paris has been trying to clean this up. Most recent tests about a week ago show that the river is still too polluted to swim in, but Paris officials say that it will be ready come the Olympic Games. Additionally, also going on with the Olympics, there's been a lot of climate protesting at sporting events in recent months, and the Olympics are anticipating some climate protesting as well. To kind of counteract some of this protesting that they anticipate, they have taken a very deliberate look at climate use and carbon usage and just climate effects in general of the Olympic Games, what the carbon footprint is, and made very specific promises about what the Olympic Games standard will be moving forward to cut carbon emissions at least in half. Part of this plan includes not having air conditioning in the residences for the Olympic athletes. The U.S., of course, is not happy with this decision and will be bringing their own air conditioners. So, with all of this controversy in mind, I wanted to get your thoughts on the Olympics coming up, whether you think the channel will be ready in time. Would you swim in it knowing that it is sewage contaminated as an Olympic athlete? And how do you feel about not having air condition as an Olympic athlete?
You just gonna give me my angle that I was already going. Yo, you see how she led that? That was
nice.
crazy.
She mean.
Yeah, that was. I don't appreciate it. Anyway, that's my whole thing. After all this news about it not being clean enough and why it's not clean enough, and the fact that the people are fighting against cleaning it, take it off.
There we go.
Yeah.
So
Woo.
like,
Technical difficulties. My bad.
yeah, it's all good. But after all of that, like, I'm not swimming in that. Take it off the list. Like,
Yes.
I'm cool. Like, and
Super.
like, it's already hard enough to trust other countries doing certain things to the level that we used to, right?
Right.
So when it comes to the non-air conditioning thing, if they letting us bring air, we bring in air. Like, that is what it is. Like, we got to keep our athletes comfortable, and we might win a couple just because they got to sleep better the night before. We don't know. But as far as swimming in that channel, is you crazy?
Yeah.
I would never. Like, that's like telling me we gonna do something official and it's in a school kill. Like, why?
Fuck.
We ain't in a boat? No. Like, I'm not doing that. Like, that's crazy. But it's definitely disgusting. And it's crazy because this is the most romantic motherfucking place. And you want to be in the Louvre and at the Louvre and you want to be on the gondolas and all of that. And this shit is poop water.
Yeah, you tripping. I'm doing
Like,
that.
Paris, y'all not doing good. Y'all having the Olympics. Y'all should have figured this out 4 years ago.
Right.
Y'all announced Olympics 3 Olympics ahead of time.
How y'all got the Olympics joint? Y'all gotta have some money to fix that or something.
You see what they did to Atlanta when the Olympics came? You was young. Bro, my sister was in college out there. They cleaned everything up. They locked everybody up. They moved everybody off the streets. They put hotels up. It had Olympic stuff.
What year that was?
It's 96?
Yeah.
They had Olympic stuff up around the city way before it happened. And then they had SEPTA buses. When we had got the new SEPTA buses,
Right.
they had them first. I seen the SEPTA buses first in Atlanta. Because
Shit.
rented all these different buses for the Olympics. Like, it's a
Right.
big deal.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
For
big
sure.
deal. But this ain't shit that you start 2 years or the year up.
Yeah.
None of this.
Right.
All this stuff gotta be in motion before time. Like, they had the buses before we got the buses and found out we couldn't get the buses fixed.
Right.
Remember that?
Right.
Remember the place shut down and built the buses?
Yeah. Yeah.
Them buses.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So I'm just saying, Paris, y'all dropping the ball because the world is watching literally.
Facts.
And
World
this
is
is
definitely watching.
disgusting. This makes you start thinking about traveling, like, outside of the Olympics. Like, we really want to go to Paris? I heard it's shitty.
Literally.
You really want to go get sexy somewhere shitty?
Trying to get into a shitty situation.
You know we can get pasta damn near anywhere, right?
Wait. It's a situation.
It's a situation.
Oh my
You
god.
be out there situated.
Shout out Bandana Dan. He said, going back to the basketball we were talking about, Maxey is a crazy talent, but Embiid's needs are suspects. Window is closing fast on Embiid's run. I do not disagree. Then he said, throw the climate protesters in the river and ask them how it tastes. Two
Hey,
birds, one
yo.
stone.
That's
Climate
crazy.
protesters are
Give him
protesting
a
while
big hand for
Paris is trying to clean up the sewage in the canal. Tell them to put the signs down and put some gloves on. Yo,
Scooping the
Bandana Dan
pooping.
is on point.
Yo.
Now, with the Embiid needs thing, right, that just adds to the point we was making about putting another big out there with him. You take some of the load off of his plate,
Right.
and he's able to maybe last a little longer.
Facilitate, shoot
And
a
you
little
could,
bit.
a decoy is a motherfucker in sports.
Uh-huh.
Somebody that could get a bucket, but we don't, you gonna get one when we need him to.
Dish off.
What? Man, listen. Pump fake, right around your back. Dunk on your neck.
Boy,
Let them young men dunk.
he ain't hit that shot that whole time. As soon as you kick it to him, he gonna splash.
What do you say, Kay? You laughing at comments?
No, I'm laughing at you.
Oh, all right, cool. Just making sure. But no, as far as that, Paris,
I'd rather go to jail than to swim and shit. Like, I'm sorry.
Also, like, as someone who's lived in Europe, to act like you don't need air conditioning and it's just cool, it's fine in the middle of summer, is a freaking lie.
you heard that stunt, right? You heard, as someone who's lived in Europe, you heard that, right?
Yeah, that was cool.
Oh, all right, that was fly.
That was fire.
I said she lived a bunch of places. Before. I lived in a third world country. Like, all right.
Safia Rufin is laughing, and Bandana
Safia
Den
Ruffin is my cousin. Shout out cousin Safia.
Oh, my bad.
You just seen her today.
Oh, you right. And Bandana Dan said, I appreciate you reading my comments. I'm a basketball fan and track and field coach. How did I land on the perfect stream?
I heard that, man, because we do we even got Sha'Carri on the board? But shout out Sha'Carri Richardson, man.
She qualified.
Yeah, she qualified and she did that.
Yes.
She did that. And Mom and them, I seen a video with them reacting. That was fly. I always like to see the family, man.
Right.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
That's what we do it for.
All them practices, all them Gatorades, all that, man. All them spikes. Yeah, man, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Super.
Awesome. But no, I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you.
Yeah, definitely.
And one more sports-related topic before we really move on. Stephen A.
Stephen A getting that bread.
Man.
Stephen A is running up a bag. You hear me?
Bag of new.
Stephen A is in the process of contract negotiations. Rumors have recently come out that
Nice and cool in here.
ESPN has offered Stephen A $18 million a year, 5-year contract.
Whoa.
However, rumor also says that Stephen A is looking for something closer to $25 million a year. With that being said, what are your thoughts on whether Stephen A is going to still end up at ESPN?
It's this term my dad taught me a long time ago, and Cash is going to hate it. But it's called having them by the short hairs.
No, I don't hate it. I get it.
You know what the short hairs are?
Yeah.
The pubes. The painful ones.
Right, you ain't gotta say all
Got
that.
them by
Just
the
leave
nuts.
it. You ain't gotta see. You made it spicy. Cause the fucking term wasn't even that spicy. You just like put adobo, all kinds of shit on it.
Kayan!
Now listen.
Anyway.
let me go on this one real
Go
quick.
ahead. Do you think?
So, if he been where he been all this time, man, and they still want him, and it's like he can get more, go get that shit. You gotta understand, like Stephen A. I don't know how old he is, but he's not working at this point. I don't feel like he's working for himself anymore. I feel like he's working for the generational wealth of the people that he'll never meet.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
He's paid already.
Yeah, for sure. You know what I'm
Fair to
saying?
say.
So he gonna get exactly what he need to get at this point. It's no taking less and working towards. No, I'm Stephen A. Y'all.
And,
you know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna do it or y'all not?
And y'all just gave Shannon Sharp a big contract. And before that, I took a dip so that y'all can get talent and make sure the shit was situated. So now, this ain't the time to tell me, wait till the next one. You
No,
gotta
it's
give
my
me.
turn.
You gotta give me now for last time
It's my turn.
and for future consideration.
Back pay.
Like, make me happy so that the whole time that I'm sitting on this, I feel like I got a great relationship with y'all and I
Right.
want to be here.
Right.
Like, you gotta make me feel good,
Yeah.
so to speak.
Yeah.
You see what I'm
Facts.
saying?
Facts.
So, Stephen A, I think he's going to get. Whose phone is that?
No idea.
It's definitely not mine.
I
I think it's TikTok.
Oh, all right.
I think when TikTok sends us a notification, it makes that noise. But they didn't hear it that time. I had it on
says the
mute.
live
It was
about
just
to end on
us.
TikTok. Is that a thing? We ain't negotiating with them enough. But anyway, where's
So
we at?
whose phone is
We're
that?
on Stephen A still.
Yeah, but
Whose
I think
fucking
that
phone is that?
I think that this is one of them things where like just it's like quarterback negotiations at this point.
Mm-hmm.
He either gonna get 25 a year or 22. 22.5.
Man, get that
ain't
man
gonna-
what he asking for.
He ain't landing at 19 though. Y'all said it at 19. He know how to play the game.
Mhm.
His people was talking, and he put himself in an ideal position because if you haven't realized, when he started his YouTube platform and his podcast and all of that, he put himself in a real set. He built a real set for himself, and he's been trying to run them numbers up religiously for the last few months because he knew he had a contract negotiation coming up, and he has to be able to proof of concept.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I could do this over here. You know what I mean? And I could hire some of them and bring them over here.
Mm-hmm.
So we seeing other people doing it,
Right.
right?
Right.
So like, I just think that he's in a dope position, and salute to that brother. He earned it. He earned it. Like to even be discussing a black man that, and y'all just paid Pat McAfee
Mm-hmm.
all that chicken, and let him do what he want.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, yeah, I love to see it, man. I love that this is a be careful, bro.
Now, how much you want for this?
I'll order you one. Don't do that.
No, let me buy it.
No.
I'm just fucking with you.
But Yeah, cause we ain't
So
that was a gift.
Dan said, with social media platforms being able to sign contracts, media personalities can run it way up in negotiations.
Absolutely.
He also said, my take on Sha'Carri is this. Many of the greatest of all time have eccentric personalities.
Mm-hmm.
She channeled it and got the gold. Hands up.
Right.
You want a job, bro? Shit. You be putting them together like you put them. Oh, my nigga is in the building. The
Perfect.
getaway driver has arrived.
I'm in that building.
That is crazy. Y'all know that voice. Maybe y'all don't. It's been a while, man. But she used to be here. That's you right here.
That's my seat.
Yeah, man. Be a gentleman.
Get in there, Broski.
Be a gentleman. That's C-Cash, Sunny Brick. I don't know if y'all met before.
No, I know who you are, but I didn't.
We did today. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Whoops, sorry. Got a little brush in that drink.
Shut up, Victoria.
Sunny,
Twiggy, you know it's me. Cut it out,
the
okay?
sunniest of the bricks. Let's do this for her.
You are in this
You know what I mean? I know she can't hear, but y'all can.
Give me some of this
Yeah, I'm about to say hug me.
You already know.
Hug me, motherfucker. How you feeling? You good?
Amazing.
All right, glad you made
Jeezy
it.
voice.
You know what's crazy?
Yeezy voice.
I feel like my other co-host will be here shortly.
Okay.
I feel like we 4 for 4 tonight.
Let's
I'm not
go.
gonna jinx it, but
Let's
more
go.
women, he should be here shortly.
Appreciate it.
We already know.
And Bandana said he appreciates you and he does have big dreams.
I heard that. Do me a solid, bro. If you ain't, make sure you follow, subscribed, and all of that. Tap in with us, man. Tap in with us on Instagram. Actually, everybody up here, we about to introduce the newest host to the set right now. I'm gonna let Kay do it.
All right. The OG, the one and only original co-host from SippinWitSammie podcast, the lovely, the talented, the brilliant Sunny Brick.
Oh, I think that'd be me.
That's you like
I
a
think
Mickey
I'm in the
figure.
building.
Hey!
Listen.
What's
I'm happy
up with
to
it?
be here. I'm happy to be here. I made it happen. I
know
hit
you
you up. I
did.
said, bro, I'm trying to sit with you.
Yeah, she just hit me today, so this was a surprise. It's a lot of people that come on the platform. Half of them ask, "Who is that?"
That'd be me.
The other half that know be kind of sometimes a little disappointed that this wasn't one of the ones you was at.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? There's
Why
some
she
of them
not
that be
there?
like, "Damn, I really wish Brick would have been here," but it's cool. We good. They give me all of that. But
Listen,
you have been
I'm
missed,
out here
man.
making moves. I'm.
That's what I was about to say.
Gotta
Catch the people up
understand
on because I always run the spiel like she got like 5 businesses, 2 jobs, 2 kids.
Yeah.
So I mean, you want to give them a rundown on what you got going on?
Of course, it's On the Scene magazine. You know where it all started.
Absolutely.
I just realized I was looking on my LinkedIn profile, and thank you. We've been publishing for 14 years. That's a long time, and thank you. And I'm excited to say that. So we got 14 years of On the Scene magazine. We got some new additions out, some new articles, some new artists, some new writers. So
I've seen that.
Yeah, I'm super excited. Some more coming over the next few days. So I'm just on the scene in the streets.
And besides that,
I just left the Notary Hotel for a notary event because we got On the Scene Notary. So we making moves. So I think I might have updated y'all that I'm a notary in commission in Pennsylvania and New Jersey and about to be Delaware.
yeah, we was waiting on Delaware. Yep.
You
That's
already
where we was
know.
at.
So I'm making moves out this joint.
business.
Yeah, absolutely. So, got I'm a wedding officiant, so got my weddings coming up. It's the wedding season.
That's crazy.
We just talked
That's
about a wedding.
crazy.
We were just talking about a
We was
beautiful
just talking
wedding.
about HB wedding. We went to
I
HB
saw the
wedding
pictures.
over the
That was
weekend.
dope. Congratulations,
Yeah,
HB.
man.
I love you. Congratulations. That was so beautiful.
Yeah, I don't want you to not to be able to say that. You got to say that.
Yeah, that was so beautiful. Their wedding was just beautiful. It was
Nah,
just
that
so
was
beautiful.
awesome. We had a good time.
She just always just got so much love and just she really HB.
So,
energy.
so on her love day, of course, it was beautiful. 'cause
Yes,
she's into that.
absolutely,
Right,
absolutely.
right,
So
right.
yes, absolutely. So that's where we at.
That's everything.
Not really, but everything I want to share.
All right, cool.
Well, listen, we got a couple businesses. We got the transportation. That's not really business to consumer, so I really don't tell people about that too much because it's really a business to business type of business. But
Right.
we got more movement transportation, and I'm actually in these streets as solar broker too. So if anybody wants some solar, y'all need to holler at me. I even
That's
got
fire.
situations.
This is the
where-
first time I heard about the solar broker.
Oh, I've been
I
doing
know
this-
what the solar is.
Yeah.
I do too. I know some people that came up brokering solar.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I've
that's
been
crazy.
doing this since like last year. I just never told. I haven't been public. I just been doing the business. But Yeah, if you need solar, listen, I got you. Solar Sunny, holla at me.
Right.
I heard that.
Fire. That's
Heavy.
fire.
Heavy.
So
Yeah.
I want to start with something that I think would be a good one for Sai. Let's go with congrats, Shelly Show.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Yes,
You know why?
absolutely.
You seen it?
Yes.
All right, cool. So you can introduce this one when we pull it up and give us a little energy towards.
I mean, you can introduce it. You can introduce it. Let me follow up.
All right, I got you.
But Shelly Shell deserves it though. I know she got a new project out.
Check the it wasn't even that. Something else. Check the
No, it's down here.
Cause I want to word it right when I say it. So bear with us for a second, please. We are
That's why I
live.
ain't jumping.
We
Listen.
are live. No, you good. But
Guess what?
what happened?
I went to the beach this weekend, and on my way to the beach, I wore the Pumas that you bought me, and I thought about you.
Oh yeah, the floral little
them
the
kicks.
Skippy joints.
I had them joints on this weekend.
You was
I
comfy,
actually wore
huh?
them this whole weekend. Like I found a way to put them like a whole weekend, and I didn't have to.
They go with a lot of shit.
They do, and
What
I
kind
was
of
like,
ones was they?
yo, they
Like
like
canvas joints?
They slides.
coral.
Oh, they like slides.
They Skippies.
They skippies. They not slides because
Yeah,
they
they
skippies.
Skippies.
But it's
Oh, like a van?
Yeah.
Yep,
Okay.
exactly. And
Yeah.
it's like coral and green and yellow
Oh, that's
and
fire.
orange and
I
red
actually-
and pink and
I actually bought them
Oh,
matching.
perfect timing.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
They
Yeah.
both got a pair.
so yeah, I wore that drink ski.
And they the type joints you be forgetting about because you can't wear them till it's nice out.
Right. And I was going to the beach and I had this coral dress on and I was like, oh
And if you got a good denim situation, you super good anywhere.
yeah. So shout out to you, broski.
No, shout out to you. I'm glad you wearing them in good health. That's what shoes are for, man. Hey, my guy, I need you to sit down right there, man.
What's good?
That's C Cash.
You met before, right?
Okay, I don't know, maybe.
birthday?
My
Yeah,
birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My birthday.
Hey, how you
This
doing?
Sunny Brick. That's Wade. That's Wade. What's up with you,
What's
brethren?
That's the whole situation,
Bro.
okay?
How you, man?
It's a Monday.
You came in here looking like tribe leader.
No, more like Cheech and Chong. More like Cheech and Chong.
So we gonna introduce yourself to the people real quick before we get into this next topic, man.
What's up, y'all?
Turn his mic up.
Oh. Hold up. There you go.
There you go. Try it
Y'all
again.
miss me? What's up, y'all? Though? What's going on, man? Thank you for having me back, Sam.
My guy.
Always a pleasure, always a vision. I watch it all the time.
Appreciate you.
And I be sitting there visualizing like, I can't wait to get back. So,
No, I had a
appreciate
great
you
time
letting me
with you
come back.
last time you was up here,
People
man. He
that
did an early live with me.
early.
Mm.
People that remember me, I go by Big Wade. Wade Belzer, if you want to find me. I ain't hide from nobody.
I heard that. I heard
I
that.
do nothing but positive things. Basketball, football for the youth is one of my primary. Love the kids when it come to that. And I just, straightforward dude. So,
Nah, you in the building.
Ain't no curtains with me.
I heard that. You in the building. Now that we got all the hosts, we can get into something that I've been excited
I
about.
just want to say great
But-
minds think alike though. That's all.
Oh, yeah, I see you.
Yeah.
That's all.
Because I was real precise about the color.
Exactly. See?
Crazy.
You already know.
No,
Precise about the color.
He's a creative in that way too. He didn't say
See?
that, but my man crochet better than your grandma.
Oh, wow.
He
Oh,
designs.
yeah. I got some crochet clothing coming real soon.
I mean, like he's a monster
Real
with it.
soon.
That's
like,
what's up.
He's way past bunny
Like
ears
the-
on Scully's.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's old new. That's old new.
That's what's up.
But
Hey,
like,
Sam.
huh?
Do you got the fan remote over on your side?
No, it's in the other room. That fan?
Yeah.
It's in the other room.
Okay. Thank you.
But we're gonna introduce this joint. I'll wait till you so you can pull it up when you get back. Cool. Oh, all right. No, congrats on Shelly Shell Williams, man.
Guys, congratulations.
Yeah, congrats.
That's a big one.
Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award
Wow.
for
Yes.
Shelly Shell Williams of Urban Expressions. Not formally, still of Urban Expressions.
Right,
They
absolutely.
still got it going. Check out the magazine. We got it on the newspaper on the shelf. It's
Right.
online. She's still moving around and shaking. She's still a big supporter of the Sippin' podcast.
Right.
And probably C Cash and Sunny Break too at this point.
Absolutely.
Like,
I met Shelly at a show I did with you and Son of the 215.
oh yeah, that night. See?
I saw her at one of the amusement parks. Me and the kids was talking to her, and I was like, "Y'all know who this is?" So she gave me some love and all of that. So that
No,
was
but
what's up.
speak to that. It's somebody that like y'all don't know. I call her young Angie Martinez, young Lisa Thomas Laurie. Like Sonny is really talented with
Thank
this
you.
in the whole media place from print to on air.
Right.
And she's been around it for a long time. So to watch somebody like Shelly, that you've seen a lot of her legacy, like, can you speak to this young lady that I call my bestie?
Yeah, absolutely. Again, congratulations, because
Absolutely.
I've seen her work since I was a youngin', you know, and she's the true definitions of consistency and persistence, right? Because we've seen her
And
grow,
positivity.
and of course positivity. But we've seen her just stay at it and see her tireless work.
Right.
And just see how much she's devoted and how much information. Like, my tagline is helping through information, and it's something that she's consistently done probably for 3 decades now, I want to say, at least.
Yeah.
You know? So shout out to her for that, and keep on going. And yeah, she's just another woman that's a maven in media.
I think that was well said. I think you said that perfectly. Okay.
I like those words.
Thank you.
No,
Anything?
In media. I never heard that. That was fire.
You like
Told you she do the thing. She do it on print. Like, she like a rapper on the low.
Yeah.
She ain't got no cadence.
Nah, I see it. Yeah, I see the
I
correlation.
hate you.
No, Soph is like really good at this.
Yeah, like, this is my dog.
No, I completely agree with what Soph just said. I think this is, I mean, for it to be coming from, for this award to be coming from or in honor of Biden and Kamala Harris, like, that's just such a huge achievement for Shelly Shell. So
This honor is great.
definitely
Absolutely.
100% deserved. She's done so much for the Philadelphia community in media, and beyond media, just for the youth and in general. She's brought up so many people that you don't even realize that they're connected with Shelly Shell, or that's something that she had a hand in. But, you know, she's always in the room. She's always lending her expertise and making sure that folks have access to resources, which, Soph, I know is another thing that you talk about a lot. So shout out to Shelly Shell again.
And let me add something real quick.
Yeah.
Even as important, or even more so importantly, she prays for and with us every morning.
That's
Right.
fire.
You go to her page, she's on 400 plus days in a row of being online at 8 in the morning, praying with and for us. And listening to your specific requests and sending up your prayers.
Right.
Like, the whole thing. Like, it's not her up there preaching, she's up there fellowshipping in a real way. And no matter what you believe in, that energy is necessary for so many people that benefit from that. If they don't tap in every morning, they tap in the mornings when they know they need it. You might not put on the radio this morning, you might put on Shelly
Right.
on your way to work.
Right.
You know what I mean?
She do
Absolutely.
it every day.
Bro, look, she on 439. It's something crazy.
That means it's over a year.
It's been a long time. And shout out to Robert J. Moore. He's up there every morning with her too, most mornings. Yeah, but go ahead. What you gonna say, Cash?
No, I just said definitely.
Oh, okay, my bad. I thought I cut you off. But no, like, well deserved. Is there anything you wanted to add to this before we move on? And this is one thing, since we got a lot of people up here, we got 5 microphones. If there's a topic that you're not really informed on, or you don't feel the need to,
No, I know.
we good. we got enough opinions to cover it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
don't think we boxing nobody out. Everybody up here is smart enough to know when it's their turn to talk.
Yeah, facts. Like, it's not even like that.
I just like to ask
No,
because
bro,
I describe a lot of shit. So I be want to make sure I'm not describing it.
Yeah.
Get the raising your
Hold
hand.
up,
Yo,
pause.
leave
I
it.
know I just came in a little bit late, but I just wanted to see. So what the hell was Paris pooping AC? I kind of missed that one.
So in Paris, this is the topic you actually walked in right after.
Right.
In Paris, they have a waterway that they've been trying to use for the triathlon and the outdoor water events.
Okay.
And it's very toxic. And the reason that it's toxic is because the sewage flows into that when water exceeds a certain height, and it's all this poop in there.
Oh wow.
But beside it being poop in there,
and they want to run through there?
yes.
Yeah,
Beside
all of
it
the open
being
water
poop-
events are supposed to be held in that.
Hey.
in
Beside
that
the
area.
poop event, I mean the poop being
Super.
in there because I'm trying to rush through this real quick.
Because you just talked about it.
Yeah. Besides that, the locals are protesting against the amount of money that they're going to spend to clean it.
Oh,
So they're trying to keep the poop.
dirty. Gotcha.
Yeah, that's
So
what-
it was crazy,
Okay.
That's
and
crazy.
the question arose: would you, if they say, "Hey, now we good, we cleaned it"?
But that's what we pay for to keep our roads clean. And this might be an extensive amount, like it might be a colossal amount at the time, but
This
that's
is
what we
what
pay
you
our
do
money
for
for.
Olympics. When the Olympics
But it
come
should've
to
been
your
clean
town,
anyway, though.
you do what it takes, and you start 8 years before it comes.
Correct.
Right.
That's what
Those
I'm saying.
buildings start
Yeah.
Supposed to be
erected as
prepared
soon
for
as
that.
we announce,
Yep.
or before that.
Right.
Supposed to be prepared.
Because
They
I-
tell you about the 2032 Olympics this year or something. Like
Right.
you ain't late to the party
No.
Cause just
because
like
it take that much.
just like with that F1
Facts.
racing that just did in Vegas, they did
Yeah.
that
Years
a whole
ago.
year. They was prepping a whole year before it got
Way
there.
before that. And then dig this. Democratic convention, Republican convention. When
Yeah.
those come to your town,
Yeah.
you start prepping for them ahead of time. Like this ain't nothing that you wait till the last money, and
But-
and you don't worry about money spent on things that make sense
How
because
about- I
was
the
about to
money
say, hold on,
comes
but
in
one
the
thing is
community
this.
50-fold.
Forget that it's the Olympics. Isn't it just dirty? Like, isn't it just
Yeah,
like
that
toxic?
part.
Isn't it just like almost
Yeah.
inhumane? Like, isn't it just like
I like
not
that.
sanitary?
I
Just
like
in
that.
general.
Do it for you, not us.
Right.
Right.
Just
Do
in
it for
general.
y'all.
Right.
Why you ain't do it for y'all?
Just
just
in
saying.
general.
Y'all mad because they do it for us. They ain't do it for y'all. Let us do it for y'all. Let them do it for us for y'all.
It's crazy.
Just say it. I'm
That
just
makes
saying.
sense. See, look, I miss my hobby. That's crazy. But I'm
All right.
excited to get into the pop out, man. Can we
Let's
talk
go.
about the pop out? Has everybody seen the pop out?
They not like us. They not
Yeah.
Sophia did not see the
I
pop
did
out.
see the pop out.
I was.
All right.
I did see the pop out. I had a
You
good
watched
time
it?
with that
They want
joint.
to disrespect.
Yo, I was. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, she twerked to Kenny G.
I do. So you should have
That's
seen.
not an exaggeration.
Pause. Kenny
What?
G is going to be in Ocean City, New Jersey tomorrow, and I'm kind of debating if I'm trying to make it like last minute. Like, yo, you know, I stalked that man.
I'll shoot with you.
Yeah.
Let me
June
know.
20. Look, my man gonna be at the beach tomorrow. Let's go, man.
Let me know. I'll shoot. That would
I
be an
stalked
interesting
Kenny
show.
G. Like, you know, I got pictures. Like, go to my
Why
IG.
not? Then go.
Like, I got pictures with that man.
I might not want to go with you. I might be left alone.
No,
out
but he
there.
wasn't.
right.
But he wasn't. Hold up, this is the funny
Right.
thing though. I don't know if he wasn't feeling me like that because he was like, "Can I write the CD out to your kids?"
That's crazy.
I was
Yo.
Not to you.
Damn,
To your
Kenny,
children.
She got spun by Kenny G.
Like, you gotta chill, love. It's cool. It's like,
He said,
free
pipe
music,
down,
love.
pipe down,
Yeah.
pipe down. I don't need this on your Instagram.
But you know, I got young men.
gonna-
They probably was looking
You
like,
gonna respect the
"What's
consistency.
mom doing?" They
Right.
probably
Too
giving
much.
the look. No, I think my son.
she
You
not like
already know.
us. She not like us.
I think nah, I'm very much like them. I think they gave Bo the look. Like, you already know what it is.
Yeah,
Like,
You better
nigga, you
sign.
better,
That's what that
nigga, you
was.
better hug her.
That's what that was.
Hug her. If my mom want to hug, damn it.
What you gonna talk
I'm gonna
about?
just write it out to the kids. I don't want no
Exactly.
smoke.
I think that's exactly
I
what
don't want no
happened.
smoke.
That's funny as
I
hell.
think that's what happened.
No, that's
Definitely might
crazy.
have happened, though, for sure.
Kenny G popping out is hilarious.
Listen.
All right, so the pop out happened. Kay, you want to do the rundown?
Sure.
Kay
So,
does it better than me.
Mhm.
obviously, as part of Juneteenth, Kendrick had already announced that he was going to do the Ken and Friends pop out concert. The day before, he further announced that it was going to be split up into 3 different portions: the DJ Head and Friends, DJ Mustard and Friends, and then Kendrick and Friends.
Right.
So I'm sure we all watched the concert at this point. Some of
You want
the
to drink, bro?
Sure, why not?
some of the things that, you know, I wanted to point out is obviously there was a lot of acts that touched the stage,
I'm still dancing
From-
to the beat, clearly.
a lot of different walks of life, both during DJ Head, Mustard, and then even in Kendrick's set as well. You can see from the photo that we have here,
That joint was crazy.
at the end, it really became a huge
Gang
ode
fest.
to the West, and a show of Western unity,
Yeah, not a gang fest.
for the West Coast.
No, I thought it was unity. No, in a good way is what I was saying. Not gang fest in a bad way. They unified. No, if you see all the
Gang
people in there,
fest.
it was every set. It was every
Yes,
set
sir.
throwing up
I
that
pulled the
joint.
Melissa Ford out real quick.
No, I didn't. Don't you ever.
That sound like some shit the feds gonna be
No,
at.
no, ho.
You going to gang fest?
No. What I was
30
saying was,
officers is
no.
there. Like,
What
these
I was saying
motherfuckers
was
are gonna
it was
shoot out.
unified. What I was saying, it was different sets. They was throwing up different sets and everything, and it was all love. That's
Yeah,
actually what I
No,
was
for
saying.
sure.
You right.
I
I just
get
wanted.
it.
I wanted you to clarify it, but it
did
made a
sound
better
crazy.
joke.
No,
Yeah.
it didn't.
It did make a better joke, man.
Sound bites is a motherfucker, okay?
You represent yourself very well. I can't trip you up.
Pop out.
I can't trip you up. But
Yeah, I
go
don't think
ahead,
Kay gonna do me on the 2-second joint. I
No,
think she
not
gonna give me
at
the full 8.
Kay. Yeah, you good. You good.
But I feel like that's probably enough introduction. What were some of your favorite moments from the show?
We starting with you, Cheech.
It was the unity. It was more so. It was Cali representatives. It
We
was,
your mic a little closer.
it was a lot more Cali related. Like, you gotta actually live that life to understand them out there. And a lot of us East Coast dudes, all we can do is just watch videos and read and listen.
Movies.
But they understood more. And one of the things I got from it was when Kendrick started returning tickets. that was brought outside of the state.
Yeah, that was amazing.
And it was more so he
That
was
was
more
intention.
so corporate
We
his
talking about
area,
being
his
intentional.
state.
Exactly.
You know, more so corporate in his area, his state, his peoples
Mm-hmm.
that understand him to bring a unit. You know, bring together more of a unity.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the bigger part was like. Shorty called what she said, the gang fest. There was a lot of gangs there, but they
Appreciate
showed
you,
a lot
Chief.
of respect for each
That's
other
what I
that
was
day.
getting to.
Because they knew the moment that they was making.
And we only know Bloods and Crips, but it
And
was
that's
about
what
8 different
That's why I said it was so many
Exactly.
different sets thrown up. That's what I was
Exactly.
saying. That's what I was
So
saying.
they had a lot of respect to show that they was trying to make a historical moment. And
They
I
did.
really-
They ain't tried. They did it.
They did.
They did
They
that.
definitely did.
Let me
They
say
did
real
that.
quick, I watched Problem speak to that night because, you know, Problem tore it down that night. And he spoke about it the next day. And he said that there was one rapper that was there whose entourage wasn't with the peace shit, and he sent them home.
Mm-hmm.
He said everybody else had an understanding of, like, you
What
know how it
this
is
is.
to be backstage or to be in
Yeah,
green
right,
rooms,
yeah.
right?
Absolutely.
Like, sometimes you might watch a rapper get into it with security and be like, shame on it.
Yeah.
He like, niggas was coming over like, no, it's cool, I understand, but no, this is this, like, helping each other. That literally was them dudes that wasn't
Right.
banging with
That
each
wasn't
other.
banging with each other.
And I thought that was just the fact that he put that out there, that behind the scenes backstage, because people kept saying, we don't know what happened backstage. No, they was saying all night what you just said.
Right.
People had the intention of knowing that they was making a moment, and it wasn't about them. It was about Kendrick and the coast.
Right.
But my bad, I didn't mean to cut you
Well,
off.
you good. I like what bro said about the unity for sure, but as a rapper, as a battle rapper,
I know.
to me, this is like Drake. I'm standing on your grave right now. You're done.
Agreed.
You're done. I did all that shit. We went back and forth, but like I stand victorious. Like I'm here with my arms up. That's what he did to me. You know what I'm saying? Like what? Nigga, what? How many fucking rappers and celebrities and stars and you know what I mean? On stage, crip walking and shit. Like, you think that they gonna let you disrespect Pop, nigga? Like, what?
Not to even cut you off because
He performed this shit 5 times.
That's why I said do it 5 times.
6.
I keep hearing 6.
There's
Like,
an instrumental.
Ah,
The walk off.
I was about to say the walk off. I was about to say the walk off.
That was the proverbial piss on your grave, Drake. Like, you're done.
Also,
on your grave.
when he did back to back, how many times did he do back to back?
Who, Drake?
Drake, a million
I don't know.
and
How
one.
many,
The same way that
performed it. Oh. Damn.
Okay.
There's science
See?
behind this shit.
It's
And
science
whose
behind all
dance
of
is
it.
this?
Drake. Yeah, I remember that.
And whose dance is this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Who even knew he could dance?
I pretty much felt that energy. You
I
know what I'm
felt it
saying?
too.
Like, yo, I'm shitting on you, nigga. Like,
Shitting
you
on
see
him.
what my
Majority of
reach,
them niggas-
my reach is goofy,
Majority of them
nigga.
names
Like,
that
Well,
Drake, majority of them names that Drake mentioned was on the stage with
Was on the
Kendrick.
stage with Kendrick, and what he did
Wow.
was literally the reason why crip walking was invented. He was dancing on your grave. Oh, oh.
Yeah.
It's literally the reason. It's the reason niggas talk about smoking packs.
yeah,
It's literally the victory lap. It's literally
It is.
what you gonna do? What you gonna do?
it is.
What you
You're
gonna
done.
do?
Bow Wow gracefully.
I done stepped on the Celtics leprechaun head.
Right.
Do something.
And then, like you said, start giving back fucking tickets and shit. Like, nigga, I don't need
I
it.
don't need
It's a
it.
couple
I don't
things
need
I
it.
was going to
We
say
don't
about
need
that.
it.
So it's 3 things that I want to speak to. One is the tickets. Well, actually, what prefaces that is Kylie really got Kylie love. Like, it's crazy because it reminded me of a somber moment, but it reminded me of Nipsey funeral. Like, I feel like you had to live in L.A. for
Right.
Nipsey funeral. So Kylie really got Kylie love, taking it back to Pop, because it's like when you seen that arena, like. Yo, they knew every word. He wasn't even. Yo, they knew every Kendrick Jones.
Facts.
It was unity. It was definitely Pac. It was
Definitely Pac
unity
vibe.
amongst all the different groups. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's what I appreciated. But for me, it was the OG. When I seen Dre, I was hype. I ain't even gonna hold
No,
you.
that Dre shit was like microphone drop right there. Like,
Yo, it was Dre for me.
It was
Like,
Dre.
I'm the culture, nigga. Like,
Right.
you
It
know,
wouldn't be none of this
beginning.
without
Yeah,
me.
like,
Exactly.
that's
I mean,
basically
beginning.
all that she was
So that's
saying.
what it was
Like,
for me.
like you just you know what I mean?
But did Dre forget, or was that the setup? Because Dre literally kept walking off the stage, and he
Right.
kept saying, like, we've been on stage before. When I say, yo, Cash, you know we about to run the play. He said, yo, Dre, yo, Dre.
I think
He said-
He said, you just gonna leave? You ain't gonna
know
say
you-
that?
I think he's drawing it out.
You gotta look at it though. I think Dre was just stuck in the moment himself.
I think he got caught in
going
the
back
moment.
to when
Yeah.
he
I think
started.
because they rehearsed.
How big it
I don't know
was
if Dre
with
was
them.
at rehearsal.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure he's on FaceTime.
Right.
But like, I think that he got caught in the moment.
Yeah.
I really think
Yeah,
that.
it was like going back to
which
NWA
is fire.
days.
Right.
It took him
It's
back.
history. That's
Dre got
history.
caught in the Kendrick moment, which was made a Dre moment on a year where we just seen Dre and him at the Super. Like this is a
But it
monumental
all
West
started
Coast
from Kendrick.
year,
Right.
bro.
And it took me just
Yeah.
about how it just also started from like Kendrick on the shoulders and the Drake on the Dre and Pop joint. Like it's just crazy. Like
It's ridiculous,
It's just
man.
crazy.
It's like that verse when who was it when Kendrick said on the Nipsey joint when he was like Pac, Nick, and Snoop, damn. What'd he say? He said, me, Nip, and Snoop, damn, Pac, what a lane we shoot. Like, that shit, when he said this shit about when they was all talking, he thought about how Tupac would have loved that.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's like, no, that was one of them nights where it's like any legend that wasn't able to be there, whether by death or schedule, was proud that night, bro. It's like when we started throwing the Uptown cookouts and the OG started pulling up and being like, yo, y'all did some shit we talking about doing for 30 years. We never did it.
Yeah. But you know the shade came too.
But what's the
well, you ain't
shade?
got no haters if you ain't popping.
The shade is what? Who wasn't there?
Yeah.
But see, that's the problem.
But-
and that's why I related to my cookout real quick.
Uh-huh.
You know my philosophy on my events. I can't entertain who's not there.
Correct.
I can only worry about who's in the room. We are not going to talk about how great a time we had and then be like, but so-and-so would have had it. Like, what the fuck? Nigga, no.
Right.
You went home needing the
No,
Uber.
but it wasn't that. It was like why you. No, it was like why you. It was like why you wasn't here, because you fuck with Drake too, type shit.
He announced the baby less than a week before that, though.
Nah, he came out. He came out and spoke about it, but it was.
And I didn't really like how he spoke about it because he danced a lot.
Yeah, and he was a little aggressive. They say.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I think that it was a whole lot of like, all right, we seen this so many times that we know what you're doing. You're not really making us. You're not easing the situation. You're making us believe more that there's more to be found.
It was a Meek Mill
You
type
could have
vibes.
said. You could have said little.
Yeah.
And we'd have rolled with it. You literally could have said,
Decided.
I just announced my
me.
baby's pregnant, which means they're far along because nobody announces till they 5 months plus, right? And it just wasn't in the cards for me to be there, but I support it.
Right.
You went into, y'all worried about what I do here, and just because I do that, and that's like too much, and that's why I don't want to give him too much attention
explaining
about this moment because he took too much attention.
Yeah.
There was better explanations from Snoop the next
What
day.
do you know for him not to take a moment though?
But that's the thing, and
Like
funny,
he just jumped out literally. What he had his what did he just have his beef freestyle about? Who was his
that
beef
was
in?
Rick Ross. He went at
Yeah,
Ross.
but it was just like
He just jumped out there.
out of nowhere.
But
It's
he
like,
the
is you
nigga.
But I feel
He
like
the
he do it all
nigga
the time, though.
when niggas start fighting in the party, he finds somebody to punch.
That's what I was about to say.
That's
I feel
who
like
he is.
yeah.
Like I had them
but at
homies.
the same time, it's like, is you doing that because you really want to do that, or are you doing that because
He about to have a project
gonna
just
get
dropped.
lit.
No, he just had a project just dropped too, like last
Yeah,
week,
like-
right?
And Trey Lightsley, this is also a 6'5" nigga that know how to knock you out and still hold the camera at the same time.
Oh, he Will Smith now.
This nigga's a monster.
I done got hit by big niggas, dog. I ain't no Diddy. I ain't going.
Oh my god.
I'm just saying.
So-
I got punched by bigger people than me.
But like I said, I don't want to make it about Chuck, but I did see, like I said, the next day, AD and Problem was on stream. And they said, like, if he had something the next day, the same people that was there was going to go to his shit.
Yeah.
They said that he could go anywhere he wants, so don't think that it's no funny shit. They said Chuck can move around however he want. And they said he's like the, I forget how Problem, I don't want to quote it, but something like he's like the dysfunctional cousin. He's like
Yeah.
he the fucked up cousin. Like,
The
we
drunk
love him to
uncle
death.
with the fucking
But he do what he
cookout
do
that
and
be
he move
drunk.
how he move, so we all get it. It's
Yeah.
not a thing where we're separating
Bad,
ourselves.
bad
It's like we allow him to do him.
That was the only shade I seen from the whole situation, though. Everything else was like super.
Everything
love.
was gorgeous.
Yeah.
It was gorgeous.
Yeah, it was a good
One more
night.
thing that I wanted to shine some light on is this could have very easily been just a Kendrick and Friends show where it was legends all night long, playing all of your favorites, doing that thing. But he was very intentional, and especially DJ Head. Shout out DJ Head.
She like what?
Was very intentional.
No, that's why I like that part. Like,
in making sure that he gave a shine to a lot of up and coming
Agreed.
LA artists.
Yeah,
Agreed.
too.
I loved that DJ Head's entire set for the most part, with the exception of, you know, a couple of TDE artists, was really giving shine to a lot of up and coming folks that we might not have heard of
correct.
as East Coast folks
Correct.
who might not have had the same performance experience and things like that, have never been on this big of a show.
And you can see it. Some of them ain't have performance tracks.
And especially to have that opportunity when it's streaming live on Amazon,
200
when the
million
whole world has the ability to watch it, that is huge for the LA scene in general.
He got LA on his back for sure.
One thing I want to acknowledge
back.
about the way that they did it, it was very, and I'm patting myself on the back, I guess, at this point, not us, right? It was very in the light of how we would do a show. It was the people we're affiliated with that we think is awesome, and we're gonna get a few of them folk that we know y'all already bang with, that we got good relationships with.
Right.
It was very similar to how we would do a show, except we wouldn't be able to get a Kendrick headliner, but we pulled out a Suzanne Christine, a Del P, you know what I mean? We pulled some monsters out, and Suzanne rocked 60,000 people in the middle of the night, like in the rain or some shit, like.
Right.
We talking about different type of energy, but it's in the vein of how we like to do things.
Right.
Where it's like, even though we have a moment, we reaching back to relationships and people that's working hard.
Right.
And I think that's what they all did. And I thought that was fire. Fire. So I'm glad you brought that up. But it's the same thing you do with the festivals. Yeah. We have all these headlining bands, all these multiple stages. We get people on. And you might got to start at the 2,500 people festival. You might do the 5,000 people. But if you do your thing, you'll be in front of 20,000.
Right.
Now 60, you
That's
ain't
heavy.
sued. But you could be there.
It's happen. It can happen.
You could be there. You got to show the work. Show the work, man. She done did stadiums and arenas. So we can trust her. We can trust her.
Brain could trust.
But I think the pop-out was an overall successful event. I think that it was... I know that Dot is a visionary, but I think even now it's more than he could have expected.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it's more than he could have ever imagined, and I think the follow-up with the shooting of the video and all of the access and all of the stuff that's going around that.
Smart move.
I think that, like, you really looking at a craftsman at work. Like, you looking at somebody
super craftsman, because they still cracking the lyrics.
You looking at a student,
like the lyrics
that
are still
became
being
a
cracked.
master
Like the
level
lyrics of
carpenter.
that song, I just was watching. I can't remember their name, but I was just watching this where they was still cracking down the lyrics where you had 4 different meanings for one bar.
Right.
Yeah. Quadruple entendre.
I was about to say that.
Quadruple
So he's
entendre.
still cracking the lyrics down to this bar.
It's stupid because he has 2 lyrics that he changed during the show and everybody made a big deal out of it. One was the give me Tupac, ring back if you want my respect.
Right.
And then the other one was he changed it from 3 hours to 2 hours. And people thought he made a mistake. The word is Drake was in Texas at the time.
Right.
So
he changed the time.
So he changed the time.
Yeah.
This is how
Calculated.
calculated type of, and you a battle rapper, you
strategic.
know
It was
Yeah.
strategic.
that you gotta have your
shit.
rebuttal that you might not even have to use.
You gotta do
might
shit on the
not
fly.
even
You gotta have it.
You gotta have your facts right.
You gotta come in, peep the nigga lay. Oh, you got on what? Oh, first bar.
He got to show where tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, we got to change that.
Yeah.
Right.
And he did it effortlessly. It stood out because so many people really dissected them bars and knew the words.
Can I just put in a shameless plug?
Mm-hmm.
Please check out On the Scene magazine because we definitely got a dope article that delves into the battle between Kendrick and Drake right now.
I just saw that. I just read it.
Absolutely. So deep dive in it.
Yeah.
On the Scene magazine everywhere, Facebook, Instagram, everywhere, online, onthescenemagazine.com. Just had to put that in there since it was very relevant to the conversation.
Absolutely.
All good.
Shout out Rockstar Wayno. He said, "What's up?" He also
Salute.
said some other things, but I won't read those.
All right. Who you got a problem with?
He was saying that Safia is pretty, which of course she
Oh,
is.
thank you.
And he's also said that this is not a Speak Your Mind podcast. I'm out, which is not true. This is a Speak Your Mind podcast. It's just we happen to be of similar minds.
Correct.
Kay Sear
not
was
a debate
also
show.
sending some laughy faces. So shout out to Kay Sear.
Word. Shout out.
Shout out.
Salute.
Shout out to Kasir. That's my little baby son. He's 6 years old.
Oh,
Thank you.
Kasir, my guy.
See, he
I'm
get
not
love
humble.
and we ain't even know.
That's
Shout
my
out.
guy.
Kasir definitely he's gonna watch and support anything.
And Kasir is always
Shout out to
smiling.
the sun.
Shout out Kay
That's
Sear.
love.
Shout out to the
Shout out
sun.
Kasir.
Shout out to him.
Absolutely, these sons out
And salute
here.
Miss Reese.
Yeah.
My homegirl, Miss Reese. We was just drinking with Miss Holmes for her birthday. Happy birthday, Miss Holmes, man.
Oh, happy birthday.
My man Wade was there with us, man. We had a couple drinks with the older folks, man.
That's the best crowd.
You know,
Yep.
I love a good happy hour full of older folk. They start getting you to try 17 years scotch and 12.
I'm not mad at
You know what I'm talking about? You get in like, oh man, it's $40 a shot, but all right, okay, I'll
You
take it.
definitely not going home sober with the old head crowd.
They gonna pay for it.
Yeah.
I'm a lady. They damn sure gonna pay for it. I pay for my own too. Let me tell you, I got a bag.
She paid for mine.
One more
Pay for
thing
mine too.
before we get off of the pop out. One more moment that I wanted to call attention to was when J-Rock came out and performed with Kendrick as his hype man, which really brought their relationship kind of full circle.
Closed a lot of gaps with that.
Yeah,
Cause that's what the relationship with. It went from Kendrick being J-Rock hype man to J-Rock almost being Kendrick hype man, and then it got weird.
Yeah, then it got weird.
Yeah. So for J-Rock to be able to perform Win, which is a huge song, also has its own, context within the larger, conversation between Drake and Kendrick. That song with Kendrick as his hype man was just a beautiful thing to see. So shout out to J-Rock. I'm a huge J-Rock fan, so that was probably one of my favorite moments of the entire pop out.
Win is one of the biggest records of the last 5 years. Win has been on every type of marketing platform you can think of, yo.
Yeah.
Win.
That album is phenomenal.
That's definitely one of my motivations.
That album is phenomenal. But to really to say real quick,
when I need some motivation.
when you think about all of the bigger artists that went towards the
everybody
end.
else, my fault.
No, you good. Do you think I do that too?
Yeah, you lock into
Do you
the
think
song,
I do that too?
It be like, yo, like, fuck that shit.
Everybody's songs that they did was intentional. It was a playlist directed towards the energy of the event.
Right.
It wasn't just your biggest record. It was with intention. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just like everything that Kendrick performed, and I actually saw Weirdos and even Rory say that I didn't want to see him perform his old records and stuff like that. And you're nitpicking when he did DNA and he did all of those songs that spoke to the moment.
Correct.
They spoke to them elements.
I ain't even gonna lie, that's still my favorite album is Damn. I ain't gonna hold
Damn
you.
go crazy.
It's still my favorite album.
Damn go crazy. And I remember when it first came out, I didn't get it. And that
Yo, the intro
album,
shook me. I was like, damn, you just lost your life. Wow. Like, the intro got me. I ain't even gonna hold you. Listen, so that joint still go hard. And but I can't stand when people say that because it's like, you kind of damn if you do, damn if you don't. Because I feel like people knew who Kendrick was before that. But for me, that's what put Kendrick on the map for me. I didn't know really Kendrick before Damn. Or at least the singles that he brought out from
I was
Damn.
on Good Kid, Mad City.
I was on Good Kid, Mad City.
I wasn't.
But I was in the 7th row of the Damn tour. I was in the crowd at the Damn tour.
Right.
And the craving is, if you really want to be honest, the production value of what happened in the forum is very low compared to what he usually does for a concert.
I agree.
Everything about this was intentional. It was a pit style around the stage, like all of that was intentional. There's a lot of limitations that come with how he did this show, but what he didn't have to do was make it about everybody.
Right.
He made it about everybody. And it kind of piggybacks off of the spirit of Nipsey. We only got certain people that can do this.
Do that, yeah.
That's what I was
Right.
saying.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like,
again, that's what brought me to my point of it was like, yo, this is a flex.
it's a heavy
This
flex.
is a flex.
I
Bro,
definitely feel like he got
Who
LA
else
on his
can
shoulders,
do it
yo.
no matter where?
Yo, he got LA on his shoulders.
That's
like not
this,
Compton.
like,
He got LA
what
on his
big
shoulders.
flex, like what?
But you know what's crazy about it? As much as he's a son of the coast, he produced at such a high level in such a moment. Like his artistry is the reason that everybody's behind him. Those songs are undeniable, especially if you from over there and you get the vibes.
Correct. I agree with that.
They're undeniable. You can't have a party this summer and not play them
that
joints.
shit over there, yeah. Man.
You can't. You're
Even
gonna
over
hear
here,
them in
niggas go
Philly
crazy
all
over here.
summer.
Yeah.
Niggas go crazy over here.
We're gonna hear
I
them in
already
Philly
hear
all
it.
summer.
When I did that,
Let me
when I did that freestyle with Touch Money Now, shout out to Touch Money Now.
Oh.
Niggas was playing that instrumental. I'm like, yo, I can't go on this.
Right,
thing,
right.
Like I could do it, but it wasn't for
It
that.
ain't
You know
even
what I mean?
cool,
Yeah,
Gotta let it rock.
yeah. Like
That's crazy
Gotta
though.
let it
Like
rock the
the
original.
energy is crazy. So it's like it comes from a genuine place, and something you spoke to earlier about how they all came together. You know how we always say like Philly niggas carry shit a certain way because we're a city that's highly on the Islamic side
Yeah.
and on the mafia side.
Yeah.
And we come from what preceded that was the Junior Black Mafia and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So we understand order and structure even when being wild niggas, right?
Right.
They are built on no one man bigger than the system.
Right. Exactly.
No matter what gang you a part of,
Right.
that is the ground rule. That's fundamental.
Mm-hmm.
They understand order in a similar way to us for a different reason.
Yeah.
So when it was time to come together and like put the troops in line and X the motherfuckers out that wasn't supposed to be in the building, they did the assignment.
Mm-hmm.
I just think you can't deny that. Like the same things that we could joke about or even penalize them for and say, yo, but that's not cool, is the same reason that when we see these times happen, that it's easier for them to do if you a certain level, because they look up and it works down.
Mm-hmm.
They always believe that.
Mm-hmm.
Always. It's always the situation bigger than the man.
Believe it or not, it's
that's
some
why you
type of
can't
structure.
tell.
Yeah.
Because you're not bigger than the situation.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And not that it don't happen,
Yeah.
but you kick them niggas out the arena and let them go back to their neighborhood.
Right. This ain't for that. This ain't that.
So I thought that was, you mentioned that earlier though.
Okay. Okay.
So we good. Kay, where we at?
So speaking of Kendrick and the video shoot,
Okay.
the Like That video shoot had some very interesting surprise guests in the background, as our Instagram sleuths figured out. Not only was YG in attendance, which we somewhat expected given his show at the Kendrick and Friends pop-out, but also Bobby, the podcaster, who had interviewed Drake on a now infamous podcast interview.
That was since deleted.
Was also in attendance. This led a lot of speculation to believe that she is now not on good terms with Drake, but also for her to get the invite, says a lot.
They not like us.
So my first question to you guys is, who do you think invited her?
Wow, that's a
TDE dot.
She asked.
We just was talking about how strategic Dot is, but TDE as a movement, like they don't have many missteps.
How old is she?
Not public. How old is she? Bobby's grown. She was married. She got divorced.
Yeah, she's in her late 20s, early 30s, I think.
No, bro. If they're shooting this video and everybody that's affiliated with that show is a part of it, because if you followed anybody, it was all there.
Yeah.
She was there for a purpose. She might have been there to get an interview, but 9 times out of 10, she's gonna be standing on top of a Rolls Royce
She
truck.
definitely was cameo.
Saying they not like.
She definitely was a cameo.
No, they had her on camera. They had her on camera trying to have her say some gang shit. I forget what they asked her to say. It says say something.
Yeah, and then you heard the one girl that said, "Don't tell her to say that shit."
Yeah.
The one girl next to her was like, "Yeah, say it, say it." I know what they was telling her to say. I'm not gonna say it.
I forgot.
But then the other girl was like, "Yo, stop telling her to say that shit."
Yeah.
It was like, you know, that homegirl too.
Yeah.
You know that one that be on the push that be like, "Let me see what these dickheads doing."
Yeah.
Yo, don't do that. Don't set her up. Don't set Sarah. Gotta go home. Don't do that.
Right.
Matter of fact, put her in your car now, yo. Y'all too hype. She was like on that time.
She's too busy trying to be like them.
She was over there.
But she was
like them. She was like them.
Did y'all see her demeanor though?
Yeah, she was chilling.
She seemed chill.
She seemed like she was the awkward white girl she is.
She was chilling.
It seemed like she was just walking around.
I look at it. It was a 50-50 move.
Yeah.
It was like she seen what Wave.
She probably knew
She
what
seen
she was
what
going
Wave
for,
got
though.
bigger.
Exactly.
We all doing content together now,
She
right?
reached out.
Right.
She reached out. They told her, "You can come. Delete the video." And that was easy because this is bigger than that video.
Well, that video came down
Like what she got,
shortly
but what
after it
he
went
got
up. That
and
was
what she
Drake's
is,
doing.
but what she got and what she attended is way bigger than that video now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Because we
she
talking
look
about
at
it.
a greater opportunity.
Yeah.
It was a greater opportunity for her.
So do y'all think Drake really smashed? Because that was the rumor.
I'm gonna say no.
I don't know. I ain't gonna say I know that man type, but the chicks that he was been.
She ain't his type.
I don't know.
We don't know his type. We don't know Drake.
But the chicks that he's been rumored with don't look like her.
That's what I'm saying.
We
We
also
don't
know
know Drake.
that Drake is competitive and he likes to challenge men about their money.
Right.
And she was married at the time. So he might have put her in a position where even if he ain't smashed, she might have been doing too much.
Right.
Because all it takes is a nigga like Drake to give her
That's all I'm about to say. She
a
fishing
couple
for,
kissy
she fishing
faces
for
on her
interviews,
Instagram
like,
selfie, and she
chill
gonna
out.
be right there.
If that's the case, then did he smash Sexy Red? He was running around dinner.
That's
court.
business move. That's
I'm about to say
That's
she's sitting here saying
business
he
Ice
move.
getting paid.
Spice. He
That's
blew her
business.
out too.
Sexy Red is definitely a business move.
She
But that's
literally
why
said
I-
herself that he getting paid to do what
See,
he
you
doing.
gotta understand, like,
That-
I'm a nigga where, like, I'm not putting a billionaire past nobody.
Yeah. Facts.
I was saying I can't date a girl I can't trust in the room with Jay-Z when he, on paper, had about 10 million.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I can't
I definitely
imagine.
told my husband back in the day the only nigga I would leave him for was Jay. I have since recanted.
Mind you, this is one of my best friends.
I have
So,
since
like,
recanted though.
My theory, and I like you clarifying that, but my theory actually was doubled down on by some homegirls that'll still tell you
Like I
he
literally
ain't
told my
even
husband
cute.
that.
They would tell you like he ain't even cute.
He wasn't.
But
It was
you
his
fuck
brain.
with
I will
him.
fuck the
Yeah.
shit out of his brain. I think
Yeah.
he's smart as shit. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
So just imagine a nigga with $1 billion that give him they emotional. He's the emotional buddy.
No.
He cry like she cry,
No,
Yo,
that
you
ain't it.
funny as
That is
shit.
not
and
the
she
way.
like it. I'm talking about Drake.
The emotional.
Don't nobody
buddy.
want the emotional buddy?
Shit.
The emotional.
Drake
buddy.
got half the industry shooting at him because they chicks like the emotional nigga.
Well, I don't, but you know I'm a little.
Because once you put charm, intelligence, or whatever have you, then you put stardom, then you put billion.
It's
I
a
don't
good.
think
It's a
even-
good temporary fix.
I don't even think they look at it that way.
I
It's
feel
a
like
good
most
temporary
people look
But
at
any
billion
one of
first.
those things can get them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any one of
It's a
those
good
things.
temporary
You could be
fix.
broke with charm and have a bad one
No,
with a
facts.
bag.
Facts.
You got a bag too?
So
Right.
many people are so fabricated and materialistic. I think most people look at the billion before they look at any of the other things that you mentioned.
Well, and what happens
In regards to
is,
females.
but what
Yeah.
happens is females, most of them is so ridiculous, except for the hustlers, that they will let him get it for free just to have the status and make us run it up off of $30,000 a year.
For sure.
Make us pay for it.
Yeah, no.
That's crazy.
Am I right?
I remember
make
being
us pay for
I
it.
was in college.
Yo, make
She
us
she
pay
would
for
smack
it.
you with
It's
something like,
crazy.
you know who I was with?
I
What
was
is
in
that? If
college.
you can pay like
Every
you
time.
weigh, then you can stay, baby.
Very
Like,
ironic to the
Whole
story I
time.
was trying to tell.
What
One
about
time you
what
got
about
free
the
tag.
bad? What about the bad ones with the bag that don't care about a nigga bag? Like you know
I
what I'm
just
saying?
said
Like
that. I just said you can
yeah.
be charming and don't need it.
It's
But like
wild.
I remember my homegirl, I was in college, my homegirl was standing next to me. We in a courtyard, like in an apartment complex. And her homegirl had just called her to tell her that she went to a Dipset show the night before and she fucked Jewels. And she was
So,
hyped.
Did she get a
And
bag?
she hyping her.
That was free.
And
no,
when
got
she
a
hung up
ass,
that
'cause
phone
she fucked
bowl,
Jewels.
bag.
Like, Jewels ain't giving no bags out.
That
when
was
she
the
hung up
bag.
that fucking phone, I'm like, so what is she so excited about?
Right.
Because the next nigga got to pay for it.
Because she
Right.
get to say
She ain't never charged until that day.
That's crazy, bro.
The way
marketing.
y'all talking about soliciting this
No,
this
but you gotta
woman is
understand,
wild.
like the shit that motherfuckers get hype about when it's a
Yeah.
nigga right next to you that's
You
been
know-
trying to give you the
you
horse
know-
and carriage.
Yeah.
Nice
Yeah,
one.
what
Nice
it's
one.
about.
You know what it's about.
Horse and
Carriage,
carriage.
yeah, I'm
I
good
like
at
it.
this. But no, it's like crazy, yo. It's phenomenal. It's the whole Vivica Fox thing.
She ready to settle now.
Man, I bet
Yeah,
she
she
is.
is.
At some point, you ain't got no choice.
She ready to settle now.
It's crazy, man. And you know what's even crazier than that? Lil' Kim ain't had to come out in public and say she wanted to do something. She found one.
Shout out.
Wow. Anyway.
Kim
Shout out to
still-
Lil'
But
Kim.
shout
I'm
out to
about say,
Bobby.
Kim's still one of the best names. Shout
No,
out to Kim.
Kim's a legend.
Yeah.
Kim's a legend,
Kim,
but we all
yeah.
been doing this for a while for a reason.
Yeah.
Yo, did you ever see the news clip when it was a chick down south?
And she said,
And she said niggas was shooting, and she
saved
was
her
like, I
life.
started doing the Lil' Kim.
and Lil' Kim saved my life. She said the Lil' Kim did saved
She's
my
like, I
life.
grabbed one of my babies, I ran, jumped in the car, I said, yo.
Yo, she was
I can't see
hilarious.
that
But the
shit
crazy thing is,
crying.
she was serious,
No
bro.
fucking cat.
The same way that you had talked a conversation or you saw an interview with somebody that said, no, I listened to Nipsey philosophy and I put my nose down and I grinded and it saved my life. And they really believe that?
That's how
She
she
believed
feel,
that
man.
dance.
She feel like that saved her
Like,
life.
that's not
Dumb
even,
as shit.
this is 5 seconds of life.
Oh, man.
Not the stop, look, and listen. Like, what?
Yo.
You're gonna die. You better get on your fucking stomach.
I
That
hate
shit's
rappers.
stupid.
That was a great example. You horrible. Yo, he started with a freestyle. Did y'all catch it? Y'all wasn't in your cars yet?
No,
it's cool. They're gonna catch it on the playback.
All right.
You gotta catch it on the horizontal.
Oh, it's only on the horizontal.
Yes, sir.
It's already on the horizontal. Make sure you catch it on the
That's
horizontal.
That's a horizontal exclusive.
Right.
Yep.
But
we're gonna be doing more of them.
he
Jones,
killed
too.
that joint, man. That's
Appreciate
a joint
it.
that I actually already like, so I was glad he killed that.
Yeah, that's coming soon too. See Cash the album, real soon.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was kind of trying to say that without saying it. Like I'm already aware of what's going on with that.
Like you had to drop that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna let him do that. But
You ready to get into the next thing?
yeah.
All right. So,
What in the heat?
Versus has announced that they are going to relaunch on the platform X, formerly known as Twitter.
Thought that was Elon. I'm like,
This has obviously been met with some criticism. Folks are upset that Swizz and Timberland are teaming up with Elon Musk. However, some folks are excited because of the abilities that X already has in terms of streaming, communication during streaming, and those types of things.
Communication during streaming is a big one because a big part of Versus was real-time commentary.
right.
Go ahead.
No, I was basically done. So what I wanted to ask you guys is how you feel about this relaunch announcement, especially knowing that it came on Juneteenth.
I
Well, he
think
is African. No, I'm playing.
I think the backlash comes.
I'm just joking.
I think
He is. He's South African.
For real?
Yeah.
I think the backlash comes from that. It comes from even if it wasn't on Juneteenth, but insult to injury.
Exactly.
Watching y'all cheesing next to Elon Musk in a picture, and then on Juneteenth, like they could have announced this
Or
partnership
any other date.
on any other day or without the picture,
Right.
right? But the picture just is like up, shucking and jiving and tap dancing. That's what it puts into your head. But I respect these men as businessmen, so I want to be clear
Right.
that I didn't think that that's what it was, but I understand how that could become. It could spoil you. It could taint your rollout.
Right.
Your intention could be confused just off of not being aware of the moment, right? It's the reason people have publicists, the reason shit gets wiped off the internet.
Right.
Like sometimes you do something genuinely because when we're multi-millionaires and billionaires, this is what we do. We smoke a cigar, we toast, and we take the happy picture.
Right.
That's part of it.
Right.
But to the public, there's no understanding of that. We don't know why Meek is bunny hopping at a tennis court. We've
Right.
never been at that tennis court before.
So I don't want to break. I was actually
I
going
want
to
you to
bring
go.
Meek up to the last conversation, but no, because what I kept saying was that it seemed like Kendrick got LA on his back, and I was also talking about the unity and the Cali love, and I just don't think that us as Philly necessarily have. And I was thinking who could have possibly done it, and I was thinking Meek could have done it, but I just think the way that he represented himself during certain times, I think he lost it, and we don't have nobody carrying Philly on our backs right now.
But Meek and Friends was awesome.
Yeah, Meek and Friends was awesome, but beyond the show. I'm talking about
I know what
beyond
you
the
mean.
show.
I know what you mean.
You know what I'm saying? Like anybody could have came to Meek and Friends. Like Kendrick said, if you ain't from Cali, if you ain't from LA, we don't want it.
Yeah, like Future was at Meek and Friends. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean.
But so it just made me think about just all of this. I kind of stepped back to what we was talking about and kind of moving forward to this conversation as well in regards to Meek and Twitter and all of that. But what I think, like you said, respecting them as businessmen, I do respect I do respect Swizz and Timberland because not only in the entertainment industry, they are some sound businessmen. They have made some colossal business moves, right?
Absolutely.
So I wonder what they see that we don't see in regards to X. I don't think it's the teaming. I don't think it's necessarily just getting together with Elon Musk, although some people don't see beyond what a name is and what actually goes along with a brand in the business and how they actually do their business.
Right.
Have we forgotten about the fact that Elon has seemed to be able to throw a lot of money at things that he really hasn't done enough research on?
For sure.
Especially when it comes to that social media platform and the things that he bets on when he makes business decisions based on his personal beliefs for that platform.
Yeah, for sure.
Are we not aware that it just might be a lick?
Right.
Like he's going to give us like Nipsey, the marathon. It was about leverage, right? They got leverage. At some point, this brand, this thing that they built during COVID, has leverage. He might have overpaid. We don't know.
Right.
Like
He's
the
quick.
market might have been a big
He's quick
50.
to
We
back
might
out.
could have went and told him 270 and he paid it.
Right.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So we don't even have details or not even initial numbers. Splits.
Yeah.
Splits is a way different category,
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
right? when we talking about everything's based on streaming and the fact that it's going to live on your platform.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So I might not want the one big one. I need a couple.
Residuals. I need all of it. I own it now.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, we don't know. He might have gave them a play because he like, fuck it, I got it.
Right.
That's the masters of it.
And I need to balance out the attention and the draw that I get from your community because right now they think that I'm a Trump platform.
Mm-hmm.
So in essence, he got masters.
It's only for Trump and battle rap, as far as we know.
In essence, he got the masters.
And porn.
In essence, he got the masters of like live performing, basically, because he owned it. Like, it's on his
So
platform.
now you making a Netflix play, right? Where you own the rights to a live streaming that's revolutionary, that's going to be bigger than what other people have done, right?
Mm-hmm.
You going to build that stage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Going back to the splits.
Splits.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, this might be like getting a percentage of Pepsi. You don't know.
Right.
So, while we're talking about splits, I don't want to completely change the subject, but Twitch recently announced that they are going to become the preferred DJ platform because of a new partnership that they have struck with a lot of the big labels such as Universal.
Oh, wow.
Which is necessary to do what they trying to do with Versus.
Yeah.
Things like that. So now they're allowing DJs to spin out of these different label catalogs that they have this relationship with, and it doesn't have to get blocked by copyright in the same way that YouTube or other platforms
Which is
are.
major. I don't think you understand
But are the
how
artists
big
getting
that
paid
is.
for
That's
that?
more money.
Are the artists getting paid for that, though?
I think
I
that,
think that there's
it's
a
being
copyright.
tracked and there's some sort of like
Because the reason they can't do it is
payout.
because it's for artists, you know what I mean, purposes. So,
I think
wanna
that
make sure
I
get
think
paid.
that
like-
all of the social media platforms have found a way to garner rights to our music and the things that we put on their platforms. TikTok has done it.
That's all I
Instagram
don't
has
get
done
paid.
it.
They sound like they getting rights.
Facebook done it a long time ago. That's why you're putting in your captions, I do not own the rights to this music.
Right.
This has happened a long time ago. I think that now Twitter is in a space where it's like if you DJ Jazzy Jeff and you want to do your 4-hour
Set,
afternoon mix, I'm letting you rock.
Right.
Which
You see what I'm
means-
saying?
Which
Because
means
you're going to get flagged over there.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
it's still with the label, so the label still own the rights.
Right.
So whatever the contract that they got with their artist, that's the effect. So no matter how many times the DJ could spend it 20,000 times, he's still gonna get the same amount because it still go back to the label
Absolutely.
having the rights. And
Right.
this deal is done through the label, not
How
through
many
the
major
artist.
labels-
Right. Well, some
and the
artists do
label.
own some artists
So,
do own
right.
a master. So that's
So,
what I was
but
kinda
that's what
thinking
I'm saying.
about.
So they're not gonna get no touch on
This goes to a
it's
bigger
whatever,
problem.
right? So it goes back to whatever Universal owns,
Right.
whatever. So all that can get spun, and they never get an extra dollar. From
That's what I'm
How
saying.
many
with the
major
artists.
labels are there?
Probably what,
It's
5?
not a lot.
5 to 7, right?
5 to 7.
Nah.
Let's do maybe 8 for good measure,
Yeah,
right?
5 to 7.
Subjective.
So
Yeah,
yes,
what's large, yeah.
depending on maybe now and
They
then.
go like an A/B list.
And a lot of them.
What's happening is that's 5 people that I have to strike a deal with, have a
Right.
conversation with. Matter of
Right.
fact, I gotta get 3 of y'all on board, and I'm gonna use y'all 3 against the next 2, right? I'm gonna say they already on board. They took this. What happens is, and the problem comes from, and this is something that Joe and them speak to a lot. None of this is negotiated with the artist in
Right.
mind.
Mm.
The label is still going to get the lion's share of the benefit of that, and the artist is still going to be working for percentages of a penny on the stream, no matter where it goes. Now, if you would have got a movie placement, right? And I just saw Pun from the West Coast say this the other day. Problem was like, how did you feel to hear me do the song that you produced? He was like, it was dope because it was a 10-year-old plus song, 10-plus-year-old song, and they still reacted like that. And he was like, but it was cool. Like, I love the moment for you. And he was like, but how about when that check come? Everybody getting paid off this joint.
Right.
He said, my movie joint's a little different, bro. He said, no, but it was Amazon. It's 200. He said, my movie joint's a little different.
Yeah, it's a
Right.
different contract.
And that was that wasn't even for the people. That was just
But
like,
now, let you know.
since you want to say it, like,
Yeah.
you want to keep it G.
It ain't
When they
that.
put me on White Men Can't Jump,
Right.
them joints still roll.
Yeah.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So it's a difference, yo. Now, paid is paid, but until they negotiate a way to make sure that artists deserve, they only negotiate with 5 people.
Yeah.
They only gotta get 6 people to say okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And if that's like a network deal with a sports, like if you related to that's
that
not
was-
hard to do.
Yeah.
It's a bidding campaign.
Right.
It comes down to our capabilities and what our future plans is and what we gonna be able to help y'all advance in. And a check,
Right, of course.
which we already have. That's what I'm saying.
It was a power move. It was a big power move for Twitch.
I think that was a huge.
It was a big
I think
power
the
move for
announcement
labels.
was.
Yeah.
Because the announcement caught traction. That's gonna make people start saying, like I said, the Jazzy Jeff thing.
Right.
If motherfuckers is worried about where they gonna make the most at, if Pornhub, I'm not Pornhub, what's it called? OnlyFans gets a rival that pays better, everybody's gonna go there. They're not loyal to OnlyFans.
Right, they loyal to the money. They want the check.
You see what I'm saying? Like, and everybody's scheming and hustling.
Right.
So to kind of bring this back to Versus and this new negotiation.
My bad. I went
No, you're fine. With Twitch making that type of announcement, there's a lot of speculation that X and other social media platforms might be trying to negotiate directly with the label, instead of going through the traditional MLC, getting your royalties on the back end type of process. So with this new announcement, I'm interested to see how that plays out in the music business world. But on top of that, I also think that Versus had some other issues outside of just the platform itself that it was broadcasting on, in terms of starting to lose its audience due to running out of matches or those types of things. So I wanted to
promo
hear
problems and everything.
But I also think we came out of COVID. We was so into Versus and we couldn't go nowhere.
When they went to transition, the promo process changed.
Yeah.
Things started getting sprung on us. Then we started getting lists of events to come, and then they were changing completely. Like, a lot went on with that, and that was through
Keep it real.
that wasn't Rumble.
Versus was very unorganized and ratchet.
Yeah.
It was very unorganized.
So my question was,
Well, see,
what are
we
some
know what
of,
it's like to have to live stream a concert too.
It was very unorganized.
So
what are some of the changes that you guys are looking forward to with this relaunch that you think that Versus needs to make to be successful?
I think one of the benefits of going on that platform is the capabilities of live streaming with live interaction.
Comments.
Live interaction. I think that's a huge part of it. I think that people being in the comments, being able to pretend that they're at the club or that they're at the party, similar to what we did with DJ
Nice.
Greg, was it?
DJ Nice, right?
Yeah, something nice. Greg?
D Nice.
D Nice. With D Nice during the pandemic. Like, when you making an event where it's like, oh, this is a certain type of joint, I'm gonna dress a certain way. I'm gonna put my Timbs on for this one. I'm gonna put my my lounge wear on for this one. You know what I mean? Like, that became a thing. I think it gets further away from that when the interaction is not on point.
Right.
The direct interaction, the shit that they can actually reference on the stream, like, oh shit, DJ Boogie in the house.
Right.
Like, that means something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Motherfuckers would comment 20 more
I
times
was
just to
hyped
get
when
that.
I was in there, and I used to see I definitely used to get hyped when I was on there, and I could see like other celebrities like commenting and like.
No, that's the
into
thing.
the
Who pulled up in here with you? Like, there was people pulling up the Greg D Nice joint, and we was looking like, yo, why are they here? And then his doorbell would ring, and it would be 2 bottles of champagne, and it's like, yo, we in here. I'm popping my bottle too. What we doing?
Right.
Like, it got crazy. You in the car on the way to the liquor store, like, I gotta go get a bottle.
Yes.
Right.
I gotta
get a bottle.
I'm
But
driving
you
to
watching
Jersey
it.
because the liquor store is
But
closed.
you watching it the whole way.
There.
Whole way. You know why? Because they playing that shit.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's a
Yeah.
moment. And that's the thing that we, about Kendrick's whole thing, and I said it on Facebook, man, just as a creative and as somebody that's an organizer and a facilitator, man, to watch people have moments, that's part of what we used to get from certain verses.
Right.
Was moments. That Jamaica joint was crazy. The
Right.
police came and that
joint
nigga
was
said,
crazy.
man, they ain't about to fuck this up. I got it.
Right.
Y'all want to be the ones to do that? And them niggas turned around and went back home.
Right.
Like, we seen moments, and I think you got to be able to create that same energy and moment, and I think with X is possible, because if you know what we just said, niggas gonna go to where the party at, even if they bootleg it. So just give them the link.
That's a
The
fact.
nigga that made the Bapes made the fake Bapes too, because he knew y'all was gonna bootleg them. He got paid from both.
I'm crying.
I'm dead up.
I believe you. That was definitely a smart
The
move.
fake Bape factory was his.
Yep.
That was definitely a
seen
smart
that.
move. I like it.
What's the difference in quality? Glue?
I like it.
No, you know the real sneaks use a very expensive glue, and you can smell the difference most times before you can
And
spot
you
the
can see
difference
it.
in a
You
good
can
fake.
see the
That's what I
difference.
said. You can
No,
see
in a
it.
good fake, you can smell it before you can see it. A good fake. Because, like, they replicating Dior Jordans and shit like that.
Right.
They are not cutting many corners. You have to literally know what you looking at to see that. But other shit is like...
It's levels of fakes, because I can spot some of these jewels.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, fakes.
Like, no, there's other countries where it's a go.
You talking about 52nd Street
That copyright
Canal Street?
No, so dig
it.
Dig it. Just think about it as like studios, right? I got a great studio. This isn't a huge space and none of that type of shit, right? Imagine all the other motherfuckers with studios.
Right. It's levels to it.
It's levels to all of that shit. Now, quality depends on what our goal is. Right? If our goal is rollover, put out as many as we can, then we flying through them. But if we a niche like this, and we like, no, we want to make sure that these conversations with motherfuckers, they got something to say something.
Yeah, facts.
It's a little different. I'm just saying. So it's always going to be like that. You know about handbags and stuff, right?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
I hope so.
You don't know about no fake ones, though. You ain't never seen a fake bag in your life.
Actually, I did. And I told him I don't want that. I don't want that.
We ready to move on?
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
Kay don't want to be up all night.
We got a lot of topics to get to.
Yeah.
And I got a nerd doing the headline.
That's fine. So...
Yeah, that was wild.
Something I wanted to touch on is Remy Ma's son. It was unfortunately announced that he was arrested for alleged murder.
For hire.
Murder for hire, yes.
Wow.
So... Obviously, this is just a very sad situation. Prayers to everybody involved, both the family of the deceased as well as Remy Ma, her family, and her son, and the co-defendant as well. So little by little, some more details of this situation are starting to come out. Apparently, this charge is based on a death that happened in 2021, I believe. We're not quite sure what type of evidence exists in the case that connects Remy Ma's son to the situation, but Remy Ma did come out recently and make a statement on the arrest, saying that she maintains her son's innocence in this situation. So before I open it up to all of you, I wanted to start with Sunny as a mother. What are your thoughts on this entire situation and everything that's going on?
I'm gonna let all the parents go first.
First and foremost, my thoughts and prayers go out with everybody involved, the deceased and also Remy and her son. But this is also an example that it doesn't matter who you are. The streets can touch your kids. It doesn't matter how much money you have, how much fame, none of that. It doesn't matter. And I don't know if he, if at this point it's alleged. But even just to be in this headline, it just makes you think as a parent, you never know how close or far your kids is from the streets, no matter how much money or time you put to them. But we also got to remember that Remy was away for a minute too, so we don't know the impact that they have on kids when they're not with their parents. It's a detrimental impact when they're not with their children, when they're not with their parents. So not jail, just lack of them being there, whatever. It's just I know it causes a strain on a child.
There's a stat real quick that I think is 5+ years of incarceration from a parent affects 3 generations.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I want to say, rest in peace to the victim. And as far as the situation, like, I don't know, there's so many aspects I could look at it from being in the streets. Like, I don't know if they saying, I don't know who would be able to say it's a murder for hire or who would be able to put that narrative out there.
Probably based on text messages and communication somehow.
I mean, so what? Does this come from like official police? Or?
I don't want to speculate, but
right.
when you say stuff
at
like that,
some point like that, somebody snitched, read something. They got some kind of information.
The backup.
But that's all speculation at this point. You know what I mean? Like, we don't, as a man.
Unless he walked in there and told him that he did that shit himself. The shit come from another source.
Right.
And he didn't.
So as a man, I was just talking to somebody, one of my friends.
South don't play by that snitching shit.
Nah, for sure. But as a man, I was just talking to somebody about this, but I forget what it was. Like, if you've been in the system, you face death or prison every day.
Absolutely.
If you move a certain way, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So who knows what this situation was? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Aside from that,
Good
being
point.
a parent, I look at it like you know, I was raised a certain way. You know what I'm saying? And I made certain decisions in life. And the decisions that I made that drove my life into a certain direction didn't really come from
Your parents.
my
It came
parents.
from your decisions.
It came from my decisions. Now, did they come from certain events that happened in my life? Yeah, for sure. But I feel like you know how many shooters and hustlers I went to church with? You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
Like,
bro,
you
we
see what I'm
used to
saying?
Walk to church together.
like, come on, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we can't like say, oh, Remy is a bad mom, or
Niggas
oh,
was on
she
the
got
choir.
locked up for shooting somebody, and this look
Right.
what type. We can't really say none of that. You know what I'm
No.
saying? Like, I wouldn't dare say none of those type of things to, you know, a parent in this situation.
Not
you know,
never. I ain't even
it's
want to
a-
bring that up, but you good.
it's really a expect the worst and hope for the best type of situation, and you know, I just feel like I want to raise my children, whatever.
Oh, sorry, you drinking?
Yeah,
You got
drink
empty
it.
cup. That's the only reason
Yeah.
I was
I thought y'all was trying to irritate me. I ain't
Oh,
know.
go ahead, go
We
ahead.
don't
Do your
air
thing.
tag, we real tag.
Keep talking, bro. Keep talking.
No, because I was in the middle of my point, but you know, I think it's just a crazy situation to be in,
Absolutely.
and I feel like you know, I wish the best for their family in that situation. Nobody wants to see their child go away forever.
Big Wade.
I'm sitting over here because there's so many views I have on it. So many. Being a mother, being a mother.
Being a
My
father.
no. Being raised by a single parent mother
Okay.
with 3 brothers, 3 boys. So seeing it on from that side is like, my mom was straight, heads on, like head up, straight to the point. We ain't gonna bull crap it. And she knew us and she didn't. It go
Right.
back to what he was just
Right.
saying.
Right.
You know, she knew us, but then there was certain things she didn't know of.
Right.
So, and my mom didn't play in the streets, and here it is, you know, raising 3 boys. We all feet on land, all
Right.
3 of us, and my mom didn't play in the streets. So it goes from how you raise them to what they see to what's around them,
Yeah.
to them just being curious. A lot of these people see like, oh, the parent, like you were saying, but the kid is just curious.
And sometimes they go where they
and
find
some-
acceptance at.
Correct.
And sometimes, and that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes at home, yeah, they being raised, but sometimes the kids may not feel like he being heard. So where he go, they listening to him,
I heard that.
and it's easy to persuade somebody when you actually listen to him.
Yep.
Yep.
Than to reject them.
At least when
So-
you appear to.
Mm-hmm.
And then me raising boys is like,
I mean, you got.
I got 3 boys myself.
Right.
I got 3 boys myself,
I
and
got one.
me raising boys is go like, yeah. Once again, I can only keep telling them.
Right.
But I can only watch my son be his own man, and at the end of the day, I want my kid to be his own man. I can
Absolutely.
only teach you the guidance, the guidelines, and you make the right decisions with him.
Absolutely.
But
They make them decisions
so
by
you sit
themselves.
back and you watch your kids grow. You don't know what you gonna get out your kids until your kids become an adult, until they make an adult move.
Life is like a box of chocolates.
That's true. But
It's
let me
always
tell
gonna be
you.
surprising.
But let me tell you what I've been teaching. I know I mentioned this on this platform at least 10 times. Let me tell you what I've been teaching my kids since they was 2 and 3 years old. Right. Very, very simple. It's like, you want good things to happen, you make good decisions, right? If you want bad things, or not even, bad things will happen when you make bad decisions.
Right.
Simple as that. I don't care if you 2, 22, 82. It's simple as that. And I'm not saying children, they got their own minds. But I think that it's important for us as parents to always embed them with that, right? They gonna make, we all made this shit that our
Yes,
parents
for sure.
would not approve of. Like,
For
we
sure.
all did it. That's human. Like,
I
that's,
find myself drinking with my mom, telling everybody now, like,
Right.
I'm not
Listen.
telling you this.
Right.
I told my dad, I can honestly say my dad probably really didn't know
Shout out OG.
anything. Yes, rest in peace to my dad.
Yeah, that's my guy.
Almost
Yeah,
a
rest
year, but it's almost nothing that my dad knew. Like that he didn't know. Like almost like did not know. Like he knew everything, right? And my dad was strict. I couldn't even have a boyfriend. I couldn't have no boyfriend. None of that. I was scared to tell him I was pregnant and I was married. Right. You dig me? But my whole thing is, as parents, it's something that we just have to embed in them. And I by no way, shape, form, or fashion do I blame Rum in any way. Nah. Not in any way, or her son, because you don't even know. This is still alleged. It's still alleged, right?
But that is part of the conversation about like the shock or the non-awareness of when something like this happens and your kid is thrust into it. Because even if he's not a part of it and didn't have anything to do with it, we're in a high technology age, so it feels like he might have been affiliated with something that was treacherous anyway. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, that's definitely fair. But you also gotta think too. Sometimes his mom, I feel like I
want to put it on her. I'm not doing that.
No. What I'm saying is a lot of times that she's had a target, so you never know the targets your children have and who might come after your children just on the simple fact of who you are.
Well, the guy they say is a Queens legend though too. The guy they say he killed was a 40-something-year-old Queens legend. They say.
Shout out.
He had a lot of friends too.
Somebody that would put a hit out. That somebody would put a hit out on.
I mean,
it's just unfortunate in every way. It's just.
I'm not gonna die that narrative. I just don't.
But see, and that's what's weird about it. And we don't know so much about the situation. But as somebody that remember on The Wire when Omar went out because the young boy killed him. Yeah. Like that's how a lot of the most fierce people go out randomly.
Yeah.
Randomly because
And sometimes the cops try to add something to it to make it make sense. The same way the neighborhood might, right? Yeah. But a lot of the baddest motherfuckers I've seen, and you know about JC's story from Uptown, it be the randomest shit that takes some of these dudes out.
Yo, I know we got a lot of topics, but real quick, I read in the news yesterday, it was this former mob boss, they got hit. He was walking across the street in a motor vehicle, a DMV, a transportation vehicle hit him and decapitated him, right? And they try and say but they said accident, right? And they was like, damn. They said it's fucked up. They said, excuse me, it's messed up. They said he spent his whole life looking over his shoulders, but died because he ain't look both ways.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yo,
that's a bar.
But to the same effect as what you're saying. Like, was it an accident or not? Like sometimes they just go out like that.
Yeah, sometimes, but you assume it has to be a bigger story because this is a bigger personality.
Correct. Profile. Yeah. Correct. And that was in New York too this week.
Let me catch up on some comments quick. Shout out to Camille Bryant. She said 100. Shout out to YG. He said yerp. What up, though?
What up, though?
You need to name this John Sippin' with Sammy and YG because I stay with the bottles.
Sit with me. I'm in
real shit, laughing face. And then Camille chimed back in. She said riff. And then she sent some more laughing faces.
No, we appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to Kay for making sure that we know what's going on. Because there's a lot going on this monitor in front of us, and that's not it.
Absolutely. All right. Let's move on.
Can we give a round of applause for me having Sonny back in this bitch acting crazy with me?
Right.
Ow.
I missed you.
I'm in the building.
Yo.
Yeah, I mean, wait. She do good work, right?
Good work. Good work.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Y'all don't realize this my road up.
Yeah, we go way back.
If I was a battle rapper, she would have had to come to most of my battles with me. This my gangster.
That's it.
It's my gangster.
Right.
She know how to read the room better than most of you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Absolutely, man. And she know how to work a room too. See, she cute today. I could make her put a hoodie on in 5 minutes and
flip probably thought I was coming.
Flip this whole fucking set.
Wait, chill, Sammy. You talking too much.
All right.
She good.
All right.
I ain't say she done it. I ain't say she done it.
Ain't never been seen.
Yo,
all right.
It's crazy, man.
Chief
Real
Keef.
life.
Allegedly.
So,
real life.
Recently, Chief Keef had his return to Chicago, a concert. He hasn't been there in 12 years, and he performed in Chicago for the first time in that period just a week and a half ago, I believe.
He made a movie before Kendrick did.
Mm-hmm.
He did make a movie.
He made a movie.
He did. That shit was crazy.
With that, there were questions as to whether he would also return to his old block, O Block, which obviously has a lot of significance both for his music but also for gang culture in general in Chicago. Cash, this was your topic, so I'll start with you.
No, like...
Oh, all right. I'm like, how the fuck?
She says, well, how she get that topic?
No, how she know they talk about if he gonna go back to the block or not?
No, it's been.
We all knew about the show.
It's been questions about like people asked. They had an interview on No Jumper with Lil Reese. Was asking like, you think he would go back? Like, I mean, everybody that's big goes back to their neighborhood at one point. You know what I mean? But I was just wanting to pose the question like, when is it cool to not go back? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm pulling up like Lotto with 15 Suburbans.
Yeah,
right.
like,
Fuck you mean?
Especially for somebody who started. He basically started the drill culture from Chicago. Like.
He the boy.
Yeah, like he's
Kanye hopped on
he's
his
the number
shit.
one op. Like
Kanye said, "Oh, him."
Yeah, like he, you know how many beefs they, probably still that people still got towards them.
It's the same reason he's been in LA this whole time.
Right. So,
But you know what I think is, and it's crazy. I don't want to step on your point.
No, you good.
I want to add to it.
Mm-hmm.
The reason that this is taking so long is because things were so strict, and
Right.
this all goes through the police and their interaction with the venues based on intelligence or whatever their agenda.
They wasn't doing no shows in their home city.
They banned the show when his hologram was supposed to perform in Chicago
That's
a
wild.
couple years ago,
Wow.
and I believe it was
Said them
during
niggas
COVID.
gonna shoot up the hologram.
Bro, they wouldn't let his hologram. He was supposed to be literally in a studio on the West Coast and performing for the crowd
In a hologram.
in a hologram, and they said no.
I think it's
You
not.
know how crazy that is?
It's
You
not.
know how crazy Chicago is?
That's
No,
what I'm
I
about
don't
to
think
say.
they were wrong. I
That's
just
what I
think
think.
people
I
gotta
think he
understand
just-
power.
Like I know it's
Yeah,
crazy over
that's
here in
right.
Philly, but the shit I be seeing and hearing and like researching, like it be going down out there, John.
I just think he just,
Like 100 niggas
just
die in
really
3
requisite
days.
proof.
I gotta believe Chicago niggas look at Philly stories and be like, yo, we be on similar shit.
Right, we on similar, but it's not that crazy.
But I feel
But
like
there's nowhere else crazier. The
No,
Bronx?
no. Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
where else is crazy?
Yeah. Like,
I think it's some
it's
other
just
wild towns. I just think
No,
it's
there's a lot of
I think it's
wild
smaller. Like
towns.
Memphis, crazy as shit.
Memphis is wild as fuck.
Do y'all think?
Memphis is wild.
Do y'all
You got
think?
a good one.
Do y'all think Chief should have went back to the block though? Back to old block?
No.
Old block again is not a block. It's a
It's a
project.
development.
project housing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a development. I wouldn't go
I
back.
don't think it's necessary.
I don't think it's a, and I don't think
He,
at this.
he not gonna go back.
And I'm gonna be honest. At
And
this
if he
point,
go back, it's gonna be a pull up, pull out. That's
at this
That's what I'm
point,
saying,
how
like-
many of his people still lit it?
no.
They just went through a lot of shit.
It's not
They
for
just
that.
sold
You
that
know what
shit.
it's for. It's
No,
the same
what
reason Nipsey would be on Slauson. It's not.
The only
It's
reason,
not for his people.
the
It's
main reason rappers go back to the hood is so that niggas don't say that they ain't come back to the hood. If them
He never
niggas
lost
ain't there,
He never lost that respect out that hood like that.
Yeah.
But what about the people that say we go back to the hood to motivate the youth and show them that you
Yeah,
can fucking
that's
do
what
this?
I-
I'm pretty
But
sure
he-
he's been funneling
see-
money this whole time.
I mean, yeah.
And two,
And I'm not talking about illegally. I'm talking about above board.
And two,
Yeah.
we talking about he really
That's
played.
Chicago. Von
and
walked
we
through the
talking about he
projects
really
and
played
handed
in the
everybody
streets.
$1,000.
Yeah.
So you gotta look at it. He really played in the streets, so he just taking a smarter move.
But
Why
Vine
would you
wasn't
go
as
back?
rich.
Them
as
niggas
him.
just play paintball 2 times a week
Yeah,
instead
why
of
would
running
you go
around
back?
Chicago ducking bullets.
Mhm.
Like, he made a decision that the hood understood.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's what your
I'm
point
saying,
was. Yeah.
The hood
Because
understood.
I think I stepped on
and
it a
he
little
never
bit.
he never lost that type of talk in his neighborhood.
Right.
So he ain't really gotta prove it by pulling back up.
Right.
And he's still a scary fucking
That's what-
energy. Like, if you watch
No.
Keith when he's hanging out partying,
Yeah.
this nigga look like the Undertaker. His hair be
Yeah.
in front of his face. He be regular, straight face like yay. Like, if you really peep it,
Yeah.
you won't see him smiling until he with motherfucking Shorty Red.
No, yeah.
What's her
Sexy
name?
Red.
Sexy Red. That's the only time, and she
I
ghetto
heard he
like
fuck
he
with
ghetto.
King Von little sister now too. They said.
Yes, they that was a new announcement that they
What
was
is it?
spotted together.
Who?
King Von little sister was
Caleb
the
B.
chief. Caleb B, the one that
You
She's an
can't-
artist.
and she
It's-
turn up all
I
the
know
time.
she is. Yeah,
She
yeah.
set it off on niggas all the time. She be trying to get niggas out of here. Feel like
She said she was gonna put hands on Charleston White and then.
it get
Yeah,
crazy.
into a
She be
whole
telling
bunch of
niggas
other
to do
topics.
it though. She be like, no, it's a green light.
Yeah, but
It's YG said for sure he should have went back.
wow.
I need more YG. I'm with you.
Right.
I'm not against you feeling that way. I want to know why.
Yeah, he's in his 30s now. And he's
The
very
hood
rich.
always-
He ain't been in 12
listen.
years.
The hood always love a return.
Man, I go
The
uptown
hood
to
always
fuck.
will love a
I go
return.
uptown to fuck with my mom and get grub. I got a bar uptown that they thought I owned the motherfucker.
You do know, but look,
I was just thinking about it yesterday. I drove by.
I've been in there 3 or 4 times since they changed the name 3 years ago.
The elephant is though, like we do know, Young Dolph got killed around the corner from his mom neighborhood. Like,
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not that it don't happen.
And Philly is Philly.
Yeah, like.
And I ain't gonna lie, like I run a lot. Like even me putting that sign on this table was a big step for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Sipping with Sammy is Sipping with Sammy for a fucking reason. My
right.
family is already somebody before I made my run.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And everything I do ain't above their board.
Right.
Right? So it's like, no, it get weird.
Mm-hmm.
Like, where do you draw the line? Like, we still got to shoot the Linda episode. I'm waiting on you.
Oh, you tell me. I'm ready. That's the one.
Linda is my mom, in case y'all don't know.
That's fire.
But my mom is one of them.
She watched me grow up, so listen.
My mom is one of moms who has 2 kids that move around a lot, but somehow she winds up being the star.
Right.
Like everybody talk about Linda.
Well,
that's why I said the Linda.
She made y'all motherfuckers. That's
no,
right.
she's a she's a dope motherfucker.
No, for sure.
My mom had a
she helped raise all us.
And she was one of the first ones in Philly with the Halle Berry cut with the dye in the front. She had the shoes, she had the purses, and she played her part and kept her husband for all these years.
Right.
So it's a lot that a lot of young women learn from my mom, and a lot of my homies confide in my mom. But her energy, like, she don't give a fuck, bro. Thanksgiving, show up when you show up. I'm gonna put the food out. Right. Like, we not going through all that. She don't be tripping.
I had plenty of Thanksgivings too.
All right.
You come to my mom's house, you getting drunk. I ain't the one. She.
Yo, I don't mean to like tweak, but I see a post that said they got Drake performing Not Like Us. Like he performed Kendrick's song.
Well, he bought into the BBL Drizzy shit, so he's being corny. Like he's doing this shit that we.
This is nutty.
And can we talk
That's
about?
Some whole shit.
Can we talk about how like the same reason that hip hop rejected Drake is what we seeing right now. We seeing a bunch of people that don't want to be realistic about the situation and like, just want to keep complaining.
It's okay. I'm a performer now.
But like even
that's
the
audience, performing my op.
But even
even
if you look at the media personalities that represented him during the battle, they're not conceding. They're literally making excuses that don't have nothing to do with history of hip hop or battle rap, or what really matters in the situation. They're just picking straws because they're not willing to concede, because the internet and social media has given everybody an equal voice to say, if I'm intelligent enough to present a different point, it means I'm not a hoe, I'm a unicorn. You know, I love the whole unicorn thing.
Yeah,
somebody, I really got a homegirl that used to be like, I prefer the term unicorn. And I was like, the word had a meaning for 100 years for a reason.
I don't think she know the meaning of a unicorn.
You know how many? I've never seen as many unicorns in my fucking life.
Right. People don't even know.
You use the opposite of what you should have used to represent the situation.
Right.
Unicorns are supposed to be majestic and rarely seen.
All right.
My bad.
So, moving on to our next topic.
This is why I keep a K around.
If we remember back to the murder of Pop Smoke, some of the people who were convicted, their names were not released due to the fact that they were juveniles. Over the weekend, images of a man who goes by King Vermont Rascal went viral because he is one of the alleged killers that was just released from juvenile detention. A particular rapper, NV Kane, who goes by some other name that I will not pronounce, celebrated the release from prison by posting pictures of this suspect and, you know, being excited about his release and taunting
gonna be excited.
The other side.
Free my op is a real thing.
Hold on.
I'm just saying, it is.
Whoa.
No, so I mean, I was about to kick this to Cash anyway, because this is another one of his topics. So, what do you guys all think about this?
I just wanted to make. I knew this was a Cash topic. I just wanted to make sure, because sometimes we drinking more than K. Sometimes we forget K ain't done yet. But go ahead. You good?
No, I just you know, I came across it.
Sam was like, yeah, true.
They said that one of them was just released. He was I forget how. Yeah, but
21.
He served
it said he did
juvenile
like
life.
4 months.
No, he did 4
He
years.
did juvenile life.
He did
Oh,
4
he
years.
did 4 years. Okay.
He
Yeah.
did juvenile
They
life.
say he did like 4 years. Like doing 4 years for a blatant murder.
He
I
wasn't.
think
He
that's why
wasn't
these
the
young
one that
boys
pulled
is-
the trigger.
But I think that's why these young boys is wild too, because they know that if a lot of them know that if they go to
Bro,
jail.
Well, hold on. That's gang
That's
culture.
the whole thing.
That's
yeah.
gang culture. They
In the
recruit
streets.
you to do the shit because
That-
you coming home.
Yeah.
They tell you that. Like,
Mhm.
you got to bust the move because, or you got to cop to it.
Yeah.
I thought juvenile
Because you coming
lifers
home.
was just a new thing within the past 10, 15 years.
No.
Nah, that been going on.
Different sentencing guidelines for youth has always been a thing. It just changes.
I know
Yeah.
it was, but
So
within the past
when
10,
a black
15 years,
kid
they
kills
was
a
just
white
coming
kid,
home.
a lot of times they get charged as an adult, or a white adult they get
That's what I'm
charged as
talking
an
about.
adult.
Juvenile lifers that been
That's
charged as an
different.
adult,
That's different.
not as a youth. Like,
No, that's
that's
different.
fairly new. The past 10 to
The
15
juvenile
years,
life.
juvenile lifers that been charged as adult are now coming home,
But even like
not
the,
charged as a juvenile.
the one that's declared to be the shooter in the situation, he still has 5 more years. They gave him more time.
I think
So-
He was a juvenile as well, though, right?
Yeah, he was a juvenile too. He was.
that still ain't
This
shit.
one was how old?
Yeah.
This
They
one
gave
was.
10 and a half,
This one
like
was
11.
17. He was 15.
This
The
is
one
what
that
I'm
pulled the
saying.
trigger was 15.
This is what I'm saying, though. Like,
And this is all sad as fuck.
when
By the way,
it's sad, about this is what I'm about to get to, because I don't know what.
I don't want to
what
just be
angle
running
y'all
off
think.
numbers.
I don't know what angle y'all think I'm coming in talking to blue. Or I'm joking, but
I'm trying to catch Safa.
my whole angle is when like, do y'all see how much like misguidance
Bruh.
that these generation has? Like,
Absolutely.
whereas though you come home for a crime that most people got charged for that type of thing would
Won't
never
ever
come home for. And not only is you announcing that you home, but you talking shit.
Why?
He
Oh,
said-
overrated.
He
This is-
said something about 21, come take a shot. Like, I'm 21 now, come take a shot.
And he
Like,
posted a
as an
picture with
innuendo.
a bottle of Don Julio
Right.
and his sneakers,
right.
the Jordan Low joints.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you basically giving a metaphor of take a shot, a drink, or take a shot
So-
at me. Like,
Are you putting yourself in the same position that Julio Fulio just did?
bro, the sad part, this is driving my point home. These kids, man, they will do
Playing the game
anything
wrong.
to be viral
Same
and
way
be
King
known,
Von- but
and
King
they will
Von
put
played
their
it the same
life on the line for that shit. No, King Von was different. King Von was already living that life and based on his gang shit, and didn't care because
He flirted
niggas
with
did.
He flirted with K. What's her name? KK on Twitter.
He didn't care because niggas did that shit. Ki.
Ki.
You're right. Niggas did something to his homie and he snapped out. It is what it is at that point. You know what I'm saying? But these kids will do some shit like that just to be like, yo, this is what everybody know me for.
Right.
And then if you die, at least everybody knew you. Like,
But if you
Right.
live to die, which is the problem. But be for real, like I've been somebody that wasn't really optimistic on my timeline being long. Because of who I was losing and how I was losing them, and it wasn't the assholes that was dying. It was
Right,
the
the
cool
good
niggas.
ones.
Yeah.
I always tell people the lady that started Mothers in Charge is one of my OG's mom. She lost him to a parking spot to a nigga that ain't have a car,
Right.
and he just graduated college
weird.
on
Uptown.
Sharp Neck Street,
Oh, all right.
right off of motherfucking Finley
I
Playground.
know
Yeah.
another situation like that in my hood in Southwest.
And
so
she
it's like,
started
it's
Mothers
crazy.
in Charge, and salute to her.
I know
I've been a
about
part.
that
She was in the community before then, though. Like I've been the Easter Bunny at her events for the kids before that.
Yeah, I think one of my homies' moms is involved in that because she lost her son.
And what's our homegirl name with the paintings?
Oh, Zarina.
Zarina. And shout out to Zarina because they work in tandem now. They was at my school this year with the paintings.
Yeah, where they?
How long has Mothers in Charge been
We
Officiated.
talking about
Probably
probably
at
about
least
20 years.
now.
right? My homie,
Because it used to be on the radio first.
Mm.
I got a homie named Tariq that died in like 2001, 2002.
Probably was.
And I believe his mom was involved in that.
She probably is.
More than likely
It's
because
a whole
what happens
group of
is
What I
they're
feel
all
like gonna
mothers.
happen with Pop Smoke Killer is all controversy now. And
But
it's-
does anything happen? He's a West
No.
Coast
It's
nigga.
all-
It ain't like
it's
he
all-
going to the Bronx.
Nah, it's all a, it's,
West
it's
Coast
all
niggas.
a, it's all a.
Right,
Well,
yeah.
they said that there was some New York.
So it was a,
Pop Smoke
no,
got
they
killed
was
in the
West
hills
Coast.
in
Yeah,
Cali.
Yeah.
they from the coast.
Oh, there was some niggas from over there.
Yeah.
He got killed in the hills.
So it's just
He
money.
was at a
it's,
B&B.
It's
Nah,
money
nah.
opportunity.
Yeah.
And
I look at all
he
that.
about to run the play
He
up.
about to run
Yeah.
a play up.
So that was the
Yeah.
marketing.
He out.
Yeah.
He
That's
out.
the marketing.
He
Yeah.
out
Who got
because
60 grand?
he out
Yeah.
because the system know he'll be back.
You know, Vlad
Think
gonna be
about
on
all
his
that.
ass.
He out because
the system know he'll
If
be
he
back.
not smart, he will be. And he don't
He'll be
appear to
back.
be
That's
smart.
definitely a
So it's
That's
gonna be
crazy.
money opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big.
Who got
money
60
play.
grand?
A lot of people.
That's why already he got rappers that didn't even know the young boy before he did the crime, representing them now.
Wow.
Pay attention.
I ain't see that.
See?
No, you know more than I do.
I'm
On
glad
that
you
one.
brought that back for us.
Go ahead, Kat.
That's wild.
I got one more hip hop related topic that we gotta get into, and then I promise we're gonna bring it back up. Rest in peace to rapper Julio Fulio. Julio, my bad.
Mhm.
Julio
Rest in
Fulio.
peace.
He is a Florida rapper. He was having his birthday celebration in Tampa at a hotel and was unfortunately shot down.
8 times, I believe. 8 shots, I believe.
It sounded like 30.
No, they let off a lot. I think he got hit 8 times.
That's wild.
So rest in peace to him.
No, but it's not only that. The whole situation is this is a rapper that actively disses dead people and says some shit about. I think he went to a cemetery and rapped and this dead person.
Yep.
And he said something about like killing somebody on their birthday or some shit like that.
And then announced his birthday party publicly and told everybody to pull up, pop out.
This shit is
And then-
They
manifestation.
did.
But if you look at the caption, not the caption, if you look at the comments, everybody, niggas ain't threatening him. Niggas is saying, yo, this a bad omen, basically. Like, this ain't what you think it is. Like, be careful what you wish for. Like, yo, this might be your darkest day. Like, don't do that. Like, niggas is doing that. This is before he got killed.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You saw that?
No, I didn't.
YG said, sad as fuck, man. He knew his time was coming.
Well, this is part of living to die.
Yeah.
What I was saying earlier,
Go back
like,
to
I
that.
thought making 30 was retirement. When I was 22, and my cousin was like, and you know him, let's buy matching Range Rovers.
Mm-hmm.
We can get a play. If we both grab one, I'm like, when I'm 30, I'll grab whatever you want. I thought 30 was like,
Yeah.
It.
Yeah, we all.
because it didn't seem fathomable at the time.
Bro, my
So-
homie, I just told you about Ricky died when he was 15, bro.
I had a good family. We had food in the fridge.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine, I was in an environment that was detrimental to my health, right?
Right.
Correct.
Right.
So just imagine some of these young men
could.
that are in worse, more dire
Way worse
situations.
yeah.
When they come up, getting a bag doesn't change that mentality right away. We seen a lot of young men bump their head. We seen T.I.
Young women.
blow. It in one situation.
You should be back.
We saw T.I. blow the biggest moment in hip hop, and when I say the biggest moment, it was when he was on the run to become Jay-Z, Wayne, whoever was the biggest guy, and is solidifying like this thing we was talking about earlier, the final lap, the victory lap,
Okay.
was when the BET Awards was in Atlanta. He had
Okay.
2 major movies coming out, and he got booked the day and an album coming out,
Yeah.
and he got booked the day of the fucking awards for 100+ straps.
Yeah.
And it was like, yo, we've seen this happen.
Right.
We've seen it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I forgot my original point because we blanked out at first. But why did I start that?
No, I don't know, but I know what I was gonna follow up with because I
What?
just know you was gonna say. You was saying how you had food and all, and I was just saying you know how I grew up in damn near a mansion and still got in situations. So taking it back to Remy's son into this situation to bring it back with the
Yeah.
streets, it's like it's not necessarily your folks, it's your environment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So-
and that's
And that's
what it
the
was about.
thing. Like it's like even if you are given
I
the
was
right
new in this
teachings,
joint.
the right teachings in the home and all of that,
Definitely was new.
it's like as a parent you'll feel like you guilty of a certain tax bracket based on like your neighborhood. You know what I
So-
mean?
Tracy Kramer in the comments said, who shot him? Did he deserve it?
We don't know who shot him, and we don't know who deserves what. I'm not God. Like,
Yeah,
and
like,
I appreciate
and I
your
wouldn't
comment,
tell
but
you.
that was a dark comment. Like, I am
Who
not the
shot
one
him?
that decides who deserves what. Like,
You shot him.
and I'll be honest, You told me just now, like, I've heard of the young man, but I've never heard a song.
I never heard a song either.
I've been hearing about him for quite a while, but you told me he dissed a lot of dead.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Deserve is not a thing, but some things come with certain things.
It's called manifestation.
And
speaking things into existence.
We've seen artists talk about they death and die right after that. Now you don't see people making them same kind of albums.
I just had a bar, right? I was
biggest artist made them, and nobody else want to follow them up.
Cash, let me introduce you.
Go ahead.
All right. So I promised I would bring it up right after this, and I will. Cash just had a battle.
Oh yeah, damn, that's crazy.
And he was about to say that he had a bar. So go ahead and finish your thought.
No, we were speaking on manifestation. So I had a battle with a guy named Boss Status. It was booked initially on Bill Collector car. Shout out to Bill Collector.
Shout out.
He had a car called the Audacity.
Bill show us love every time.
Yeah. So and shout out.
He fucks with Cash.
Yeah, for sure. So the guy, he booked me the battle. He actually backed out the day of the morning. He said that his daughter was in Hershey hospital. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And a week before that, I had seen him at another battle that I had did, and he was like, "Yo, I gotta battle you next week. I ain't write shit." And then ironically, you say on the day of that your daughter's in the hospital. So when we battled, I said something like "Father first" about kids. I'm not insensitive. About how you backed out on Bill card. Let's get inquisitive. A week before you hadn't written shit, then said your kid was sick. If that was lies, no, you spoke that shit into existence. Like you was just saying your daughter was sick and she wasn't. Could make her sick. You know what I mean? Like I've really been brought up on that.
I don't say my grandma's sick. My aunt dead.
Yeah, we don't do that.
We don't do that.
We don't. Oh, my
Nigga,
daughter.
I didn't
in
do
the
my
hospital.
homework.
Right.
We don't do none of that. Because at the end of the day, you can say some shit and it really happened.
Yeah, no, that's a real thing, and we've seen it in a lot of different representations, especially in our age bracket. We've been around people in the spotlight for enough time to see that people can really conjure some, and we know enough about self and energy.
It's the power of the tongue. But
right,
how you going to use it, though? You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just
sure.
saying, because the same way you can use it in that manner, you can use it positively and talk about all the things that you're going to manifest and do and get.
Why does Mike sound like it's not on?
It turned off. Now it's good.
Yo, Cash, when the reschedule?
Oh, no. So
that was
the battle actually happened on another platform.
Okay.
Get to the Garden. Shout out to Dre.
Shout out Dre.
So yeah, that was cool. So I had a battle with Boss Status. He's a guy from Lancaster. He hangs around people from Loud Boys.
You can find it on YouTube?
Yeah, you can find it on YouTube. It should be out soon.
Look up all CK.
Gates of the Garden.
Bro, I know y'all fuck with battle rap.
No, for sure. It should be out pretty soon. Dre don't slow up with they drops or whatever the case.
No, Dre just release shit mostly.
But like I was saying, I think I said last live, I had a line where the guy's friend, his name is Yo Bull Peanut, and
Yo Bull.
I said some shit like he ain't snapping, he be snacking. Get off Yo Bull Peanuts, and then I poured out like a big ass bag of peanuts.
You did the shell drop. You did the shell drop.
What's the shell drop?
Who was it? Chesson on Tay Rock.
Oh yeah. But people, if you watch me battle since like last 2-3 years, like
big gimmick bull.
Yeah, I do a lot of little props and little showmanship things that I see that they don't really bring to the the underground tier of battle rap. Like you might see it on a Smack or maybe a Chrome, but like I just bring that type of energy. Whereas though we gonna do something a little different and bring you the bars at the same time. So look out for that. I got a battle coming up June 29th. K Shark TV Promotions is in Queens, New York. Some guy named J1. I don't know why he named himself that when it's a J2, but it's cool. That's what you named yourself.
And J2 is
it's up, bro. Like you gotta go. Yeah, he but he lit though. So.
No, J2 is dope. But to name yourself J1 that's crazy.
And you're not bigger than this guy, no Diddy.
Yeah,
you know
that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, so and we got C Cash, the album coming soon, new project. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. 17 joints, all fire. We got features. Sammie definitely made the cut on that joint.
Oh shit, I'm on there.
We got Sammie. We got fucking Spady, Meek Spady.
Shout out Meek Spady.
We got
man.
Bill Collector. We got
and Bill been promoting that song since they recorded it. No bullshit.
We got Taz Tycoon from VA, but she currently resides in California.
Yo, that's a great one.
Yeah, we got some shit, man. And listen, no bullshit. I really want y'all to know these songs like really come from a place like of seriousness and like real heartfelt situations in real life. Like I promise you, like if you could relate to some of this shit, that like I might give y'all this fucking project with some tissues or something, like, you know what I'm saying? Like for real, cause like I can't listen to it without getting like, you know what I'm saying?
Barbie, we need you to make the tissue boxes.
So
Oh yeah.
I need y'all to fuck with me on this joint. There's some real shit in this joint, and I feel like I can't advance in my music growth process without letting y'all fill y'all in like on a play by play a lot of, you know, instances and events that happen in my life. So C-Cash, the new project is coming soon. Stay tuned. New videos for my project that's out right now, Net Worth, and more battles coming soon.
Net Worth lit.
All that shit. Let's get it.
Net
Like,
Worth is lit.
shout out to Sammy. He was in Pop My Shit video that's out right now on all platforms.
Crazy.
Let's get it.
Smoking
Before
way too
we go too much further, I do gotta catch us up on some comments.
much. Let's do it. Yeah.
It's
Appreciate
YG going back to the situation we were talking about with Julio before.
Yeah.
It
Rest
doesn't
in
matter
peace.
who did what, nobody deserves it.
That's what I was saying. Like,
Then he said later on, talking about C-Cash, I need a feature.
Hey, you gotta hit my DM.
And
Yeah.
then C-Cash, can you see this one? Can you read this one?
we can
Can I
see it,
see
but
it?
it's very
It's so
tiny.
small.
Shout out to, and that's as far as I can go. This like the eye test.
Shout out to SippinWitSammie and Kay for giving my babe a spotlight on the platform.
Oh, all right. Yeah, that's wifey. Shout out to wifey. Thank you, babe. I love you. You already know.
I can't do better than that. That was phenomenal.
That's why I wanted him to read it.
But can I do you one better? I appreciate you for holding this man down and making sure that when I need his energy and when we have to collaborate on things, that he's available mentally to be a part of that. We've made great music. He's made great music around me, and he's supported my platform in times where I know you had to hold it down, and I appreciate you for that. 100%. And Sophia, no, we don't play about family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So just
She
thank
in there
you
right
you.
now holding down the 6-month-old,
Yeah,
almost
man.
18-pound.
The football turned it
light-skinned
into the
ball.
medicine bag.
Yeah, he getting big.
Medicine
man.
ball. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out
Football turned into the medicine ball.
Yeah. Shout out to Sincere Dakota though. That's my babies, man.
Yeah, man.
My baby Dakota be 8 on July 11th. So you know what I mean? Y'all
And they
show
got a
some
great
love.
family.
Shout out to
man.
cancer season.
Yeah.
Beautiful
11.
But you talk about like a beautiful family. Like I
Appreciate that saying.
I'm very proud of this man. Very proud of this
That's
man.
what's up.
But about what he do in the studio, he just told y'all the project that's out, the project that's coming.
Yeah.
I'm one of them. I don't co-sign bullshit.
Right.
He really nice. Like to the stereotype about battle rappers does not apply to most Philly battle rappers. Maybe a couple.
Yeah.
But that makes him a part of the legacy of we get busy regardless.
Facts.
Put a beat on, take a beat off, open a car door, open a studio booth.
Right.
We spit.
Cypher, whatever.
And we being creative, and we gonna do some shit.
What? And, shout out to Prophet Ghost. I just got this feature from him, man. I ain't gonna lie, it's a little different for me. But I'ma smoke this shit, bro. I got you, ASAP. Let's go.
And speaking of features, we gonna tap back in. Make sure you tap in with Cash for your feature. I
Yeah,
heard
for
what
sure.
you said
DM me.
earlier.
Yeah, cause Sammy need his percentage. I already know.
It's YG also said cancer season.
Ow.
Yeah.
I mean, Gemini's just ran out, I think, so we good.
Yeah,
we tore it up.
y'all
You see
cool.
everybody's birthday it was. Y'all better compete. Y'all better
All I
compete.
know is
Oh,
when
my
Scorpio
You know, we
season
run it
come-
up. Gemini.
I'm not a Gemini.
I know, but you see how Geminis do. You
When
know we got
Scorpio-
all your favorites.
When Scorpio season come, I just want y'all to breathe easy, cause
Before
I'm
you
be out here
broski, I'm a Libra.
acting
Holla at your
stupid.
girl.
Oh, all right, say that.
Listen,
Got
I'm
a
just
skirt
saying,
in,
all
skirt,
the
I fuck with you.
anybody that's been in the
Fuck with
top
Libra.
5 argument 9 times out of 10 is a Gemini.
It's a lot of
And I don't care
Scorpios.
what era it
It's
is.
a lot of
Geminis
Scorpios
and
in the
Libras
game.
always get together though.
There's a lot of Scorpios in the game.
There's a lot of Scorpios. There's a lot of
Whole lot.
Virgos. There's a lot of Virgos too. But y'all act different.
Kai Sears said facepalm, facepalm.
I mean, Yo, what we getting into next? Cause are you done? Cause you got a lot going on.
I'm
I don't want
finished.
to cut your story short.
I'm good.
All right.
Okay. Now, what did you hear when you heard him say all of that? Cause y'all just meeting on air for the first time y'all been able to sit down and really have a conversation.
On air.
When he just said everything he got going on, what was going through your head? Cause you were honest, brother.
Philly still got music behind it.
That's what you.
I thought like at one time I gave up on Philly music
Mm.
because the Young Bulls definitely took over and they rip and running and you know all the drill music and it get tiring.
Mm-hmm.
So to hear him say how many projects he got coming up and how many projects he's still doing, Philly still got a lot of talent behind it.
Yo, if you
And we still got
I love
some
that.
leading the way too. Shout out to Cord.
shout out,
Shout out to
shout out to Lovely Laid Beats.
yeah.
Check out that joint with Core and Son of the 215.
Shout out to
Produced by Lovely Laid
And
Beats.
shout out to Tierra Whack.
yeah. I was
Shout
just
out to Tierra.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
having a moment right
Yes, she
now.
is.
And I'm talking about huge.
One of
To
Yeah.
be somebody that doesn't have
Mm-hmm.
the biggest name, she's getting the huge light.
But guess what? I feel like she just don't have the biggest name here, and it's a shame. But I feel like
Yeah.
It's always like that.
It's here.
I think
We all
that,
go through that.
I think that
Yeah.
when these and mind you, platforms is like radio, it's subjective, right? But when you speak to what these platforms are speaking to, you have to be talking about a certain kind of list for her name to come up. But she's getting opportunities
Yeah.
that the people that
the
are
people
getting
that's supposed
mentioned
to know about it.
ain't
If
getting.
you know, you know. She one of
Yeah.
them.
They're
See,
not
the
getting them.
The undercard,
Which
is
If
is
you
part
know,
of
you
art.
know.
That's part of
Yeah.
art. That's part of when it's working the right way. When I
Right.
respect what you do,
Right.
and I don't care about the numbers. Right?
Right.
We gonna make something.
I call them the undercard workers. They really the ones who do a lot of work, but don't get the acknowledgement.
And
Just
Tierra's a
I
monster.
for instance, I'm sorry, but like everybody be yelling, "Yay, yay, Kanye West," but Kanye West got a lot of his groove from Kid Cudi.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
I know
A lot
some
of
more
his groove
too.
From Kid Cudi.
I know some more too.
Yeah, you know. So,
There's a couple
it's like-
people producing
so,
Super Bowls right now.
Without those ones, the hip hop game still wouldn't be the same. So
Nah.
shout out to them.
But see, the game, every part of the game is built on orchestration. I don't care if you're talking about the circus or a Michael Jackson concert.
Right.
It's all built
all
on perception,
need it, right?
orchestration, and what the stage, what the people in front of the stage can see, and what the people backstage can see. There's always a balance in that, right? But now that everything is quote unquote transparent, because if it ain't on camera, it don't happen. It takes a lot to build up to these organic moments. Because everybody's scared to be caught in the wrong aspect. Nobody wants to be caught on the tail end of the dunk poster.
No.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, let me bring us back in.
Yeah.
We still got a few
It's
more
always when I
topics to
talk
hit.
that she says that. I'm just saying.
But before I do get into another topic, I do want to echo shout out to Tierra Whack, the Tiny Desk
Absolutely.
situation
Body
with the
that.
Fanatic was a huge look. Well deserved, awesome for the city of Philadelphia. And you're right, not enough people are talking about it. We are guilty as well. So
And
before
she-
I move on, I
Yeah,
wanted to make
what
sure
was
that
that
we
And
other
she
did
girl
say
from
that.
Philly too.
She showed how creative she was.
She kind of
She made the visuals
What's
a
her
moment
name?
too.
Bree Steves. She was
Bree
popping
Steves.
from the city
Bree
These
too,
teams
right?
get busy.
Yeah.
Well, hold on.
she
Since
did.
we speaking about females, the topic that I wanted to bring
And
up.
shout out to T Marie. She just hit me this week.
Her
Shout
too.
out to T Marie. But what I was going to bring up was shout out to Rocky and Hot Chalk. Like I'm rocking
yeah.
with them on Dub's house.
Yeah.
I've been loving Rocky. He'll tell you.
One of our main staple songs when I had Flyboy Friday was
Rocky
Rocky.
John.
Yeah.
Shout out to Rocky.
Actually,
I grew up with Rocky.
Actually,
man.
it was a part of Fly Girl
running
Friday.
around the streets with Rocky and the Young Bulls. He 22nd of Lehigh.
Shout out to Rocky.
She definitely.
So that's your
Was
focus.
that at that
She
time when she
definitely-
beat up
That's your
Lil
focus.
Nazi
when she
Twazi?
be bunching on Nazi. Rocky used to punch on Young Bulls. Rocky get busy.
For real?
Yeah, but definitely, she definitely need her come up.
How old were you when you met Rocky?
Probably like 17, 18.
So y'all was young and dumb,
17,
like
18.
wow. No, cause
Hey,
no, I'm not saying it in
Not
a
even all
crazy
that.
way.
It started
The
more
way
so.
you say it is funny.
It
as
started
shit,
more
I'm
so.
sorry.
Rocky used to walk past, and you know how to go. You.
I know her
She
from
used to get right busy with us.
I know
So
this-
we ain't had no choice but to respect her. Like, yo, what's up, Rock?
because she
One of
rolling.
those, right?
Yeah.
But like
Right.
I've known this young lady in at least 4 different stages or time capsules of her life. This one right next to me.
Right.
All of that matters because depending on when you met her, depending on what
Depending on what
conversation
takes-
we
Yeah,
get.
exactly.
That's very true.
She definitely, but shout out to her. She on Dub House.
Yeah.
She doing her thing. She
No.
holding it down.
Big deal, man. Let's
It's
do
a
that.
big, it's a big difference for her. So
Yeah.
she definitely trying to put in the work to get where she need to be.
Crazy.
I
And
saw
Rocky's
people
so
posting
real.
that today.
Because
She's so real.
I
I
feel-
don't know
I
what's
feel
And
real
she
or
keeping
what's
it
fake.
so
and
Philly.
that's what's the problem of
Yo.
her getting up there.
She
You know
keeping
I'm
it
watching
so
this
I
whole
don't know
series
what's.
Too real.
I
No,
don't know
but
what's
Deb
scripted
respect
or
her
not.
though.
Like,
Deb respect her.
because
Deb
Rocky
respect
one of
her.
them.
I don't think it's scripted because she doing the same shit that she
it's
No,
not
she
do.
one of them.
scripted.
And Deb respect her. She told
No.
Deb she a fake. She said you a fucking phony. Like
Yeah.
she said, damn, I don't let too many motherfuckers talk to me like this. Like
I ain't know that happened.
Yo, she
Yeah.
checked the shit
But
out.
I'm gonna
there.
keep it G.
And
Part
shout out
of-
to Hot Choc too though, because we got 2 females from Philly on that joint.
Oh, yeah,
So
shout out to
Choc
them.
from West and we
Yeah, she
got
from
Rock
West.
from North. So yeah, shout out to them Philly girls. You know how we do.
We're a
already
city
know.
full of people that we know we have the talent, right? And a lot of times the opportunities don't balance out or the longevity don't. Part of it, not everything, part of it is that we are too fucking real. We don't know how to be fake.
Yeah,
All of your
that's me
favorite
for sure.
rappers that said they was
That's my
doing this
problem.
shit was still doing this shit.
Yeah.
All them niggas
Hey,
caught a
y'all,
gun
hey.
charge while they was famous. Niggas was already had charges from when they was broke.
Hey, y'all,
Like
hey.
Wallow is from Philly.
Right.
Like
Right.
just pay attention to what happens when
Yeah.
you got a Cassidy
real.
that fights a body,
All the
goes
state
through all this
property.
shit. State property. Niggas was on
You know how many
fucking-
cases Beans got in this city?
Niggas was on TRL with their hoodies bulging. Like shit was crazy. It was them and Lil Wayne.
Right.
Yep.
It was
Shout
them
out to
and
Beans though. Beans and my
Cash
homie
Money.
Carlito Brigante got a new song that just came out this
Dope.
week. So shout
Oh,
out
for
to
real?
them.
Dope.
Yeah, shout out to them.
and you
That's
know
my
her
folks.
family's been in the business. She got a sister that's been heavy since a long time. Like South one of them when it comes to the music too.
Yeah, I was just telling my man.
So when she
OT,
give you
like,
exclusive like that, that's good. Yeah.
I ain't name dropping, but I was
She
just
got
telling.
CC.
I was just telling my man OT like, bro, one of my dream
OT the
joints
real.
is be able to fucking rap in front of Mac and shit. He like, yo, I'm gonna do it for you. Like I'm a recorder too. I'm like, yo, that shit crazy.
You know,
That's
it's,
my favorite rapper all the time.
Is it?
Yeah.
You know what's
He
one
was dope.
thing-
I met him. He was dope.
one
I'm talking
compliment.
about
I-
Beans.
Oh, you
Yeah.
talking about
Beans,
Beans?
my
Beans,
favorite
Mac.
rapper.
Oh, I've been with Beans too. I was riding with them. Yeah.
See
But-
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But one thing
I already know, that's
about
what I'm saying.
even saying Mac that a lot gets said about Mac, but one thing that gets overlooked a lot is he's always ready to hear some dope shit.
Mhm.
Like ever since Joey Jihad or whoever the fuck you could think of, he just was dancing to the ice cream truck. What was the name the other
With
day?
Meatball?
With Meatball the other
Yeah, I
day.
seen it.
Like Mac
He's an
is
idiot.
not a
He's
nigga.
gonna listen.
Like if you somebody that's pulling your weight and somebody bring you to his attention,
You gonna listen.
and I've had conversations with
Mac
him
been around.
that
Hold up.
are legendary
Right.
Yeah.
because I was around the right folk
Yeah.
and my opinion was valued.
Hold
Right?
up, real quick. I don't know if somebody made this up, but is Meatball playing his daughter in state property in the new state property?
That would be so fire.
I don't know if somebody made that up.
No, we breaking it down. Meatball playing Bean's daughter in the new state property.
Forget it.
I
Sonny
hope I
Big
ain't-
said it.
I hope I ain't say no shit. I
No,
wasn't.
we
Set
breaking
it
that.
up.
That's a clip.
Set
Clip
it up.
that.
Set it up.
He said, "Clip that." Probably
Meatball playing his daughter in the new state. No,
Well,
you
you
know
don't
what's crazy?
Don't clip that, timestamp it, and when it come out, cause I be in rooms that I might not be supposed to.
You know what's funny though?
He'll be like, "Yo, what the fuck is you doing?"
Meatball, and I know she's a grown woman. Meatball still has a young face.
She do,
No,
and she
she
goofy
young.
as shit.
She's not over like 27 or nothing.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But
And she's
at her-
silly as
but,
fuck.
But she could play his teen, grownish
Yeah.
daughter.
Yeah.
She could play from 15 to 22
Right. Yeah.
and still be believable
You know,
based
black
on the
people
story.
always play
Am I
like-
tripping?
Black people always play a role like 5 years younger.
And mind you,
My bad,
his daughter was, he called her Little Choc, but you know, we all changed. She was little chocolate chubby little girl. She wasn't big, but she wasn't like, she had the round face. She could grow into her. That's crazy.
Dang, Steve Parker.
Saf, thanks for that. No, I mean, tell him you sorry. Send an email.
Nigga,
Let's bring him back in.
Send an email.
shout out to Hot Choc and Rocky. Bring it back.
No,
That
shout
part.
out to them, man.
That
You know
part.
they working on Friday 4.
Super proud. Yo, recently announced.
I know.
But we don't have enough information,
Yeah.
so I didn't really tie it in tonight. I'll wait till next week.
Right.
But I appreciate that. I'm excited
I'm waiting.
because I know what it took, and I know what the hurdles were, and I know if based on those hurdles, they wouldn't do it unless they could do it
To
right.
do it right, fix all the problems.
Exactly.
He looked like a Chester in that picture.
He
It
look
looked like he was out
weirdo.
perusing. They call it perusing. Perusing the
East.
scene.
He do.
Justin don't look like Justin no more. Shit crazy. Niggas getting old.
So Justin Timberlake
Justin looked like he
was
know what
recently
ping- He like a
arrested
Chester.
for a
Chester.
DWI out in the Hamptons.
Lamping in the Hamptons.
They said he had one drink, but how many? Anyway.
But it's just a shame when you're a celebrity how many, like, did you see the other stories? And I'm not even going to repeat it because it was slander. But they had so many different stories about all the other things that was in his system. It was ridiculous.
Really?
What other shit he had?
What was in the system?
I'm not.
Fetty Wap. That was probably Fetty Wap.
No, it was
Baby, I want
medicine
you to
for
come.
3 letters, all kinds of stuff. I'm like,
Oh.
wow.
Oh,
But they said
man.
it. But they said it wasn't true. They recant. Like they said
The
it definitely
HIV?
wasn't true. They
I
just
don't
said
see
it
no
wasn't
big
You
true.
deal.
can't say certain stuff, and she's a real journalist. She
alright. I'm
won't
sorry.
say something. Like you gotta let her rock because
Yeah,
she's gonna
I get
say
it.
as much as she can.
Yeah.
She's
I
already
just,
said that.
She ain't say it, right?
Me
It's
personally, I don't see no big deal. I don't see no big deal.
What if
It was like 5 different things that wasn't true that was in the system.
I don't see no
It was
big deal.
ridiculous.
I'm getting
See
arrested
what I'm
as it
saying?
is.
Yeah, it is.
Only big deal I see is why all of a sudden, because this not new. He been doing this since he was young.
Cause he probably going through stuff.
So
Alright, it's a
why
divorce,
now
all kinds
lock
of
him up and broadcast it?
Because it's the Hamptons, and there's somebody that's running for mayor soon. Like you gotta understand, like
Yeah,
we got
yeah,
one.
That makes sense.
Like the same shit they do to rappers.
Yeah.
JT is bigger than a rapper.
Right.
They got him walking out the back door to the wagon. Bro, how they get in the gate? Like we've all been transported. Maybe not all of us. Niggas been transported before. Why is there a picture of me walking out and my Air Force Ones is fucked up? How do y'all see that? He didn't go out with them looking like that.
it's just like on the
That's
Ray,
from sleeping on them all
it's
night.
just like on the Ray movie when he get locked up with the fucking dope and shit, and they let a whole fucking room full of reporters
The
in
county need a story.
there. Yeah,
We got to show we taking down big business.
that's a bag. People don't understand these counties and towns be needing fucking resources and ways to make money. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Remember the story about the sheriff or the state trooper? He was a sheriff, and he had a dog. And if you traveled through his town and you was black, they pulled you over. But he had the dog trained to react when
Crazy to a black person.
to your car,
Okay.
so he could search your car. And he was locking motherfuckers up all the time, acting like the dog that was supposedly trained to sense drugs or whatever
Sense.
was reacting to drugs. When the dog was reacting to this. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
That's wild.
So like these small counties, they be needing it, but just imagine you a small town. You in between Memphis and Indiana or some crazy. I'm just naming 2 places where you know shit might gotta go from one place to another.
Nigga, they do that shit in Pennsylvania,
Yeah,
and we
I
one of the
just had
biggest
it once.
states.
Well, one thing I've always said, and you've had this conversation
to
with me
me,
before, and I think Kay has too, right, Kay? Traveling across the country, like hopping in the van or a Winnebago or going across the country, is a white people idea. Because how many states can we really drive through comfortably
Without getting stopped.
I smoke too much weed.
and go to jail somewhere we never been before? Like we ain't seen a mountain yet. We seen the inside of their situation. Like it's not a dream we even think about. Like y'all say that we
I drove to
legal-
Boston without getting pulled over and back.
I drove a lot of places.
I mean, not the Boston, but Cambridge, Massachusetts.
I drove a lot of places.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Motherfuckers was thinking they was just about to go to a museum or go to an event and didn't
And
make it the
didn't
fuck
make it.
back.
Yeah.
Not because of something they necessarily did, or it might because they had a little bit of this.
Yeah, facts.
Right.
Little
That's why
bit
I
of
said I
that.
smoke too much.
You see what I'm saying? Like how far across the country we
Might have
going?
had this. Might have had
That. But for what purpose? Not criminal activity.
Right.
Right.
Just 'cause they was trying to be cool. Like,
Because I'm going to the unfamiliar places and I got my folks with me.
right.
You see what I'm saying? Like it's not comfortable.
It's not.
So like that's something like as much as we want to talk about progression, when we see certain shit start lining up with the states
That's
that
what
we
I'm
don't
saying.
fuck with,
Yeah.
Right.
And that's where the contradiction of
it's
freedom
still
comes in.
there.
Yeah.
It's the same states we know about.
Yeah. Southern.
that said you can't do this, you can't do that, you
Right.
can't. It's the same states we been knew about. Now it became a white people problem. They using all of our reasoning to push their agenda, and we been told them that was existed.
But we think it's Southern so much, but who was it? Eric
Midwest,
Garner or Mike
West?
Brown got killed in New York, though. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm talking about on a.
no, I'm just saying.
I don't want to compare struggles, but yeah.
No, I'm
with
just
you.
saying that we got to watch our backs everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Philly ain't
For
safe.
certain reasons, though.
No, did you see
It's only
the
difference.
cop just got hit by the
In the neck,
motor
or
vehicle?
something
No,
like
got ran over by the motorcycle.
Yeah.
It was a slingshot. They was promoting it as an ATV
What?
because it fit the agenda of trying to clean up the city for the ATVs.
Yeah,
It was a slingshot. A slingshot is a whole damn near
Spider.
car.
You talking about a spider? Yeah.
No, it was a 3-wheel. It was a slingshot.
Well, they call them spiders too.
No,
yeah,
Spiders is
slingshots
the
is
one
something
with the
different.
2 in the front.
Yeah.
Slingshots is the one with the 2 in the back.
Oh, all right, my bad. Yeah.
It was a slingshot. But they tried to push the ATV thing, and this happened yesterday.
Yeah.
This happened yesterday because it adds on to the thing. Now, when it gets upgraded on another channel as a slingshot, that ATV caption doesn't get changed.
They should though. And
You the
journalism, I mean,
professional.
in journalism, they should, you know.
But see what I'm saying? This is YouTube.
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
people don't fact check either. That's another thing. You
That's
know, I talk
a
about this
big
all the
thing on the
time.
internet.
Our
Nobody
problem
got
that
fact
nobody
She always had a
fact
problem
checks.
with that.
That's
Yeah,
a big
like,
thing on the
people
internet
just
now.
run with
They
it
see
and
it on the
go.
internet and it's a
That
fact.
don't mean anything.
That's
Like I
always
literally
been
have a site. If I didn't have the wherewithal to only
Because,
produce the truth,
like,
I would be producing
Like
all
one of the
kinds lies.
one of the ones I just recently experienced was J. Cole in a Tesla dealership,
Right.
and they were saying how the workers was ignoring him because the way he
They ain't
looked.
know who he
Yeah.
was.
But then, like the next day, the workers posted their posts themselves with a picture of J. Cole. Like, we respected him. He was on the phone. We
Right.
told him, when you're ready, we
Right.
we attend to you.
Right.
So it was like,
But-
without fact checking, you'd have thought like, dang, Tesla just a
But
sweet
see,
up.
with access, we can't ignore the disconnect, right?
Right.
Yeah.
The disconnect is if you've ever been to a dealership and bought a car and had a car note on it or an arrangement, whatever, financially on it, these processes take a long fucking time.
Yeah.
You sign your name so many times with intermissions between them
But you also
that
gotta
you
wait for
feel like
paperwork
you
to come
buying
back.
your life.
But even before you gotta wait for paperwork to come back. Like you said, this is my car. I gotta wait for them to draw the paperwork.
If I
up.
negotiate something, if I say, yo, I'm gonna pull up and take a picture in this joint, you gotta go run it past your manager. Like, no matter what the play is, it don't just come with me and you just talking straight on.
Right.
It come with you disappearing a few times
Yup.
and coming back with
Get
more
some clarification. Yep.
piles of shit. And I already got my folks to go ahead to do the shit that could be handled ahead of
Without me.
time.
This is what I gotta be present for.
Like, this is, you talking to people that only bought used cars. And that's different. And I've
And
only
not from the
taken,
dealer, clearly.
and I've
Because even
only
used
taken
cars
over
take some
notes.
time for the dealer.
I've only taken over notes, but I took quite a few people to get a car.
Right.
Nigga be like, yo, do me a solid. And we be there 7
All
hours,
day. That's
bro.
a shift.
Yeah.
You're doing a shift on that joint. I'm trying to tell you. It's a whole shift.
Alright.
Ski.
Shit.
All right, where we at, Kaster?
Caster.
You haven't heard that in a long time, have
haven't.
you? Mm-hmm. I'm back.
My chick think I'm cheating. Why you always be with DK?
Wow.
Cause if I do, I'm hitting
Halle
next
Berry-
like be with DK.
No, that's
It
not
was-
where you was going.
Kari.
play
sure,
on
we
the
can go
K.
there.
Yeah, since we on JT.
Halle
Halle
Berry.
Berry. I was just about to say. Halle Berry. Halle
So,
Berry.
recently,
Monster Ball.
Christopher Williams, the singer. Shout out to Robert J. Moore. He is in Are You Marriage Material. Christopher Williams, the legend, is in that
Facts.
play, and he kills it.
Check it out.
That's what's up.
On
Saw
tour.
it- I saw it in real life. He kills it. He recently was on Willie D show podcast, and he was explaining a situation that happened where Halle Berry hid his pistol for him.
She a gangster?
Now, part of what one of the segments before that was him trying to explain to people that even though he's been associated as one of her exes, he was not one of the ones that beat her. That's important to know because we know she got about 3 or 4 famous men that we know that have assaulted her, and she caught a body.
Right.
Anyway, but he was saying like one time he had went to set and he went into a certain area carrying a certain character,
Right.
and when he got into the scene, the pistol fell, dropped
Oh.
out. She pulled a swing and picked the joint up, held that, said, "I got you." When they wasn't that brown.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, respect was there, but you ain't owe me that.
She a real one.
What do you say about that?
She's the real one.
That's fire.
It's funny that Christopher Williams hasn't talked in 30 years, right?
And this we talking about. Well, he's talking about.
No, not saying that, because I'm going to ask you what I know about what you went through. So that might come up as something that's interesting that you would never express. But
No. I think she's a real one. That's all I'm going to say.
would you expect that from Holly?
No.
That's what's interesting about it.
We don't know these people.
But Holly was the prissiest
So you think?
perceived.
That's
No, I'm talking about,
think-
you know,
I
it's
think
Hollywood.
that's-
People get paid good money to make us think that way about her.
right.
Like, I'm not wrong
Yeah.
for believing it. Like, but go ahead, what you say?
No, I think it was just a friendly gesture. I think certain things don't even matter about characters.
Ain't like the
It's
police
like-
was there.
Right. It's
But
just
it was
one
on
of these-
camera, so.
More so friendly gestures. So
Yeah, they seen her pick the ghetto on camera. Oh, wow.
I mean, it ain't like it got aired in a movie.
Right.
Like, it was, but it was a moment
I
where it
think
was like,
it.
where it was like you gotta remember, there's still that story of 50 Cent walking in the Puff office and pulling a 50 out and putting it on the table and saying, "My bad, nothing to do with you. It's crazy out here right now."
No, real
That's
rap.
And
wild.
Puff,
I know. I
and
heard
Puff
about
was
that.
like, "Right now with the shine shit, I can't, nigga, no."
Get that out of here.
Yeah.
Puff would have signed him.
Yeah.
You know, Puff is a part of the club that don't let you leave.
Yeah.
We figure it out.
Yeah.
That nigga put the 50 on the table. Puff said, "I don't even remember what my pitch was. I gotta go to court next month." Like, it got crazy. So, like, these things happen where you're in situations where you literally have to make a decision based on your situation. And her profile could have been at risk if this became a thing,
Yeah.
a
Like
storyline.
J-Lo's, but J-Lo got out of that.
Imagine the set gets raided, or she goes to get a sandwich and it's in her purse.
No, real rap.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
This
food,
is the
just
thing
like
your
that.
dad used to tell you
She
when
better
you was
put
like,
that
"It
shit in
ain't
the
mine,
trash
it's
can.
my man's." It's like,
Right.
well,
She
what
better
if you
put that
got
shit
pulled
in the
over?
trash
Right.
I
can.
done been there.
She better hide that shit in the garbage or something real fast. She better think on her toes. Trust me, I done been there, Holly. I done been.
Listen, sister.
I done been
there
upstate with a
numerous
cell
times.
phone on me and at the chow hall. Like, niggas don't know how that feel. You understand how it feel to be upstate and at the chow hall
No.
with a cell phone in
No.
your boxers, bro?
How many no's you want me to tell you?
That's crazy. You know what that's worth? A 2 to 4, a new one.
Absolutely,
You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Shit's
I would
crazy.
assume at least that.
What? So she a real one for that.
All right.
But
My bad. We always get gangster.
yeah.
Just when I get C Cash around.
So I'm a
Sunny
bad
Brick.
influence
I'm
on
having flashbacks.
cash.
I
And
definitely
Sunny
remember.
Brick. She co-signed more shit than him.
Real rap. That was my first time getting a little R-rated a little bit. You know what I mean? Just a little bit.
I mean, you know, we've been drinking.
Yeah, facts.
What we doing?
Yo, your homie
Let's go
had
to
me
the
do that.
shoes.
Huh? I know.
Let's go to the shoes.
We giving
Them Jones ugly as
We
shit.
giving
Like
Cash
that. Let's
a
keep it
lot
at
of
being.
fucking credit, huh?
Them Jones ass.
They are not to be worn out.
They besides
So,
shoes.
Oh.
They
so you
are
don't walk in them?
recovery shoes.
Oh, you just keep them
Nice.
in the house?
Massage. My bad. Let Kate introduce.
Yes, okay.
Nike released a futuristic prototype image
This is his topic. I ain't know that.
It
That's
is.
crazy.
I didn't know that.
of
I just seen it was a new shoe.
self-massaging shoes. Go ahead, Sam.
Right.
These shoes have actually been seen on LeBron's feet before.
For real?
Because they are in use for recovery and they were testing the product. The shoes heat, cool, ventilate, and massage.
Damn.
So it's
And
literally,
don't forget they inflict too.
yeah, they do all of the pressure shit.
That's fire.
You know what I'm saying? As far as arch support or just blood flow.
Oh, wow.
Like things that increase blood flow when you're trying to recover from playing.
I feel like
The
they
same
went with
way.
this. I feel like they should have been had these.
Look at this as I'm gonna give you the perfect scenario.
I'm gonna tell you what too.
I got you. You got next. So this is what it is, right? We had a lot of years with Gatorade. After you play the game, you get a Gatorade, and then Gatorade announces that they
It
have.
didn't even really have electrolytes in them or something. Right?
Hold on. After years go by, people swearing by Gatorade. Gatorade announces that they have pre-workout and post-workout.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah.
in the sneaker world, this is like having
After-
Jordans and having slides. And being like, after the game, I'm going to just put my slides on. Because that's recovery. That's letting my feet breathe. That's letting my joints be comfortable. But now this is the next level where I could put my feet into something. Even if I'm at a tournament and I'm on the sideline, I can have these jaws on my feet. Pardon me, hope I ain't fuck up the sideboard on the soundboard. But I can have these joints on my feet and they're being proactive.
Your feet getting queued up, basically.
And they've been around for a long time.
They prototypes.
LeBron been using these actually for 5 years plus.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They've been running. They actually a little longer and bigger than what they are. They run all the way up to his kneecap.
They're trying to trim
But
them
the
down.
thing is now, just like how you said, the game plan is they need a post, and LeBron is under a lifetime contract with Nike. So now it's pretty much
Everything
they take
is
what
about-
he took and had, and now they gonna sell it.
Yep.
And LeBron spends about $1.5 million on his health a year
To $2 million.
to $2 million.
Yep.
So this is something he been paid and improv on and worked on for years, and that actually
He might
keeping
own
him
a
running at
percentage of
the
the patent.
right. That keeps him running at the speed he's running at
Yeah,
now.
that's what.
So
that's
now
what keep
it's
him playing like he's 20 and he's 40. Like.
so now it's a game changer. It's just a,
Imagine
it's
a
a product
plane
to sell.
ride, and your feet are getting tended to on a plane ride without a massage therapist or something. Just after that, you sitting in your seat and your feet are literally getting rejuvenated while we gotta fly across the country.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's a shoe. It's not like I need a big box. I could put my feet under the seat in front of me.
And chill.
And this is a big jet. Like, we ain't tripping.
It's not nothing we gonna see like on the public. Like you're not gonna see like everybody
Anytime
in
soon.
the
You
store.
gonna see it maybe
No. Something like
You'll
that.
see
More
a
so
variation of it.
something like that gets sold in bulks.
My
you know,
OG Brett
fleets.
say he getting some.
They get sold in fleets, like to the teams and college teams only, and NFL and stuff like that. That's not nothing
well,
you'll
you
see
got
that
the
just be
best
like at
sponsors and docs.
Nike.com or Foot Locker.
So Oregon going to get...
Yeah, no, stuff like that. Like Oregon to get
I
them
know what you mean.
first,
I know what
package
you mean.
deals, across the fleets.
I know what you mean.
And then it'll dumb down and the price will settle out
Oregon
where
playing
the
a
public
different
can buy
sneaker
it.
and a different jersey every game. Because they got the best Nike deal ever.
Yeah, they got
So
the best
when I
Nike
say
deal.
Oregon, that's why I say
Right.
Yeah.
They got the best Nike deal
ever, bro. The nigga that
Would you
designs
copy
the
those?
shit went there, huh?
Would you copy them because you like weird, different sneakers?
I will buy it for my son.
I'm not... You don't buy them to wear.
I
You
know.
buy them for the same
definitely
reason you
buy 'em
buy
for
a
my
foot
son.
tub.
I know, but people do things like that. Like,
No,
they
I
make
would...
it
No,
a
yeah, I
trendy
get what
thing.
you're saying. Yeah,
Somebody
You
might
know
buy
what's
it
crazy?
to
buy it
wear.
to wear.
Guess what? I
You know
got
what's
my
crazy?
Yeezy pods. I ain't even gonna lie. It's just
You know,
been too
and
hot.
See? You got some?
I got my package, but I didn't order the pies. I ordered some other shit.
Yeah.
But
I got a
to
whole
be
bunch of shit.
to be honest with you, depending on how functionable they are in real life,
Yeah.
I would possibly wear them. Like I got on fucking Soleil Crocs right now because they comfortable.
See the
Right.
sneaks.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm
See the
also
shit? Look.
like we never gonna skip over the fact that like I've had ACL surgery. Like blood flow and shit like that at
it's
my
needed.
age
Yeah.
means a lot after you've had certain injuries.
Yeah, no, for sure.
You see what I'm saying? So if it was like, yo, I'm at the, for instance, travel,
Mm-hmm.
You putting them
you
joints
might
on.
catch me at the truck stop with them joints on.
Right.
If they're functionable in that way, where I can just
Yeah.
walk comfortably in them. too.
Another aspect too, like I've been involved in the moving game for years. Like that'd be a crazy joint for movers. Like
Yeah.
you in a truck riding to the next destination with them joints on.
If they function,
You know what I'm
if
saying?
you could hit the pedal. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like if I
don't
could
know if I
feel,
wanna move
if I could
around
feel
with
the
them,
Oh,
pedal,
you ain't even gotta be driving. You could be playing as passenger.
but you see what I'm
okay.
saying?
Yeah.
Or even your 30-minute break.
yeah.
It's different once your feet don't have that no more.
Even
you cool with your
truckers,
chest
regular
off.
truckers,
Now cool your heels.
regular truckers, because working at 1 foot
Yeah.
over a lot of hours is crazy.
It's a motherfucker.
100, 200, 300 miles.
So you don't understand, like, people don't understand, like, and I think that, like, I think Kay said earlier, or maybe you said, that it was a certain size or whatever, and they're going to make it where this technology exists in something that looks semi-regular, but enough that you know that that's that.
That's
Right.
What it is. Yeah.
That's the goal. So this is like the first iPhone.
Steve Madden about to come
Right.
out with it.
The fourth John is going to look like fucking Yeezys.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
And that's the ones for the public. Yeah.
And Skechers is going to
they
make
go in
their
stages.
version,
They go in
but they're not
stages.
going to last as long. It's
Right.
the same shit.
Yeah.
It's the same shit.
All right. So.
You like that?
You alright, you alright.
I
I
can
should
write
more
you.
John Blaze than it.
You know you can hire me. Never mind. Your shit is more John Blaze for the record. Go ahead.
Sam, why don't you go ahead and introduce this one?
American Airlines admits guilt. Did y'all see this story?
Yes.
No.
They kicked 10
7
black
out of
men
10.
off of a flight for body odor.
Okay.
Oh wow.
The report says that these 10 black men were not even together and did not know each other.
I did see that.
If one person or a group of persons has a body odor, how do you grab randoms and kick everybody the fuck off? Now what happens, that's the and I don't know, it may be able to be amended. Only 3 of them sued. But
The other 2 niggas was popping, so I don't understand.
No,
whatever.
What's wrong with
They
it?
might not have. They might weren't supposed to be on the plane. They weren't be in the grandma's basement. You never know.
That's definitely for sure. But I'm like, babe,
grandma's
we get these millions, okay, honey?
You know, I'm going to visit my cousins.
Listen, if my husband was doing that, baby, get these millions.
But no, but the twist is that
I get half
American,
anyway.
not like the story is already bad enough, right? It's already like we could get civil rights people involved. We get that.
Yeah.
The thing that's surprising is American Airlines has already assumed that the responsibility and guilt of the situation.
Yeah.
Which is like, oh shit.
Yeah.
They knew they was wrong.
They were
Check
absolutely.
coming. But over somebody partied too much last night and didn't make it to the showers. Now y'all got
Well, guess
all
what?
of
They
this
should've-
attention.
They should have had their Snoopy nose on and only did that one person.
And mind you, we fly.
Right.
It's not comfortable being next to somebody,
But
even if
guess
they
what? How many
perfume ain't
times you had
just
to
get
been-
branded perfume.
Yeah.
How many times you had to been in an environment or a situation where somebody wasn't fresh and you like, damn, like somebody not right.
Somewhere I'm getting the fuck out of fast.
Not off a plane, you can't.
Nah,
when
I
did
ain't
you-
been on no plane and nobody was popping.
Listen, I
blessed.
have.
Hold on, there's a deeper
Yeah.
thing that I forgot about this. They took them brothers off the plane. They delayed the plane for multiple hours. I think it was 2 or more hours.
2 hours.
And they couldn't find a connecting flight for these gentlemen. So they put them back on the fucking plane.
That's deep.
Mm-hmm.
So you just reneged on everything you just did. Now the whole shit look crazy.
Wait, I need a
All
breakdown.
because
Wait.
somebody racially profiled.
Yeah, that gotta be that.
That's
Because what if
what
it
the
wasn't them
bigger
that
trick
was
is.
thinking?
The racially profiled, it goes deeper.
And it
Like
could have been all
When
seven
you
Those
at hot
guys-
yoga,
those-
it don't be us.
those
The whole
guys,
thing is it
Nah,
could've
they
been
didn't
all
know.
seven
They
of
didn't
them.
know each other. Some of
No,
them
they
were.
didn't.
Some of them were 6, 7 rows apart.
Right. That's my point. So it could have been all of them. Like,
And
they wasn't
there's
even
a
together.
there's a video on TikTok where one of the young ladies that was on the plane, and she was showing literally. I'm gonna try to find it and send it. The vision from where she was sitting, it was literally like that black person, that black person.
Yeah, like they
that
went
black
down the
person.
down the row.
And that's how the
Like they used to
flight
do.
attendant was standing there and pointing them out. Black was that person, that person.
Yeah,
And it
that
was
ain't
just
cool.
like every dark
She
spot.
skipped
you
all
see
the
is-
red pieces on the
and every
checkerboard.
dark spot she pointed to, and it was just like, all right, they got to board off. And of course, you know those guys, they exit. We ain't gonna cause a confusion. We ain't gonna cause
Because
nothing.
you don't
more.
want to get banned from flying.
Or you don't want to make them make it deeper than what it is, and make you like you're a terrorist. But
Sure, facts.
but also too, going back to what you said, the ones that didn't sue, watching the video from what I seen, some of them did look like they ain't have no cards or wasn't supposed to be there. So they were just trying to travel. At this
Who
point,
knows?
yeah, at this point, it
That
was
was
who
bold.
knows. But the company, like I think, I applaud the company for taking guilt. It's about time some of these companies say, "Yeah, that was our fault."
That was
It
part
make
of-
me want to fly with you more.
I
a
mean,
little bit.
yeah, I mean,
Because say it was your fault. It was their fault.
No, that's part of what I wanted to get into.
we
It
all
was
know
they
the
fault.
rest of my customers always right.
Yeah,
Like,
it was their fault. But
you know how many times my girl that had a drink and was like, ordered a drink and was like, I don't like that.
yeah,
And got another drink. I'm like,
That's
damn,
what
you
I'm
I like
gangster.
that, right?
You know what I'm saying?
That's how it
No,
goes.
I know that's how it go. But
So
I don't
I-
never really
If
not
they
like
didn't
But it
do
don't
it,
always
they
go
probably-
that way.
Yeah,
I do
don't.
applaud them for saying it was their fault, and you know, of course,
Being
but that
responsible
work,
and accountable.
yeah, but that worker definitely needs some. some
They definitely got fired.
teaching. Yeah,
Discipline.
But the thing is, like, there's levels to this shit, right? Like, we've all had multiple jobs, right? Nothing is one tier. When somebody is saying this person did such and such, or these persons did such and such, how many people were forced to get involved and back that
Right,
flight?
because a store flight attendant don't have the final
Because
say.
in the airport, just the way it run, everything is let's go. Like once we get called on, you out of here.
Right.
But how many people get involved in that unjust play on a regular basis?
The fact they took them off the flight means that it was more than the flight attendant.
Because American had problems before.
It was left up to the flight attendant, the supervisor.
No, but they took them off too. Though.
But
so once they get off the flight, now whoever's at the airport, whoever's a part of that is now involved.
We've seen athletes and entertainers have problems with American before for being kicked off of flights that they didn't understand.
Who was just kicked off? Isn't that who? Not Beckham. Is that where Odell was kicked off?
Might be. It's Googleable.
Yeah.
But like,
Hey Siri.
but we seen it like
Funny as shit, bro.
Like you gotta, they on thin ice. So I do appreciate the fact that they admitted that. But I mean, at the end of the day, they have a scapegoat.
Yeah. So that's simple.
That's
a little man replacement.
Unruly employment.
Little man replacement.
Little man replacement.
You know what? It wasn't us. It was him. But we are sorry. That's it.
Okay, reel us in.
All right, let's move on.
Oh, you don't got no reel us in.
It was American Airlines. Just to let you know.
It was.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
See? I'm telling you, they've had quite a few. We've had
That was just the one that came to my
players.
mind. But I know during that time though, it was a span. Like it was a whole spur of people that was having problems with an
I
airline.
think even like radio personalities like Ricky Smiley or Steve Harvey had a problem. Like it
I
was
think
crazy.
you're right.
Yeah.
It was a whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
Where we going?
We are going to greedflation.
What?
What's
I
that?
know what that means too. I just thought about it.
I don't. Well, I mean, I kind of have an idea, but let me know what is in current events.
Well,
All right, so recently, Senator Bob Casey has introduced legislation specifically targeting what he calls
I did hear about
greedflation.
this.
Greedflation is basically this notion that is occurring recently where inflation is very high. However, spending in actuality is increasing at a greater rate than inflation can account for. So this can be attributed to an increase in corporate profits, which they are attributing to greedflation. So in layman's terms, what's happening is companies are charging more for items than what we used to see, but not all of that is because of inflation. Some
Right.
of
They
it is
just want
just
some
going
money.
into their pockets.
I agree.
they're also giving us less product and making
Right.
them appear
They're making it
as
smaller.
if they're
No,
equal
no,
to
no,
Yeah.
no, 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 no.
They've been doing that for years, though, too.
I mean, from what I'm seeing, all right, that's our aspect. From what I'm visualizing is a lot of people are now doing drop sales. And that's affiliation with Amazon, and basically you become a wholesaler. And I see people now are going inside of dollar stores, buying dollar store items at $1, and reselling them on Amazon for
It's
$22.
not the same though. What,
No, no,
Well,
I'm gonna tell you why it's not the same.
It's
Because this
that
model
the company
has
still
been
got their
seen
money.
before.
Yeah.
Remember when gas inflated and we still in it right now? We assume that oil prices went up so much that
That's
gas
why gas had to go
prices
up.
reflected it. And in the actuality, all of the oil motherfuckers and all the gas stations was making more money than they ever made because they overshot what the inflation of it was.
Right.
That's happening in business and
right,
markets.
and that's what Casey.
Audi is
but
fighting.
that's what
that right
Casey
now.
trying to basically say. Like Casey's trying to say the numbers are low. It's just you guys, companies are still running them high.
But I don't know about that one.
No,
because
the
guess what,
numbers
even
are
if
high enough for us to act like they affect us enough to inflate them more. That's what's going on. Do we know that things
So-
are up?
Let me interject
This is
here.
like a whole level type of thing. I'm
Because
trying to figure out where I want to start.
some of this is also what happens when inflation comes into play in economics.
Right. That's where I was about to begin. Even from COVID, when they gave us all that money and created half of the damn inflation that's here today.
Exactly. So when this happens,
That's what I was trying to figure out
what
where to start.
companies have to do
Farms
is
are
start to
affected, though.
speculate on
Everybody.
where their contracts are going to go.
Right.
The way that any organization, any
Spots,
company
forwards.
works is they start to make a budget, whether that's quarterly, yearly, whatever.
Whatever.
They start to make a budget. So they have to try to account for these things ahead of time and adjust their pricing to meet that sort of demand.
Right.
So when inflation starts to go out of control, and starts to get into 9% in some months, they will adjust to the 11% because, God forbid, it goes even more. They want to protect their stockholders' bottom lines.
See what I'm saying?
Right, and it's a shame because inflation is something that's inevitable. It was typically between 3 and 4%.
So
if
now
I'm not
it's just
mistaken.
so now
So
so
9-11% is
But
absolutely absurd.
APRs have to reflect too.
as you were
Right.
saying, so now it's a back and forth game in between who's gonna blame who. Because
No,
you don't feel like Casey is.
It's a
basically-
cycle. Actually, everything is
no,
dependent.
yeah, it's a cycle.
And it's a supply and demand thing
But
too.
to his point, this is something that Casey is running on. This was featured in a campaign ad for
But
Senator
I kind
Bob
of agree with it,
Casey,
though.
Yeah, he's
who's
pretty
running
much,
for
I kind of
PA
agree with
State
it, though.
Senate
he's pretty
again.
much trying to get it off their hands and saying it's not them.
But the
It's-
problem is, even if you make that your platform, we know how this country runs. We know that Amazon has chosen where they're going to land based on not paying anything
Yeah.
for taxes and things like that, right?
Right. That
So
makes sense.
even if this is your platform, what the hell are you going to do about it? Like, you could run on it. It sounds great to everybody, but it won't be solved in your term or by you. It won't. Like, it's not the way that this shit works. And as much as the top is saying whatever, the top is at fault right. They on shaky
Yeah.
ground right now.
Yeah,
They on
shaky
thin ice
ground.
right now.
Absolutely.
So the agenda could shift tomorrow.
Well,
But I do
that's
think
some
I do
clearing
believe there's
air.
some truth in it,
That's
though.
some
I
clear-
absolutely believe there's some truth in it because I know in some industries, just because there's inflation, people are like, well, fuck it, I'm going to charge higher because of inflation. They have no truth. They have no actual cost to show that their variances have gone or increased, but they just like because of inflation, I'm charging more.
Don't forget
And-
about
and
the
what's
Better
up-
Business Bureau.
What Soph is getting to, though, is there's also a lot of industries where we have true monopolies.
Yeah.
And back in the 40s or the 60s or whatever, we didn't have that sort of problem because we followed legislation that
Right.
actually prevented these types of things from happening. Whereas now we blatantly take a blind eye to monopolies that are being created in
Yep.
industries across America.
Yeah.
And now that we have these types of pricing issues, we're sitting back like, I wonder what we should do about it.
So does
How
the-
are we going to affect it? This is something that we have actually changed in the past and had success doing by breaking up monopoly corporations.
So the solution is actually what I alluded to as one of the original problems. Tax them motherfuckers.
Tax
Because if we need is X amount of dollars and these motherfuckers
And they
could bear
making it.
a 3-stadium warehouse
They
in
making
the
it.
middle of the city, then they should be being taxed.
Right.
But they got tax abatements because they building in the city.
But the twist is, it has to
Instead of
balance
having
out.
taxes,
Like, there's
they
a
not having
difference,
to pay
and this
taxes.
is something, and somebody in the comments follow up and make sure that I'm not lying to the people. There's a difference between Under Armour's existence in Baltimore or in Maryland than it is with Amazon in New York. They have different requirements of what they fucking have to bring to the city and what they're accountable for. I don't know when it comes to taxes, but I know Under Armour, a large percentage of their workers are ex-felons.
That's like La Colombe here in Philly. But what I was getting to is that
That's
some people,
different.
But what I was going to say was in some areas that if you actually invest and build and develop in some areas, you get tax abatements where you don't even have to pay
Well,
taxes.
yeah.
So that's kind of like the exact opposite.
But
Rather than
absolution
taxing
is
them
different.
more. No, but if you have these big corporations that's developing in these areas that now don't have to pay taxes, but now they gentrification, they move people out of their homes, they now are not in their areas anymore, and now you have these corporations that are doing this commercial business in these environments, and now they don't have to pay taxes for. Not that they have to pay more taxes, they pay no taxes. I think
But
that could be an
that's
issue.
the no taxes is the problem, right?
Or less taxes.
Because when
or
we're
less taxes.
no,
should I say.
but no, with Amazon it was no taxes.
Yeah, the
No,
tax
And the
abatement.
problem with
Right,
no
right.
taxes is we're in a city where everybody in the world is talking about how many rats is out here. You know what? If the average company is being taxed 7%, 8%, whatever, I'm just going with average numbers that we're used
that we
to,
know.
Right.
right? Hit them with the 3.5. Hit them with the 3. Like, let us get a little something to us.
Something off
We got hit with a sugar tax that was supposed to go to a bunch of shit in Philadelphia.
They
Yeah.
never went there.
Motherfuckers work in the school district of Philadelphia, and I'm not saying who do and who don't.
Right.
But that sugar
did.
tax with the
I
take-home
used
cars,
Cigarettes, all that.
hotel rooms, and some other shit.
Yeah.
It didn't
But
go
in the
to these
advertisement,
kids.
it literally said in other things. If you, it was in small, like it was like in other things.
No,
So,
it was like,
it
this is
ain't
the thing we're
always-
going to tell you, but we reserve the right to add it to all of these other things.
and the tobacco tax. Don't
But we
forget that.
have yet to see any. Well, they're talking more about plastic bags than what happened with the sugar tax. Do you understand? That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Get them the 3%, John, bro. Like, I know we gotta, like, give them 2%. Like, you know what 2% of $1 billion is?
Right.
Y'all made $35 billion in my neighborhood last year.
Right.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Right.
Give me 2%. I just want a little 2. A drug dealer would have gave me more percentage in a turkey drive.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's a fact.
And turkey drives and stuff like that, Dollar Days was made to pacify.
Right.
Not even
They
to
bypass
ingratiate.
Yep.
People got it wrong. People been carrying on a tradition based on the
the whole
originality of it, not realizing that it
It's
never
a
grew
pacify.
anything as much as it did pacify.
Yep.
All
My
right.
bad, I'm preaching.
So I want to move
I'm
on.
preaching. It made grandma don't complain.
Yeah.
We got 2 more topics to get to. The first of which, so Trump was actually in Philadelphia this past weekend. He made a couple of appearances, at both of which he mentioned something about the migrants should form a fight club
Oh wow.
where we pay migrants as a form of entertainment to fight each other as a solution to our immigration problem.
You ever heard of a buck fight?
Listen.
Yo,
This
that's
sound
so
like-
inhumane.
What?
This shit
No,
sound
he's
like,
throwing paper towels at y'all again.
Wait.
He throwing paper towels at them.
I
Sounds
don't
like
never.
the
I
urge,
don't
bro.
never ignore the fact that Trump is one of the greatest businessmen in the world.
I
Never
want to see
ignore
where
the
you
fact.
going with this.
I see where he going with
This
it.
Trump,
I do
Trump.
where
See.
you're going.
The
I can't.
problem is, I feel like Trump just trying to run a realistic.
That ain't real.
That is real. They do it on their own. But he just trying to take
don't
the
do
paper.
that. Don't do that.
We how many?
They
how
say
many,
the same thing about
how
us.
many? How many?
They say we practice every day, so
How-
our life ain't worth
How many
shit.
undercard fights you know the Spanish, Mexican boxing rings that you know a lot of our United States people to travel to join?
What I'm telling
be
you
brain
is,
off.
the people that's trying to get in this country is the niggas that grew up in them towns that produce fighters
And
and didn't make it out.
And all he's saying is take the funds and help them more.
No,
No,
that's
he's
not
saying
what
fight
he's
to
saying.
the death.
He's giving them a place in society.
That's crazy.
He's giving them a place in
I don't
society.
know.
And you
I
have
gotta-
to be very
maybe I gotta
careful.
see more details
no,
on the
No,
outline.
you don't need to see more details.
do.
What you're doing is ignoring the track record. Don't ignore the track record of the nigga that threw paper towels at a flood.
Yo, I feel like that's Hunger
Yo.
Games or something.
Like, bro, that's crazy.
So
Like, that's literally crazy.
To give a little bit more context, in the Philadelphia rally, he followed up this comment by saying that migrants are nasty, nasty people, and that's why they should be in a fight club, because all they, do, implying all they do is fight and be violent and negative.
And I repeat my original argument. Hold on real quick. Have you ever heard of a buck fight?
So
Have you ever
what
seen?
it is, but I
Have you
never
ever
heard.
seen the Django? Remember when they was in front of the fireplace and them big black men was fighting each other and they was drinking, smoking, and laughing and fucking betting on it? It is the same thing. We cannot do the same thing to them people that the people that he supports think they should do to us.
To your point.
So I wanted
So
to-
hold up.
That's
To your
the
point.
crazy part.
So if they
People
doing
that
it to
support.
migrants, who do you think will be next?
Well, and I wanted to bring it back to Saf's original
Injustice to
point.
anybody is injustice to everybody.
What was my original point? Go ahead, bring it back.
So I wanted to bring it back to Saf's original point, because the entire point of this stop in Philadelphia was to try and convince black and brown voters to go towards Trump. However, even in this case, he is talking about black and brown people and dehumanizing them, which was
Again.
Saf's point.
Right.
So I wanted to
Thanks.
ask, does that get your vote?
And then he just did that other shit. You know, he had OT7 Kwani at the
Yeah,
at a
what?
rally. He had OT7 Kwani at a rally.
To follow up,
That
Sleepy
was
Hollow and what's in it? Like, come on,
Yeah,
bro. You
Shark
run.
J.
Let's just sell out.
Yeah, no. Sleepy Hollow was there too.
Bro, I'm sorry,
Sleepy
bro.
Hollow, when they was
Nigga,
He's in the Bronx.
Niggas that listen to OT7 Kwani don't vote. And let's be real.
OT7 Kwani can't vote.
That's
You,
crazy.
if he was a citizen, he couldn't vote. But he can be in charge of the military.
Facts.
He can't carry a gun, but he can be in charge of the military.
Right, that's crazy.
Wild.
And what's funny about it, and this is something I've always said, and I said it earlier now, in this stream. White people are now reacting to the same realities that we already knew existed and we already was complaining about.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all have put shit in a position where leverage can be gained in a way that is not beneficial to most of the country. These motherfuckers could get away with murder.
Anything.
He ran on a campaign that said I could shoot somebody on Fifth Ave and nothing to happen. Because he has an understanding the same way he did of Texas until he got caught up and he kept telling y'all the reason I don't pay is because I'm smart.
Right.
Y'all don't remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
Y'all remember he went bankrupt 5 to 10 times? Which means a bunch of people that thought that their biggest break in construction or whatever business they was doing was going to happen, he didn't have to pay them.
Yeah.
And you want him in charge of your chicken on his last run when he could possibly not be prosecuted?
Yeah. They killed
You
the wrong
niggas
president.
is bugging.
And speaking of all of this,
That's all I'm going to
Bugging.
say.
speaking
Rest in
of
peace, Nipsey.
I
all
don't know
of
everything,
this,
but I know too much.
the presidential debate is coming up. The
Thursday.
first of
27th, right?
3 is coming up. Yes, the 27th, this Thursday.
Thursday.
And now the latest headline is: should there be drug tests for performance-enhancing drugs? Prior to the presidential debate.
Wait, so-
Hold on. Breaking news. The newest headline is Trump has said that he's willing to take a drug test and challenge Biden formally about an hour or two ago.
My whole thing is they both over 80 years old. They got some kind of drugs in them. It don't even matter at this
Wait.
point.
But like when do
So-
And what does performance enhancing help your brain? Like, do they
Well,
got what they on?
yeah,
They got
like,
the,
this
they got
not
the
a
limitless
boxing
drug?
match?
They might
No.
have a limitless drug. They might
This-
have a limitless drug.
This is not fucking Devin Haney and Brian Garcia.
I think, and what's
They'll
funny,
take steroids for a fucking debate.
what's funny is it transitioned into steroids. Initially, Trump was trying to employ that Biden
Adderall.
was
Were they checking them for Adderall?
no. Trump was trying to imply that Biden was on coke. And then it transitioned into performance enhancing, and he's trying to take time to figure out his levels while he's running around state to state to see what works for him as far as intake. Am I right or wrong, Wade?
No, you
That's
told
deep.
you.
Like that's what happened.
cocaine.
It transitioned. They was talking about coke,
Mm-hmm.
but the crazy thing about coke and every other drug that's supposed to be
They
the
go out
most
your system
dangerous,
fast anyway.
It all
so
show
only
up.
take 3 to 8.
And it all show up under a performance enhancement drug.
This ain't cool.
Wow.
Battle rappers gonna start doing lines and shit.
You the athlete,
So
which
it all
is
shows
crazy.
up
But
under
you the big,
performance
biggest
enhancement.
nigga
Even
on
if
the
it
set.
was-
So it's still the same thing.
Well, I get it.
He asked to see if he doing coke or not.
Yep, that's what it is.
But you need a drug for a debate. I don't understand it. It's crazy. Your mind works fast.
It's
If I did the prime
When
drink,
you on
if I'm 38 years old and I'm on the prime wave, the little energy drink,
Yeah.
not the regular one, the one that's
The
supposed to give
hydration.
you the
Right.
Mhm.
Gatorade version.
I'm pretty sure there's a reason they don't want kids drinking that shit, right?
Yeah.
So if I'm on that just to get in my bag, what does that hurt? It doesn't add to my knowledge.
Right.
It might add to my reaction time, but that could be detrimental to me.
Right.
Because if you
Because
really
of
watch
your
real
reaction
players
time.
and gangsters, they wait for the whole fucking question before they answer it.
Mm-hmm.
I might be too hype and answer too fast.
Too fast.
Like, what are we talking
That's
about?
when they always get it wrong on Family Feud.
But real rap, when we seen all these documentaries and these podcasts, OG, wait.
Right.
If I was going through a debate, I would want to just be off like a coffee, like first
But
thing in the morning.
What's Adderall to a college student taking finals?
That's what I was about to
That
say.
did 10
it's the
years.
Same shit.
I
Listen.
did it for 10 years. Don't
What's
forget.
Adderall? Like, this shit is like,
It's a stimulant.
these things have nothing to do with the debate.
Mhm.
Right.
Nothing.
It's the trying to shift the light.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Well, one story I said, and I'm glad they said it because I've been saying it for a long time. they learn how to pad the field before they get on it. So what they say is, whether they could win or lose, they say, I'm going to lose because of this. And then if they win, they just 86 that platform and just go with the win.
Right.
But they prep every time for a loss based on something that's not really even a factor. Like, what happens is, the young lady was on CNN the other day. Was it MSNBC or it was on CNN. And she was a Trump supporter and on Trump's campaign, and she was speaking. And she kept attacking the faces of CNN and how they handle things. And the lady that was interviewing her is like, I'm asking you about a topic. If you're not going to answer that topic and you're going to keep attacking my constituents, then I'm going to end this interview. When she ended the interview and shut her down, which was respectfully and was done journalistically sound, especially with the new things that we're looking at from Fox, CNN, and MSNBC on how they handle misinformation, right?
Yeah.
We got a big spotlight on that right now, right? She was within her rights to do that. When the young lady got shut down, she went off and said, that's how you know that the moderators that they have for the debate will not be fair to Trump because they shut me down. That's what she said.
You don't know that, bitch.
Y'all ain't even know that. That's brand new information.
I ain't even learned about that.
She literally used it as another excuse of why we're going to lose, possibly. She did the same thing I just told y'all about. Because she got shut down for not sticking to the fucking topic.
Right.
That's deep.
And that's big time broadcast television.
Following along the lines of the group that she's following. That's what they do. They don't get their way. It's a problem.
As a professional, if we're trying to get a certain story and we're not getting to the story and we can talk to 80,000 other people about this story, what are your producers saying to you when he's ducking the story?
Get the story.
Or
get him out of here.
Exactly. Wrap it up.
Wrap that up.
This
I'm gonna get it out of him or you out of here.
This motherfucker said, this is how you know Trump won't get a fair shake. She didn't
But
even run the play.
But that's the whole.
She didn't even have a platform to stand on.
But that's the whole storyline and been the storyline.
And that's the whole storyline that we looking at right now.
Yeah, for years that's been a storyline. So I'm not
topic.
surprised.
I hate saying this. I usually say 45, but my bad.
We off topic.
We so close. I think I gotta be clear just in case it's a clip.
All right.
My bad.
45.
And speaking of, that was the last thing on our list. So before you guys,
they just deleted like 8 topics.
No, we did them.
No, we did them.
No, we didn't.
Oh, we killed that. Let's make some noise for that.
Listen, I was watching them.
So before we get out of here, before you guys tell everybody what you got going on, I do want to remind all of the viewers that we are here every Monday at 7 p.m. until we get through them all.
Every Monday.
Yeah. Well, it's about time. And also, we drop episodes every Thursday at 4 p.m. Please like, comment, subscribe, all of that fun stuff. And find me at Font Philly.
That part.
Sure.
We're going to start with the young lady and we'll work towards the end.
Oh, ladies first. Okay, that part.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you already know. Absolutely not. I am Sunny Brick, and you already know I'm the publisher and editor of On the Scene magazine, which I mentioned we've been publishing for 14 years. I'm in the building.
Right.
So check us out for all your positive information. We are a positive lifestyle digital platform. Check us out on thescenemagazine.com. Also got On the Scene Notary in PA and New Jersey, working on Delaware, soon to come to you. For general notary work, loan signings, wills, power of attorneys, inspections, I-9s, child passport documents, anything you need for that. And Solar Sunny. Holla at your girl, Sunny Brick. If you need some panels, some solar panels, I got you. Solar panels, no cost to you.
Solar Sunny is heavy.
Solar. I got you. Holla at your girl. Check me out, Sunny Brick. I got you. Holla at me. DM me. My number's there too. Call me. Gotcha.
That part. Cash, it's your turn.
Yo, I just want to say it's finally nice to meet you, Sunny Brick. I heard a lot about you through Sammy, you know, and you know, of course, the big old
Debbie May.
and you know that went viral one time too. Like you think
On the Nicki Minaj joint?
Yep.
It went viral 12 times.
Fire.
It just went viral 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, for sure. So
It's crazy.
it's dope to
You gotta let me know every time, bro.
you know I'm an artist.
I be confused.
I'm an artist, but it's dope to, you know, share a platform with other people that actually do this, you know, this formally and started first with, you know, this type of, you know, platform as far as journalism and media and things of that nature. So
Nice.
That's getting me, my little AI crossover, so that's fine. But y'all already know, man. It's your boy C Cash, man. Network project is out right now. Out of stock video coming soon. C Cash, the new project coming soon. Battle on June 29th. Man, I should be doing my thing, man. That's all I want to do is do my thing.
Battle.
You know what I mean? Follow me on Instagram, Ccash, CCASHNNW Gas. Same thing on YouTube, my whole channel. You know what I'm saying? That's how we rocking. You already know.
Wait.
You already know. This big Wade. I ain't got too much going on. I'm a low key
Shout out to Brand and
freelancer. Anything you need me to do, I'll do it.
Shout out to Brand. You gave me a T-shirt and a whole package for my
yeah,
birthday.
that's in the works.
Like, don't do that.
That's in the works.
All right, because you gave me some work.
Yeah,
I wish I had it on.
I ain't gonna put it out there
It's
right now
hot
because I'm
today,
still
though.
working
I
on
had
a
a
lot
long
of projects right now.
Right.
All
right.
I got a lot of projects that I'm working on and collabing with a couple people. So yeah, in the near future, definitely by the end of the summer, I'm definitely going to have some fall gear and some winter gear coming together.
And maybe something I could put on the wall with a little couple of eyes behind it.
Well, but besides that though, y'all, I'm on Instagram, Big Daddy Wade. Follow me. All my followers and supporters that I appreciate. All my family members, I love y'all. And once again, it's always a blessing to come up here with Sammy. I'll be looking forward to this.
Nah, man.
All the time.
Always a pleasure to hang out with you,
Always.
brother. Literally, my co-worker's husband and became the homie, and that's crazy. That's crazy. That don't happen with me. I don't fuck with people.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
He had a hard time catching up with me. Like, he'll pull up to none of the events. Oh, I'm out. I'm off the clock.
Can't catch you.
Go ahead, Kay. Give it to her.
Oh, I'm out. We out?
It's you or me?
She already
You
went.
done?
I was done.
All right. Well,
She
I'm
went
good.
first.
Started it
Appreciate
off.
everybody pulling out. I ain't got no buttons to push. I appreciate everybody that
Appreciate it.
was on this panel. I had a great time, man.
Right back at you.
Y'all did great.
Thank you for the invite.
You know what I'm saying? And more to come, man. Every Monday, 7 p.m. Every Thursday, 4
Make sure y'all follow every Monday.
And we drop material on the page every day, multiple times a day.
Every day.
Multiple times a day. So I'm excited about some things we got coming up this week, but we'll talk to y'all about that when it happens, man. Shout out to y'all. Salute, man. Get home safe if you was riding to us. If you wasn't, go to bed, bitch.
That part.
We out.